drone, so they've really committed in towards holding the main approach rather than the mid, maybe the mid flank that they could have exploited.
Hello.
This looks like to be their answer. You can see the turret going to be dealt with, and maybe just post. I mean, do you want to just post Penny up, or maybe you want to be more proactive? Of course, once that main gets taken, mid's now open,
क्या मजा आ रहा है, oh my god.
So they now know that short is slightly lighter of a player, because that's where generally Penny's
क्या मजा आ रहा है भाई.
This is interesting actually, because Effie's is coming up to pick up slack in mid from spawn.
ठीक है.
You can see Medusa Zephyr once again pushing towards market, and actually going to drift back onto short here now. Gammy's got it all to do, to be honest.
नहीं हो रहा इन्वेंटर भाई.
Pretty early on, so he's not got a lot to stop this.
No. Zephyr going to try and lead the way for his side, and sight's seemingly clear at this point. Yeah, spike gone through, going to be a nice plant, and Crazy Raccoons have bounded back. I've got to say it. They've started to actually find some good side takes. They've been able to kind of not overly commit towards some of these pieces, but it's retake time for V1. They did do well before.
अरे मेरा इंटरनेट का बहुत इशू आ रहा है भाई, इस वजह से मैं ये नहीं कर पा रहा स्ट्रीम. इंटरनेट की वजह से इससे रुक जाओ जरा भाई. ये गंदा.
From short, but by now there's a trade out. That deep hold from short we were talking about is going to be hard to clear, and it was. Medusa going to play towards hell, and there's no way out of this. Suddenly, the Crazy Raccoons have worked it out.
Hello, Krishna.
Yeah, there was a
अच्छा जेरी भाई भी यही देखते हैं.
Munchkin playing so deep. I mean, in
ठीक
that
है ठीक है.
scenario with the clock.
भाई ये काफी बढ़िया हो रहा है क्योंकि नहीं स्नूपी भाई किसी को नहीं बोले हम क्यों बोलेंगे भाई. हेलो क्रैनी है.
The timing so unfortunate there for was it Zephyr in heaven that caught Vanity? So just as that smoke drops, and again still got that dash, so he gets away scot free with it.
I'm glad to see them pull the time out.
जीरी और आप बात करते करते देखो कैसे करना पड़ेगा वो दोनों को. भाई कोई नहीं दिख रहा था पीछे. अरे ये कौन से रिजोल्यूशन पे खेल रहे भाई ये लोग. क्यों मैं बहुत प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ बट मेरे को कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं आ रहा है. किसमें गेम में क्या गेम में. अरे पहले तो तुम डेथ मैच खेलो. डेथ मैच में ट्राई करो हर बार एटलीस्ट टॉप 5 में आओ. डेथ मैच में कितने लोग होते हैं 20 होते हैं शायद 20 पता नहीं मुझे 15-20 होते हैं ना. तो एटलीस्ट टॉप 5 में आने का ट्राई करो हर बार. पहले आप अपना एम सुधारो. मोस्ट चीज़ें यही होती है कि बॉटम लेवल में एम ही नहीं होता. मैं तो सोच रहा था वो बेगिंग वाला टीजर था. नहीं सॉरी बट दैट वाज नॉट टीजर. डीसी पे हाँ डीसी पे कर सकते हैं. डीसी पे लेकिन एक बंदे को अरे वो भी चैट से बात कर रहे होंगे. मैं भी चैट से बात कर रहा हूँ. कॉपी स्ट्राइक नहीं मिलेगा मोस्ट प्रोबेबली. नहीं मिलेगा. आरजीबी हाँ थोड़ा बहुत हैप्पी ब्रदर हैप्पी ब्रदर टू यू टू. वैसे ख़त्म हो गया ना ब्रदर. नहीं चालू है अभी भी 30 मिनट बाकी है ना. मैं भी रेड बुल पी रहा हूँ. सिर्फ उसका टेस्ट पानी जैसा है बस. तुलापन क्रैनी है. थैंक यू. अरे स्नूपी ने भी लिखा था क्या पहले. सॉरी मैंने वो नहीं देखा. गलती से माफ़ कर दो भाई मेरे को. स्नूपी भाई आपको भी हैप्पी बर्थडे बर्थडे टू यूज. लाल सांड हाँ भाई मीड पूरा छोड़ दे रहे वो, मीड पे कोई नहीं खेल रहा,
I think you're right.
पूरा बी मेन का कितना कंट्रोल ले रहे हैं।
Success right now relies on Penny finding.
वहाँ पे नीचे अलार्म बॉट है, मर सकता है, ऑपरेटर है।
Any idea just how close it was?
स्किन क्यों नहीं है भाई ऑपरेटर पे?
Now I'm gonna put the turret down and
पता था उसको। नया montage कब जल्दी? ओडिन लिए भाई सोवा ने। भूषण है क्या ये? क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है?
well, Jammies will find Medusa actually trying to, I guess, reset from that. Now Munchkin got to get away from this spot, but he will do. He'll find a headshot as well. Effie's with the shock dart also.
Yeah, but this is still game on. Neff, what can you do with this?
1 HP भाई।
May have been able to get in there in time, but caught in the end by Vanity, pulling off this play back in. But
चाय की चुस्की होती।
Munchkin is just
मेरा कमेंट फुल नहीं। कहीं पहली बार होती है। अच्छा पहली बार क्वीन क्या क्या? हेलो गॉड्स गेमिंग। मैंने को गलती से गॉड एस पढ़ा था, पढ़ रहा था मैं तो 100 के पे कलंक लगा हुआ है, पता है मेरे को। स्नूपी डोंट वरी आई नो। उसको हेड दिखा था ना, उसका हेड दिखा था। हाँ सॉन्ग बताओ, मैंने डिसाइड नहीं किया अब तक। गॉड्स गेमिंग भाई बहुत बड़ा शाउट आउट टू यू। यस हैप्पी ब्रदर्स डे। यस टू यू टू। भूषण इंडियाज बिगेस्ट लूट फिनिक्स। भूषण फिनिक्स नहीं खेलता, भूषण लड़कियों के दिल के साथ खेलता है बस। भाई क्या प्रॉपर यूटिलिटी है। जेट भाई इतना एग्रेसिव नहीं रे। क्या रन एंड गन है भाई ये? डेथ मैच थोड़ी चल रहा है। 3v4 ओह बढ़िया भाई, हो सकता है जे टॉप लेके आना वहाँ पे। भाई क्या निकाला है राउंड। ओह 2 गई के लिए, दोनों मर गए भाई। अच्छा लास्ट राउंड था तो अभी भी गन क्यों दिख रही है? ग्लिच भाई, वैलोरेंट के मेन इस पे ग्लिच हुआ। एक हफ्ते से 90.6, 2 महीने से 90.6 है, 2 महीने से। सो कॉन्टेस्ट रखो, कॉन्टेस्ट बाद में रखो। मुझे तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आता वैलो। कोई ना, सच में बताओ इसमें पबजी से ज़्यादा टूर्नामेंट का हाइप होता है। तुम मेरे दिन के साथ नहीं खेलोगे ना? नो मिथिला, आई वोंट 2.5 के का मोन्टाज बनाओ इधर के लिए, बना दो बना दो भाई। आप लोगों को मेरे से इस चैनल पे क्या कहते हैं उसको, एक्सपोजर चाहिए तो जितना चाहिए ले लो मेरे से, मांग लो, खुला मांग लो भाई। BGMI रजिस्टर किया, कब का किया? मनुइंडिया से आलसी, पता है मेरे को वो। स्लोमो बन नहीं, 5 सेकंड का स्लोमो कम है। व्हाट्सएप पे भेज दिया, ओके देख लूँगा मैं। टाइम मिले तो गूगल पे लिखना। ओके हाँ वो सीओडी मोबाइल के ना
So the
हाँ
Crazy Raccoons
देख
with a
लूँगा
ghost on Zephyr, so expect him to try and play a little distant here and make use of the range.
एक्सपोजर
V1 going to be given a lot of space in B main here. Again, a turret inside or just inside spawn. The only thing to really spot out this push should have come through. Will get spotted on the owl drone as well, but it'll be pretty easily
टेरेट को टैग किया भाई उसने
off the rip. Actually, yeah, you can see version 1 is like surely somebody's playing lane or site.
Yeah, maybe getting
Turret
more than they expected, but as much as all there is noise and ruckus, it just sounds like peacocking. That's gonna be a spike plant and no harm done, but already gonna take a little bit of space back in.
फ्रेंजी
Vanity trying to play this just right, does get caught by that though. Damage now done and position now noted. You have to clear
16 HP आ गई वो
towards that retake, but actually Medusa with a great
Frenzy.
pickup. They need more trades coming back in and forth. It's gonna be
क्या हो
just
गया?
down to Effies in the 1v3. Trying to get the timing right. No, not gonna happen. This is danger now. This is dangerous territory.
क्या हुआ क्या भाई यहाँ पे
Damage now done and position now noted.
पांचों के पांचों जिंदा है क्या हुआ भाई क्या हुआ
They need more trades coming back in and
क्या
forth. It's gonna be
हुआ?
just down to Effies in the 1v3. Trying to get the timing right. No, not
पता नहीं क्या हुआ
Just one here having a fantastic performance at 16 and 5, but
5 आवर की स्ट्रीम
the overall round.
अरे मोबाइल स्ट्रीम का इशू आता है भाई मेरे को पता नहीं
This could
नहीं
get
करूँगा क्लिप्स इंपोर्ट करवा दो आपके लिए वांटेज
coming back to some of the discussions we were having before this game went
लाइव
live.
स्ट्रीम से बहुत इशू आता है इंपोर्ट करने में पता है मेरे
Executions
को
and things like that.
इसमें में क्या मज़ा है
Really
इससे
where the
अच्छा
biggest
खुद
question
खेलो
comes on. Yes, V1 looked very comfortable on defense,
मन
but
गुप्ता भाई आप नहीं समझोगे
those synergy issues might become more and more
you
apparent.
won't get it bro you won't get it
They really get pushed.
हेलो जिग्नेश ब्रो
Zephyr. Trying to play at the back of sight here.
Lots of damage.
हाँ इसी चैनल पे करेंगे
Although that's
ओह नाइस
that's a lot of faith that that smoke would be there in time, but he does get to back away now, feel a little bit more comfortable.
वैलो प्लेयर इन द
Like,
चैट
yeah,
हो
much to
गए
play with, but it's at least dealt with the initial intention from V1.
ओह मिथिला आल्सो प्लेज वैलो
And actually, lots drawn out in terms of utility. Ami's in a position to greet any, I guess, aggression.
So
on
इस
the
मैप
other
का
side, but
composition
it's
क्या है
gonna
भाई?
come through.
एस्ट्रा
Just gonna be
both
playing
side
behind his utility.
जेट both side
Got Medusa there to back
केजे both side सोवा both side
Bear in mind, V1 have put a fair amount of
हमारे लोग क्या खेलते पता है रैना जेट रेज फिनिक्स 4 ड्यूलिस्ट एक सेज ले लेता है खत्म हार गए
again already being kind
इस
of
मैप में सेज की जरूरत ही नहीं है
ideal for them. Medusa kind of controlling towards mid a touch, but maybe not expecting
is
this
dangerous.
much. Yeah, V1's about to slice right between them here. Medusa more focused on
भाई
the site itself.
तीन लोग कहाँ पे आ गए
Nice burst.
कहाँ पे आ गए तीन
Well done
लोग
by V1.
उनके
Completely
स्पॉट
isolates the player. Now it's the rep towards the side. Zephyr, desperate for connection. Does
उनके
find it on
स्पॉट
Celsius. What?
Wait, what?
Vanity? Vanity died there. There is no way. What has just happened? Effies is now in a 1v4 and I have no idea how
Spike
this has
कुटा
gone
है,
wrong.
spike.
I was so expectant of V1 to convert off the back of that lovely pinch, but this is
हक दिया यार
Crazy Raccoons just dominated that. That's 4 alive.
हक दिया भाई हक दिया
That's so well done by V1.
यहाँ पे एस्ट्रा ने हक दिया है देखो एस्ट्रा यहाँ पे है ना
Desperate for connection, does find it on Celsius, but
क्लोज रेंज भाई क्लोज रेंज में शरीफ
died now in a 1v4 and
I don't know how
क्लोज रेंज
Will
में
wins
शरीफ
that in spawn, but he did. At that point, things just go from bad to worse. I mean,
मिथिला इज
finds
फ्लर्टिंग
another 2 kills, I guess, on the back of 2 individual peaks coming somewhere on B site. But that looked like it was V1's to take with the first blood.
yeah.
अभी भी उटाकू नहीं बना क्या उटाकू
Kind of offsets how the round should go technically. As we're back all even, this buy
क्या
is
बोल रहे हो?
substantially favorable towards the Crazy Raccoons, but V1
ये
can
एंगल भी
still do some
बढ़िया है
damage here. However, we said this map would be that litmus
आप
test.
रहना,
This is
हाँ।
generally considered a favorable map for the Crazy Raccoons. You can see as to why,
एक
right?
काम
It's
कर
just
डायनामो को
mopping it up,
3000
making
का
it
सुपर
look
सेट
real
कर और
simple,
कुछ स्ट्रीम
and I promise you it's not.
कैसे करते हैं
But at this point, we kind of came to this going, okay, V1, this isn't the best map for them, historically, but again, they are playing against normally very, very high
आप
tier
फिनिक्स
teams.
में नो नाइस
Now, Crazy Raccoons, we don't know what to make of that region yet, so again, it kind of put it into that question. This could be a really
फिनिक्स
telling
खेल
sign of
सकते हैं हर
where
मैच
this map sits,
हर
because
मैप
again,
पे वैसे
good
लेकिन
map for Crazy Raccoons. Middle map for V1,
मोस्टली लोग नहीं
but looking at the
खेलते
scoreline, this looks like the Crazy Raccoons have a great approach to it so far. Now, this is early in the
आपके
second
500
half,
सब
so
हो गए बढ़िया
let's not get too excited by fire just yet, but Jammy's going to take some free space
Congo
here.
Invader.
If he gets this could up
900 subs
so
हो गए.
much room for rotation. He's going to hear the steps towards CTs, and he's done his job here to maybe allow some room short, but Munchkin says 30 seconds left.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like the idea behind that. Jammy's kind of pulled
900 हो गए 1k करवा दो lol.
Fortunately not able to find
आपके 30 सब्ज है कोई बात नहीं भाई.
Crazy Raccoons
It doesn't
actually
matter.
pull ahead here. Find themselves in an 8-7 situation here, and this is when you start getting a little bit worried.
एक बार बताओ आपसे वेट नहीं हो रहा क्या 100 का इसलिए आपने फेस कैम चालू कर दिया. कब का कर दिया भाई मैंने फेस कैम चालू. 100 के तो होने वाला नहीं था मेरा जल्दी मेरे को पता था.
As it stands, 8-7, Crazy Raccoons in the lead now. And yes, this buy is going to be the SMGs, the leftovers from the previous, and of course.
क्या लाइनअप से भाई?
V1 should just a pure pound for pound firepower should have a good shot at this. I think Medusa just caught a glimpse of Penny. Yeah, 100%. Going to fall away from that, give him a little bit of room, respect it, but trying to maybe find angles that work against these rifles.
Continue to push forward. Medusa now, instead of already spot it out, he just needs to play contact here with the Spectre again.
Ready for the tournament, born ready, bro.
Elsa's actually going to pop his ultimate, clear all the way through market. With that early information,
goose.
Towards B site, it's just Neth and Medusa here. Now we're going to see the rotation come through. Elsa's still isolated after the reset on his ultimate.
भाई कितने बार टैग कर रहे हैं बेचारे को.
So much pressure on just one man. That is a rifle recovered, I guess, and if they could then maybe pin a little bit more pressure towards Vanity, that would be impressive, but I want to see what they try and do with this. Crazy Raccoons are really hammering this one in, but it's going to be that final push towards the site that's going to be tough against the rifles. Vanity's still going to be a problem to get past as well. They're going to try and at least put some utility down to dissuade the vision, but as it stands, as soon as that drops, he's going to have full sight on all of them who just suddenly start pouring back through. There he is, actually plays through it and gives himself up for the trade. It's a 3v3.
हाँ मैंने बोला तो था कि 100 के पे करूँगा.
No, not like this. Penny, Jammies, please. What is going on here? Keep it clean. There we go. Jammies just says, chill out, boys. No more of this nonsense. We're keeping this clean. Can we keep these rifles up? Absolutely. We can keep one. That's what you get away with.
Bad manners, भाई. Bad manners. अब मर जाएगा. छुट्टी है. Let's go.
It cost them nearly everything. We already said that was on the back of really just Spectres
No.
carried through.
Team IQ next 26 में 11 में. Yep.
We'll say yes, the round win.
अरे भाई साथ में खेलना पड़ेगा एक दो राउंड.
Big win for Crazy Raccoons.
ऐसे बिना इसके नहीं होगा.
Yeah, I'd say really nice closeout from Jammies actually. There's a couple of confidence builders there for him to get on the board. Nice three-piece to close it out. 8-8 the scoreline now. Couple of online, couple of ultimates coming online actually. Crazy Raccoons here. Penny. Couple of Blade Storm off the rip as well.
भाई बोल्ड के पास उससे अच्छी स्किन है.
After the previous round, the amount of damage the Crazy Raccoons did was incredibly impressive.
18 plus or
They
what?
have
अरे
rifles now, they've got the op-out. They actually have, I'd say, the lead in the economy, but we have to see what they can do now on the buy. Zelta's going to come in and find Ryan with a quick trade out for Zephyr. The spike is going to go down. You see
मेरे
Penny
को
just
उच
on
क्या क्यों आ
full
रहा है?
duty here. This is a really fast side take coming out from V1. This retake, though, we've got to see what the Crazy Raccoons look like when they're going to be forced.
Lol.
Oh no. Again, that paint shell could have given them so much time to get this retake started nice and early. There's Fury now in response. Again, Effie's knows that they're going to be re-entering back through heaven. Again, very late in the day here. Crazy Raccoons got to move quick and find some kills fast if they want to get this going.
I don't think they've got time on this. I think V1 knows it as well. The Crazy Raccoon's going to drop down. Neth's going to give himself up for the trade. Yeah, Penny's just making light work for him. Medusa does well, but by now this is wrapped up.
भाई ये बुलडॉग से कैसे खेल लेते हैं लोग?
V1 very well handled and no opportunity for that playback. You know, actually the retake from Crazy Raccoons never really got started. They were
पर राउंड तो हार गए ना. क्या?
The utility was good there from V1, but and again that nade didn't help.
ये जिंदा है भाई. मेरा नेट हग रहा है. मैं जिंदा हूँ. Your comment got a heart from Manuindia. Oh, भाई क्लोज रेंज में है, ये देखो।
Well played. To allow this all to happen.
पांचों के पांचों लगे उसको, मेरे ऐसे 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 चले जाते हैं जेट के नाइफ।
Through now, no teammate there to
व्हाट इज दिस बिहेवियर भाई, फुल मिड रश 4 में।
still crosses and missed all the spam that comes through from V1. 4 members of V1 actually in mid posted on the arch.
हेलो शशांक
It's like a hunting pack of players. They're just staying as
भाई,
four off the back of the flash from
यहाँ
Zeus.
तक आगे वापस चले गए।
On the other side. You're gonna have two players here. Munchkin's gonna be one of them. Couldn't quite convert it. Effie's outdoes him. Just gonna barrel on through. And now this flying though. This flying could be huge. It's
सोआ ने 3 बार जंप किया भाई ऊपर जाने के लिए।
Ryan could have done some real damage. You see Zephyr just chomping at the bit, trying to get involved in this one. Spike now down. Jammy's play back in on short is perfect.
क्या बढ़िया अल्ट है यार,
To us, so we're gonna do it to you. You like that?
उफ क्या बढ़िया अल्ट है स्ट्रगा।
Feels bad, doesn't it? And now what do the last two players do? Neth and Zephyr. I mean, they can try and find something, but
कोई पिक नहीं दे रहा, कोई कुछ नहीं कर रहा।
there's the trade, and now you got the numbers. Unless Zephyr does something unthinkable. He's been caught in the
ब्लैक क्यों हो रहा है, व्हाट द फक।
a big round there.
Yeah, really well.
हेलो अरिस ब्रो, वेलकम।
The back of Rio unable to slip into a position.
आपके मेन चैनल पे मेंबरशिप कर दिया है, बढ़िया।
I think actually did a lot of damage.
अरे मेन चैनल पे मेंबरशिप का ऑप्शन ही नहीं आएगा क्योंकि उस पे कॉपीराइट क्लेम बहुत ज़्यादा है ना, इसलिए। रिप माइक खाना भाई मेरा।
Through here it is. Actually, Effie's getting shot in the back. He comes back and deals with it, but the Cosmic Divide just again have to respect it. They have to play deep enough. They can't really.
सब स्किन से भाई ये तो बोल्ड के पास।
Version want to deal with everybody that's outside.
ओह
of
एल्डर
Heaven,
फ्लेम
getting
जज।
short and basically down on the site itself. Giving them that's outside of Heaven, right?
भाई ये
Everything that's
देखो,
on shore and basically down on site itself.
क्या स्किन है,
Total control.
Gonna be utility to check on this.
मजा आएगा।
You say that.
Here we go. There it is. That's gonna be two big kills. That's massive impact.
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, काफ़ी बढ़िया। उसको पता है एक बंदा अभी भी है।
Maybe a lapse in judgment gives him the chance to get some damage done, but Jammy's on the other side.
शेरिफ 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 शॉर्टी।
Coming this way.
जेट के पास शॉर्ट ही है।
Again, more utility being thrown in, but Neth yet to be checked on. Boombot comes out. Again,
बूमबॉट स्पॉट करेगा,
nothing wide.
नहीं किया, फिर भी पता चल गया कि एक बंदा है।
You're gonna see a little bit of a second of consideration from V1 now, backing away from this.
See, they also knows about the rotation. कोई मिड नहीं देख रहा। वही उन्होंने मिड छोड़ दिया है।
Drift towards shore, which is where Zephyr's actually posting up the shorty right now. Rio
अब मजा आएगा ना बेडू,
now.
अब मजा आएगा ना बेडू, मार भाई मार।
Let's go. One's good.
My word.
Impeccable work out of nowhere, and this is going to rock V1. They are not loving this at all. These rifles have now just been absolutely ripped from them.
भाई
Massive round for the Crazy Raccoons.
भाई
What on earth did they just pull off?
200 और 1600 1800 रुपीज, 1800 क्रेडिट्स में 4 किल विथ फुल राइफल।
Barely any investment, and they turn that round in their favor.
इसे कहता है दिमाग से खेलना।
On a miss at the start. Again, just something simple, playing off the turret's contact here.
केजे को कैसे नहीं लगी रे वहाँ पे
Jammy's ultimately
भाई, रिलोड नहीं किया उसने।
absolutely beautiful from Zephyr.
That is so good.
Finally, yes, someone pronounced my name correctly.
9-10. Game back on for the Crazy Raccoons.
Serious?
They keep this up though. They've broken the back of
Nice.
the money from V1 on this. Their economy's in
चैट जाना से रुक क्यों गई बता रही, बोल्ट अमीर लोग ऑफ कोर्स। मेरा तो पीसी भी नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं।
Amazing stuff. Zephyr just holding a dirty angle to try and play with. Gonna have to force his way out.
जोक्स ऑफ
Or at least get towards
भाई,
the
लैग हो
center
रहा है,
actually.
लैग क्यों हो रहा है, द फक।
Else is going to clear out a lot of this.
नहीं ठग रहा है क्या मेरा?
Also there as well. One player actually noted very deep.
बूम बहुत छूट गया है क्या? हाँ
No damage done on the way through. Now Crazy Raccoons have a lot to work with on this retake if they want
Hello.
the best.
क्रिंगिटो, हेलो एवरेस्ट ले
There we go. There's the first
भाई। माइनक्राफ्ट खेला आज मैं 3-4 घंटे।
See Munchkin just spinning around. He's got Malphite. That's 3 in a row. These guys just popped off on the retake.
क्या हो रहा है भाई?
Destroy so many, but James is still doing damage. Even the turret finds Munchkin, but the spike now going towards
Oh, my shotgun, beta.
Can't get in on it.
Retake.
Huge retake.
Like I said, they actually had a lot to invest, and it's the lockdown, and Munchkin just absolutely.
I am Watchman by Manu watching another live.
And like you said, so quickly.
मैं श्राउड की भी वॉच दिखा सकता था, इसका मतलब I watch श्राउड, श्राउड watch this, you watch me.
Blown wide open.
देख रहे हो?
You gotta watch that one again. Thank God it's in slow mo.
Give me the
How quick this comes through.
भाई क्या सेंसिटिविटी थी इस बंदे की.
I'm pretty sure I missed the first kill. It literally, how are these guys so good? This is so sick. 10-10. This is all tied up, all even. Back on the buy now. Crazy Raccoons are turning up here.
क्या करता है बिलोन? माइनक्राफ्ट सर्वर है. अरे वो मेरा लोकल नेटवर्क पे मैंने होस्ट किया है, मेरे मतलब मेरे खुद के पीसी पे एक सर्वर है, उस पे खेल सकता हूँ तो. लेकिन उस पे इशू ये है कि ज़्यादा लोगों को इनवाइट नहीं दे सकता, मतलब क्योंकि वो रैम बहुत यूसेज लेता है ना, रैम प्रोसेसिंग पावर मेरे पीसी से यूज़ होता है, इसलिए वो बहुत हीट करता है फिर. इसलिए फ़िलहाल तो 2 लोगों के लिए आइडियल है वो, उसके बाद में चेक करना पड़ेगा, बाकी के लोगों के लिए बाद में बनाना पड़ेगा. Missed my chat. Sorry, where is your chat?
On the back of that, V1 actually will lead all the way towards Shurion. V1 actually will lead all the way towards.
क्या lineup?
They line up for him.
He's so good in this position as well. He's been such a nuisance playing this spot.
मुझे आपका chat ही नहीं दिख रहा bro.
This time with a rifle at least, but Zel's just going to deal with Munchkin, so they know there's another. But Zephyr's still waiting for the next fall through as they do come towards the site. You could hear the shot go off. Didn't find target, has to fall away to a deeper angle. No, sticks around and gets punished. Didn't find target.
Dash नहीं था उस पे.
Spike is going down, can't be denied. Now let's look at these post plants. You're going to have one tucked towards hell, one towards May. Actually, no, 2 in hell. Okay.
अरे क्या हुआ just?
Gets a lot of pressure here, but have to respect it for the time being. Zelsis, can he find that second? Not going to get detained just yet, but Zelsis still able to run the clock down. Finds the third on the round now, just down to Neth.
Yeah, now they are lost it. भाई आपका ऊपर का चैट नहीं दिख रहा. New wanted song. कौन तेरा? देखूंगा मैं, पता नहीं कौन सा सॉन्ग पे बनाऊंगा. लोगों को कैसे सब्सक्राइब करवाऊँ? इसको आपके चैनल को, मेरे चैनल को? कौन सा चैनल को? भाई ये क्या खेल रहे, इतना ज़्यादा कलर, और ये क्या रेजोल्यूशन है स्ट्रेच्ड. ड्रैगन सर्वाइव बनाने का अगर बना तो ठीक, वरना नहीं बनाएंगे. अरे ट्राई बेड बॉस ना हारे यार. भाई फिलहाल बहुत कुछ चल रहा है यार, इसलिए थोड़ा रुक जाओ. Leon TG ब्रो कोई रूटीन नहीं चाहिए, बस एक बार मेरा प्रमोशन वीडियो देख लो, आज ही डाला है. 69 देख लूँगा ब्रो मैं बाद में, अगर मुझे याद रहा तो. क्या क्लास दिख रहा है भाई ये बंदा. देखो इसका मास्क, देखो हेडफोन, प्रॉपर कोट, शर्ट भी टाइट, वो चेयर देखो पीछे वाली, हाथ में घड़ी. मैं बोर हो रहा हूँ, क्या करूँ? अरे कुछ दूसरा देख लो भाई, हमें तो मज़ा आ रहा है इसमें. I'll tell you how to adjust. Okay. Bro views आ जाता है, बहुत लोग सब्सक्राइब नहीं करते. सेम भाई, मुझे तो अनसब्सक्राइब करना है. अरे कुछ व्यूज भाई किसी चीज़ को भी आ जाते हैं, आप कुछ बढ़िया बनाओ ना भाई, काफी बढ़िया बनाओ। शाउट आउट बैड गाय 246 भाई, बहुत बड़ा शाउट आउट थैंक यू। उसे बोलो मेरे पापा उठ जाएंगे नींद से। नहीं भाई मेरे को करने दो भाई स्ट्रीम। मेरा पानी खत्म। हाँ लाड़ी पता है। बढ़िया नाइस अल्ट।
Yeah, his ability to stay alive even just a couple seconds longer, get that second kill, is brilliant from him. Zelsis though
इमेजिन सब्सक्राइबिंग। हाँ मैं वाले टूर्नामेंट में ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट नहीं रखता, मज़ा नहीं आता। अरे क्योंकि आप खेलते नहीं हो ना। आप पबजी के टूर्नामेंट देखते थे क्या? उसको पता नहीं था कि वो रोटेट कर रहा है।
The round, and it is now 12 on the board. In the final throws, it looks like maybe just the crazy Raccoons have run out of steam.
स्कोरबोर्ड तो बढ़िया है। आपके पड़ोस में रहता है वो, बढ़िया भाई। मेरे को हाय बोलना उस मेरी तरफ से उसको।
Two judges on the board, no ultimates available. Munchkin one off the showstopper, so expect him to throw that in the mix. Should it come online?
जिंदगी में सबसे बड़ी गलती होता है किसी प्रो को वैलो खेलते देखने के बाद खेलने जाना। वो बात व्हाट हो गया भाई, जी हो गया। जी 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 जी। ना अभी भी हो सकता है ना। दादा 5 गोळे रिलोड कर, दादा 5 गोळे, दादा 5 गोळे, 2 गोळे, 2 बुलेट।
Jammies is so low, look at
Jammies is super low HP. The turret ain't gonna do anything at this point. You gotta deal with it.
What the fuck?
Impeccable work saves the day, and we go again.
भाई बंदे पे कॉन्फिडेंस। 2 गोली भाई। दो टरे ठग दिया, टरे ठग दिया, टरे ठग दिया। भाई क्या बढ़िया क्लच किया भाई, काफी बढ़िया राउंड था। DM भी ऑन डिस्कॉर्ड, ओके देख लूंगा। अरे कितने मैसेज आ रहे भाई। बेस्ट क्लच, हाँ काफी बढ़िया था। बेस्ट नहीं पर या बॉल लगते हैं भाई, यू नीड बॉल्स फॉर सच मोमेंट्स। लड़ी फ्रॉम फ्रांस। अच्छा सच में क्या, मुझे पता ही नहीं था भाई। अरे PSF ब्रो, आप जोक कर रहे हो मुझे पता है, मैं उस जोक के साथ आगे जा रहा हूँ, वो आपको पता होना चाहिए। अगर ये हमारा टीम का स्वभाव था ना, इसका शॉक डॉट कैसे जाता पता है क्या, यहाँ ऊपर जाके वापस उसी पे। लगा ही नहीं, कनेक्ट ही नहीं हुआ। अबे क्या भाई, ये बॉडी देखो। जेट की लाश, जेट की लाश क्या गई। पता है उनको, पता है मुझे।
Who is on shore right now?
Death with utility.
Oh no, Neth's gonna buy the time. This could be a huge disaster. He just buys the time. Vanity does get past him. Munchkin on the side just wants to try and deny the spike bomb, but no Effie's run through him. Is this how it goes down, really? A 2v3 post plant now. And you got Medusa and Zeph up against Jammy Zelda.
भाई जेट की लाश क्या उड़ी है?
This is a fight for OT for the Crazy Raccoons or the victory on map 1.
हेलो एजेट बीस्टी गेमिंग. हाँ भाई डाल दूंगा भाई, डोंट वरी यार.
Pressure coming off the back of it, but no, Medusa now opens up the way through on shore. Just trying to build on in. First fight comes in, gets it.
अच्छा वो
Zel's is looking a little dicey on the side, but he does manage to deliver towards Zephyr, and now the 1v2 feels almost impossible. Medusa doing everything he can to try and find a way forward. Gets down Zelsis. He needs to 1v1. Jammies is low again.
Classic.
Surely not this time. He's going to get it to halfway. No. Jammies peek it. Jammies peek it. Oh, and he does in time.
Time.
On map 1.
निकल भाई, क्या क्लच होता वो अगर डिफ्यूज हो जाता. अरे ये मोमेंट देखो भाई, जेट की लाश देखो क्या उड़ती हुई गई है लिटरली. देखो मैं आप लोगों को दिखाता हूँ. ये देखो अभी जेट की लाश देखना. ओके यहाँ से दिखेगी. ये देखो. नेड से मरी है भाई वो. क्या गंदा भाई. व्हाट द हेल.
Just a moment's time, we'll get there. But
हम ये करेंगे इसको.
This was meant to be the telling sign of the difference in skill, right? This is meant to be statistically quite a good map for the Crazy Raccoons, and not necessarily a middling map for version 1, but a decent map, not one of their best. So already, these two are well matched together, I feel, Hypok.
Yeah, and I think actually coming to this match in terms of what we were expecting and which way we're really going to call this, Crazy Raccoons have over-delivered massively.
Absolutely.
For me, you know, version 1...
Jet goes... I believe I can fly. हाँ. ये मोमेंट था वो. अरे चले जाओ कृष्णा भाई. गुड नाइट. डोंट वरी.
Qualification into this event, and that right there is
not
at all how you'd want version 1 to be closed.
New fan pitch for you.
Win nonetheless. Put that behind them. Mental reset.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to head to in a moment. Just after the
Minecraft बाद में देखते हैं भाई. रुक जाओ यार. Bye bye. PUBG PC stream. मॉन्स्टर भाई को PUBG PC देखना है भाई. देख लेंगे, कर लेंगे. रुकी जाओ जरा. इतनी भी क्या घाई है आप लोगों को. कितना टाइम है अब, वो भी तो बता दो. क्या बढ़िया ऐड बनाई है भाई. फोर बाय फोर का रूबिक्स क्यूब मेरे पे है पता है. ओह हार्डकोर माइनक्राफ्ट इज रियल फन. भाई नॉर्मल में मेरे से होता नहीं है. आप लोगों को मेरा माइनक्राफ्ट वाला दिखाओ क्या मैं. कितना टाइम है. 3 मिनट है ना भाई. 3 मिनट ही है. रुक जाओ. ओ दैट फेस. अच्छा ये क्या स्पैम कर रहे हो. उजहॉड हेलो. UZORD. हाउ टू प्रोनाउंस योर नेम. उजहॉड. ओके दिखाना. ओके लेट्स गो. एक मिनट लोड होने दो फिर इसको. अभी इसका कॉपीराइट आएगा भाई. वो सॉर्ड ओके। अरे ये दो मतलब कुछ नहीं है, ये थोड़ा सा ही है। मैं भाई मेरी मेरी आर्मी देख लो भाई, ये देखो मेरी आर्मी देख लो भाई, सिर्फ इतनी ज़्यादा है। ये देखो भाई, शीव्स देख रहे हो कितनी है? भाई ये ग्लिच हो रहे हैं एक दूसरे में। ये देखो, मेरे को काउंट करके दिखाओ भाई इनको। मेरे को कोई बंदा इनको काउंट करके दिखाए बस, मैं मान जाऊंगा उसको। ये यहाँ पे नेदर पोर्टल बनाया है थोड़ा। यहाँ पे ऑटोमेटिक चिकन फार्म है जो कि प्रॉपर चल नहीं रहा शायद। पैसा देखो मेरे पे कितना अमीर हूँ मैं भाई, पैसा देखो भाई, ये देखो तुम लोग, ये देखो पैसा क्या देख रहे हो। आर्मी देखो भाई मेरी वुल्फ की। मेरे पे कोई रेड करवा के दिखाओ यहाँ पे भाई, इतने कुत्ते हैं ना, चीर डालूंगा एक एक को। और ये देखो भाई, ये व्हीट फार्म पूरा प्रॉपर, ये बीटरूट फार्म, ये पोटैटो फार्म, ये कैरेट फार्म और ये मेलन फार्म। ये तो फिलहाल अभी किया है चालू। और ये चील करने के लिए जकूजी बाटा रीच एफ आ रहे, और नहीं तो क्या भाई, फुल मेरी। वो थोड़ा हक दिया भाई। ये एन्चेंटमेंट, वो आर्मर थोड़ा टट्टी है। डायमंड टूल्स भाई, क्या समझ रहे हो मेरे को तुम लोग? ये पूरा इसका भाई सब है मेरे पे, फकिंग रिच। और मैंने नेदर भी, मतलब नेदर कुछ बराबर नहीं किया लेकिन ठीक है। तो फिलहाल इस पे काम चल रहा है। मेरे को यहाँ पे आगे का ये सब, मेरी यहाँ पे फार्म था, मेरे को इसको निकालना है पूरा। ये तो ऐसा ही है। ये भी कुछ नहीं है, ये ऐसा दिखता है यहाँ से, रात को बढ़िया दिखता है। तो उनको कैसे करते हैं सेट टाइम, सेट मिडनाइट, ऐसे ही करते हैं ना। मेरे को शिप्स को प्रॉपर एक बार कलर कर दिया ना, उसके बाद देखना भाई ये कितना बढ़िया लगेगा। गो टू मल्टीप्लेयर, मल्टी वीसीटी मास्टर्स इन माइनक्राफ्ट। अरे वो हमारा घर ही दिखा रहा था भाई, मैं अब तक हो गया भाई। चीट सी ऑन, वो तो कब के ऑन है। मैंने चीट से कुछ नहीं किया, मैंने आप लोगों को दिखाने के लिए किया वो। आप लोगों को लगता है मैं चीट से करता हूँ, आई डोंट केयर। बट भाई मजा आता है माइनक्राफ्ट।
They had a little bit of that squeaky bum time because it got to the distance. They were worried, but they were able to clutch out the win there. And Achilles, you can see some of the stats. I mean, we were praising Munchkin and we were definitely praising Zelsis. But real quick though, let's actually jump into our map highlights presented by Prime Gaming. And you know, Achilles, what stood out to you the most in this series that had a lot to talk about in this map?
शिप्स कम करो, लैग ना। हाँ करना है उनको, उनका करना है उनका। आप लोगों को शायद मेरी एक बिल्ली देखने को मिल सकती है अभी। भाई गिरने के बाद भी इतना प्रॉपर स्प्रे कंट्रोल, ये कैसे कनेक्ट हुआ मेरे को बताओ, ये कैसे कनेक्ट हुआ? ये ठीक है, ये देखो भाई ये कैसे कनेक्ट हुआ। ये क्लच बढ़िया था भाई उसका 4K जेट के अल्ट से। फोकट के 2 किल, नथिंग मोर। बाय बाय।
Give us 3 maps. I don't give a damn who wins this series. I just want more of it. Yeah, when we thought about what
हाँ मुझे भी कौन जीते वो नहीं पता भाई मेरे को चाहिए मजा
we would be expecting, this is exactly what we wanted to see. You know, continental rivalries be formed, teams with different play styles, players who haven't interacted with each other before, whether they come from different games or they come from, you know, Counter-Strike or Overwatch or whatever, right? League of Legends, like it's so incredible, Lothar, to see how this is all played out.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Like, it's the first big international LAN. I'm loving it, and just wanted to point out that we had an absolutely amazing.
अरे मैंने सर्वर बन नहीं गया मेरा
playmaker here. They run it back. They were playing
V1 जेट और नहीं तो क्या भाई
in the pistol round. They took 2.
क्या खेली वो
Made to play Phoenix here.
Yeah, well, there are your Prime Gaming map highlights, and oh boy, I can't wait to jump into the next map, which will be Icebox in a moment here. But before we do that, though, I do want to let everyone know to join Riot and the LGBT plus community in celebrating Pride Month. Inclusive games means a better experience for everyone. And while we can't march this year, we can certainly
Zumbai क्या कर रहे हो
game. So all of the games that Riot offers, including League of Legends and Valorant, will have Pride content such as emotes, player cards, and more. So equip your content and show your support for LGBT plus players everywhere. Go out there and do so. All this stuff looks really, really awesome. And I'm kind of mad that I'm in studio, not at home, not able to download all of it. So go ahead, check it all out. It's incredible stuff. Much love to the LGBTQ plus community. Nothing but appreciative.
LGBTQ का क्या
go
इसमें
out and support a fantastic cause. That said, though, I mean, folks, we got our next map underway.
No duels बेटा देखा मैंने देखा भाई
Do you think we're going to see a map 3, Veli? Yes, no?
आखिरी में देखा यार यही हो गया
He believes. Achilles.
Valorant खेलना है क्या अरे नहीं मैं बोला डिस्कॉर्ड आ जाओ साथ में देखते हैं
All right, Lothar, you
हो जाएगा
Yeah, I got actually turned.
See, yeah, we're good in that match. हाँ
Yeah, well, if you can get Lothar,
क्रेजी रैकून बढ़िया खेले भाई वो आखिरी में ये देखो भाई
hand it over to Pansy and Hypoc for game 2. Pansy, you definitely need a promotion.
आखिरी में हो सकता था क्लच पता है लिटरली ये देख टाइम भाई कितनों से टाइम से चला गया यार वो मजा आता अगर लेकिन वैसे अगर वो ओवर टाइम में जाता और वो जीत जाते ना मजा आता मेरे को फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट भेजो क्या नाम है नाम देखो भाई नाम दिख रहा है क्या नहीं दिख रहा Shit.
Honestly, they've got to be really proud of that performance coming away. Again, we talk about this being very, very difficult to place.
हाँ भाई एक दूसरे को ये लोग हाय बोल रहे लो बोल रहे नाइट बॉट उन लोगों को हाय हेलो बोल रहे हैं सीआईडी ने हेलो बोला नाइट बॉट ने सीआईडी को हेलो बोला ओके फिर सीआईडी ने हेलो जूम भाई बोला नाइट बॉट ने फिर से सीआईडी को हेलो बोला फिर जूम भाई ने हेलो सीआईडी को बोला पीएसएफ को बोला तो नाइट बॉट ने जूम वाले को हेलो बोला अभी एवरेज प्लेयर ने हाय बोला अभी नाइट बॉट एवरेज प्लेयर को हाय बोलेगा सी नाइस ये साइकिल चलती रहनी चाहिए वाह भाई नीचे स्क्रीन है व्हाट द फक नीचे क्या है नीचे क्या हो रहा है नीचे स्क्रीन है क्या भाई नीचे क्या हो रहा है मैं यहाँ पे दिवाली की लाइट लगा रहा हूँ भाई पीछे आजा
unexpected performance from Crazy Raccoons. Now,
Bye,
how
Shizo.
far they're able to really carry the momentum through from map 1. That's the next question, really. Version 1, again, it's a difficult one to place, and I'm really talking about agent composition. I think actually on map 1, they handled some of the concerns that I'd initially put forward very, very well. But Icebox is a different kettle of fish, I think.
Hello.
It could be. And if someone would like to make a
अरे स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं करनी पड़ेगी ना आप भी देख रहे हो ना लाइव
मैं वैसे ही देख लूंगा ना
हाँ भाई खुश है यही इकडे
P1,
आप
yeah,
लोगों को
they
बिल्ली
had a
देखनी
couple
है
of
मेरे
heavy
को?
hitters turn
अगर
up,
वो आ
right?
गई तो
Celsius had a
दिखाता।
great performance. Penny, I'd say, was
खुश हुई कि नहीं?
definitely
एक
one of the
देखो।
players I'd put up there as well. But can't look past
चला
much
गया
again.
वो।
The guy had a series, and we can already see the danger when he's alive. He can bring. I mean, the amount of times the clutches almost came through. There's so many moments towards it. But of course, before we get there, we have to now start talking about agent select. So, is there anything you're expecting to be maybe to keep our eyes on?
चला
Is
गया
there
वो।
any differences we might see region-wise, or is this kind of just going to be more of a standard agent select at this point?
ये तो इन दोनों का तो पता ही था, फनेटिक और ये V1 ही जाएगी आगे।
हाँ
कल आएगा मजा।
हाँ भाई, कल बहुत लेट है लेकिन।
हाँ 1:30 बजे सुबह।
मतलब अभी 1:30 बजे। लेट्स सी कितने बजे तक न्यूटन जीतेगी, मेरे को लग रहा है वो। अच्छा बाय नाइट बोर्ड को बोला कतुवा।
more into a position where they can kind of leave that player out on an island, right? And kind of work as a core four.
टीम लिक्विड का है, पहले तो कोई मजा ही आया।
to kind of, you know, thrive
11 बजे और फिर 1:30 बजे।
right? I mean, we saw earlier a completely different look actually of Viper being in.
तो 11 बजे कौन खेलने वाला है टीम लिक्विड के पोजीशन में? जो आज जीतेंगे वो?
जो इनमें दोनों में जीतेगा। V1 most probable।
लेकिन इसके पहले तो फनेटिक की भी हुई ना।
हाँ तो फनेटिक का सेंटिनल के साथ है ना 1:30 बजे।
अच्छा 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 ऐसे कर रहे क्या वो? ओके अभी मुझे समझ में आ गया।
वो अपर ब्रैकेट।
हाँ 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 हाँ, मतलब जिनमें से जो जीतेगा वो लिक्विड के साथ जाएगा। उसके बाद न्यूटन और शार्क्स में जो जीतेगा वो अच्छा एक्सटर्नल। अच्छा समझ में आ गया।
V1 में जो जीतेगा फिर।
हाँ जूम भाई वाइपर।
तो वाइपर तो है, कौन सा मैप है?
हाँ मैप ही नहीं पता चला मुझे भी। नहीं पहले दिखाया था ना मैप के स्टार्ट। पहला एसेंट था, उसके बाद रुको देखता हूँ मैं।
एसेंट में भी हाँ सही है वाइपर।
नहीं एसेंट तो हो गया, अभी कौन सा लेंगे वो?
आइस बॉक्स ही है।
आइस बॉक्स है क्या?
आइस बॉक्स ही है।
हाँ मैं पीछे जाके देख रहा था, मेरे को लगा जल्दी दिखेगा। उन्होंने आगे जाके टिल व्हाट विल यू स्ट्रीम पता नहीं।
वाइपर और क्या
रेज को भाई ऑल्ट चाहिए।
सीख लो भाई सीख लो, तुम्हारे लिए है।
मर गया लेकिन वो क्या सीखना, मर गया वो इसलिए।
ना वो
हाँ
बाद में लग कर रही है क्या भाई?
हाँ मिड पे है वो।
We'll find the kill as well.
Nice.
And now Neff. The 1v3, there is a little bit of damage done. Vanity 40, Jammies 70.
Not him back on A.
I'm just scared to say.
Yeah, this is the problem with finding so much value. I'm talking about just the information alone from that lurk from Jammies. They're able to just run rings around Raccoons in the pistol round.
ये कौन सी स्किन है? ये नई स्किन है क्या भाई? नया स्किन कब आया?
बीटा वाली होगी ना इस पे में भी।
क्योंकि वो इस जैसे लग रही थी, सोवेरियन जैसे लग रही थी, लेकिन हाँ
रियल वाली।
ओ बढ़िया।
उसमें मतलब चेंज होता है डार्कनेस।
हाँ हाँ डार्क। सोवा तो गंदा मरा बेचारा, उसको पता भी नहीं था।
गंदा तो ये रेज मरी भाई।
potentially
shot हमारा.
Jamie's going to get caught off guard. But like I said, the audio cue comes through. At that point,
3
you
लोग
can
भी
get
पे
the
लेकिन
information
उनको
and people decide to
4 लोग
swing
भी
back.
पे lol.
Plan on A here.
बढ़िया फेक किया उन्होंने भाई घुस
Well,
जाओ
so far
घुस
the
जाओ.
turret, but he's the only one here for Crazy Raccoons right now, and he's pushed up. Okay, we'll respect it now that the owl drone comes through. V1
मिल गई
side
साइट.
control.
I don't mind people going for a stack in a round like this. Keep in mind that the Crazy Raccoons, their economy is going to be pretty poor in this round, so why not try and do something a little out of the box? Stack towards B long, didn't work out this time. B1 are going to be on the site. See if they can keep it clean. Looks like
100% in
they're gonna find
topness.
one, but that's about it. And nice aim, but couldn't quite convert. Penny outdoes. And just before we get to the buy, of course, I do want to give a huge thanks again to the observers who have just been absolutely impeccable so far, which is Prius, Sapphire.
क्या खरीदा था उन्होंने वेंडल स्पेक्टर बुलडॉग
I don't mind
स्पेक्टर.
big
जे
shout
टॉप
out,
करेगी क्या प्लीज ऑफ ले ले.
saw the action from in-game and
नहीं
also got to
करेगी.
say it, Penny off to a great start as well. The man does like a strong beginning,
Let's see.
right? Like Penny comes out absolutely blasting, and he did in the previous game, and just carried on. He was able
Let
to
us see.
keep pushing that sort of presence, but I'm just waiting for the Crazy Raccoons to get into the game, and now they're on the rifle round, so this is where it's got to begin, right? This is where we get to see suddenly maybe that dangerous side that we saw in that previous map.
Yeah, it looks like an actually catching a headshot on the way up there, but Vanity able to get that trade from the top of actually trade the damage back and find the kill.
बढ़िया लगा था ना उसका शॉट.
For V1. Rotation's already come through. If the Crazy Raccoons can stop this plant coming.
Let's have a look, see what Neff can do with this as well.
Stalling it for so
Yeah.
long.
ऐसे खेलते हैं भाई केजे.
I'm keeping my eyes on if Penny
नहीं तो हमारे केजे.
try and maybe locate some space towards A, because this is an all-in rotation, because Rion now
Viper क्या lineup देख रही थी
really
भाई?
hedge their bets. They have to kind of overcommit to these rotations, which could be punished now. There's been a bit of a pause
वो
here.
डिफॉल्ट का है ना वो.
Could be a really nice
Post
place
plant.
if they do find that space towards A, but you can see Vanity still trying to sell this concept. Now Neff does punish that, so we're already going to be back down to this 4v4, but look at the progress that Penny has made. Zephyr's already over here though, but it is just one player. That spike plant could come in now. Audio queue going to be made, so they know that there's now problems on the other front.
This is going to be Zelsis sent forward to plant this. Munchkin will find Penny actually. So he's thread the needle all the way from behind Boiler. Zelsis gets his ultimate online, so potentially come through and deal with some of this
I am the
early
hunter.
presence here. And Jammy's going to get himself up into a position where he can play the post pass. Zelsis finds the first.
वो तो टाइम है हंटर के लिए बहुत दोनों को.
Medusa pushing up for this one. They have to try and disrupt that Viper in these post plants. We know it by now. We've been telling this story the entire time, and Jammies has gone down. This opens up the chance. Great work from Medusa and Neff there to keep it at arm's length. And Effie's trying to do everything he can to deny the spike diffuser. Now back on it. Can Effie's deny it? I don't think he can. No time on it. Munchkin keeping him safe. And the perfect beginning back into this for the Crazy Raccoons after a good read from
अगर क्राउच करके ज़्यादा हो सकता था वो निकल सकता था राउंड.
नहीं
It's
निकलता.
unfortunate that, like I said, I'm not sure.
नहीं अगर क्राउच करके वो रेज आगे थी ना उसको पोजीशन नहीं पता थी शायद रेज की.
Penny getting picked off there.
ये क्या कर रहा था मैं?
Mainly gave you
भाई ये कैसे रेजोल्यूशन पे खेल रहे हैं ये.
a beautiful shot.
पूरा स्ट्रेच्ड है इनका. उसके बाद ये भी है कलर इतना ज़्यादा ये किया हुआ है कुछ लोगों ने.
भाई बेंच आई कराई.
हाँ
Bit of a readjustment on the plant or the
गेट आउट ऑफ माय वे.
स्ट्रेच में इजी होता है ना देखना नहीं तो.
हाँ मैं वो CSGO के भी जो ऑपर्स होते हैं मोस्टली वो स्ट्रेच रेस पे खेलते हैं.
ऑपर्स नहीं CS:GO में तो सभी स्ट्रेच ही खेलते हैं भाई. चाहे ऑपर हो चाहे नॉर्मल शॉट हो वो स्ट्रेच पे ही खेलते हैं.
हम नहीं है CSGO वाले ज़्यादा तो हमें नहीं पता. ऑपर का पता है.
हमने बहुत खेला भाई.
हमने CSGO में सिर्फ डेथ मैच खेला है बस और बाकी के मैंने कॉम्प ही नहीं खेला है ज़्यादा. भाई पता ही नहीं. ओह
क्या ना टैरेट पे स्मोक किया उसने.
भाई 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 भाई.
Have just done a clinic on this round already. I love this, but now the 3 remaining. Can they put together the last picture of the pieces? No. Mid has been infiltrated. There's no way back in for it.
just fantastic work from Virgil. Well, yeah, again, to smoke off the turret there and double push towards Neth. Neth has no idea whatsoever that they've got all the way deep into kitchen. effectively getting all of this control so deep and for free, basically. Nusa find a consolation. Potentially a second here. Again, just looking to do a little damage. Make it costly.
Hello, Samstar. Lord.
Yeah. Vanity cleans up over on the other side. But yeah, I love that little kitchen piece from version 1. That's on the back of, I think, actually, was it round 2 where they spotted out the Killjoy setup? And
भाई ट्रॉन स्किन से कौन खेलता है अभी? वो उसकी वोमेन पे के पास जो वैंडल की स्किन है, ये वाली।
वाह, तो उसको पसंद होगी भाई, सबकी अपनी अपनी पसंद होती है।
ठीक है भाई। You are pro carry किस गेम में? ऐसे नहीं ब्रो। You are pro और Manuindia। क्या बोल रहे ब्रो? आर यू प्रो ऐसा बोल रहे हैं क्या? और Manuindia मतलब क्या भाई? प्रो या मैं एक तो प्रो हो सकता हूँ या Manuindia हो सकता हूँ, दोनों नहीं हो सकता क्या? टैक्टिकल 5 बोल भी नहीं रहा भाई ये बंदा, बोल ले। हेलो, कैमरा में देख। अच्छा, टेक्निकल इशू आ रहा है शायद।
अगर टेक्निकल इशू है तो फिर आपस में नहीं बात कर सकते।
उसके हाथ में क्या है?
अरे वो मतलब हाथ में वो नहीं आ जाता पसीना।
हाँ
उसको सोक करने के लिए मतलब वो होता है।
हाँ। You are pro or Manuindia is pro? Manuindia is pro, bro. I am no. स्क्वायर मॉनिटर दिए रहे सबको।
सेटअप है।
मैं वही बोलने वाला था यार, मैं वही बोलने वाला था यार। क्या सेटअप है भाई? हाँ मैंने ये ऐसे बाल लड़कियों के होते हैं भाई हमारे यहाँ, ऐसे ऐसे कड़ी आती है वो बट। हाँ भाई ये क्या हेयर स्टाइल है? उसके हेयर स्टाइल में कुछ अलग दिख रहा है क्या आपको ऐसे?
ज़्यादा डीप नहीं जाते। फैमिली फ्रेंडली
नहीं, मेरे को डैंड्रफ दिख रहा था, ये बोला मैंने। वो 160 हर्ट्ज पे डैंड्रफ भी दिखता है।
160 में से 100 हटा दो भाई।
कोई ना आपको भी दिखने लग जाएगा डैंड्रफ। इमेजिन यहाँ पे पता चले कोई चीट कर रहा है
तो उसको 4 सेकंड बंडल देंगे। उसका प्राइस यही होगा।
अरे यार उन्होंने राइट, अगर मैं राइट की स्किन डिजाइन में होता ना तो मैं 4 सेकंड बंडल कैसा बनाता पता है क्या? ऐसा लिख के आता word.exe स्किन्स में, वो ऐसा रोटेट करता। टाइम एक
I guess when everything worked as intended.
So never.
Yeah, basically never.
Got it.
been a while. It's been a while.
Just white people happy, dude. Having a great time. But yeah, my serious Phil's gonna start to really get towards
भाई
the
खत्म
point
करो
where
भाई.
he'll start saying like Pepe's at this point just to kind of appease chat, people at home. So hopefully we
टेक्निकल
get
पॉज
back
में
underway
हुआ
soon.
क्या है
You
भाई?
don't want me to go to
ये
that
तो
level.
बता दो.
You don't want
वही
me.
तो.
I'm trying to help you guys out here if anything.
I can drop out again if you want.
Please don't.
Take over and...
Please no.
श्राउड क्या कह रहा है?
You don't want me to go to that level. You don't want it. I'm trying to help you guys out here.
Every tournament has different rules. Are you usually allowed to talk in technical pauses? No, usually you're not. But every tournament has different rules. And eventually a technical pause becomes like so long that it doesn't even matter anymore.
You are not, but you are 6 now.
सीरीज
भाई श्राउड की वॉचिंग देखो कितनी आ रही है. 174,000.
We still have what? So we have
Lol.
now the upper
इनसे 10 गुना भाई.
Sentinels and Fnatic. That's going to be a banger of a game.
श्राउड पे ऑफिशियल टूर्नामेंट की भी ज़्यादा आ रही है. 60K के अराउंड थी शायद. 60-50 समथिंग.
From like the upper quarters, just looking at it. Okay, yeah. So let's kind of talk about next round. We'll ignore this game for now because it's on our screens until it starts up again. It'll probably start now just because I'm doing this. But Sentinels Fnatic, hot take on that one. How do you? How
आज
much are we reading into Fnatic's dominance in the upper round here?
A lot. I think there would have been kind of, yes, they come out and win the first series, but to win it in the fashion they did, and especially with a couple of big factors for them.
Yeah, these technical
VCT
pauses
partner है ना
are
ये.
annoying for viewers, but they're
और वो
even
भी
more
hit
annoying
scan
for
वाला.
players. You just want to play, man.
क्या?
रायन
You don't want to sit there and just
रायन और श्राउड ये
Especially if
VCT
you-
पार्टनर्स है ना.
हाँ.
For Fnatic, so that for me, as an EU fanboy,
हम भी है भाई अनऑफिशियल. उनको पता नहीं है हम है लेकिन.
What have you been casting? Sus. No, I mean,
Sentinels is tomorrow at 1 p.m. PST.
upper round game. So here's the thing. I think Sentinels Fnatic the upper round game of that.
Do I miss playing for a pro team? No. Do I miss playing for a pro team? No. I mean, if I was to miss anything, it'd be playing.
ट्विच पे बैक नहीं जा सकते ना यार.
Do I actually miss the professional life?
इसमें ट्विच में
No,
नहीं.
no, no. I have it easy now. In comparison, of course.
लोग पढ़ते मात्री ना. क्या चल रही है? किससे बात कर रहे हो? जूम भाई से.
There's a lot of hype around them. Like all the teams, Scrimbucks are an all-time high.
जेरी भाई भी शायद यही कर रहे थे ना. उनकी लाइव स्ट्रीम चले क्या अभी भी? चल है ना. हाँ बुला ले उनको भी.
बुला लो.
हेलो उनको भी मैसेज करता हूँ.
But I've got an update. Now, I know you guys at home were thoroughly enjoying the impromptu podcast that I was going to start with Hypoc, and once again, I get out of answering whether I believe in Scrimbucks or not. Because if I'm not mistaken, we are going to have a little bit of a break to get the game back up and all ready to go. So this will take a little bit of time. So why don't we all get to know Virtual a little bit better?
Oh my god. Something bad must have happened. Like something is not working. Because they're throwing.
हाँ भाई बहुत टाइम हो गया भाई.
this was the most fun I've had in a team, so I think everything's just been natural. Progression was really quick, it kind of really natural.
बुला लो लेजेंड निक्सॉन. हेलो हेलो ब्रो. बुलाया मैंने. वो शायद उनका ध्यान नहीं है जेरी भाई का ज़्यादा.
There's so much that could go wrong with technical pot. Like there's so many technical issues. I remember one time I delayed a whole tournament for like 3 hours. I swear it just didn't. It felt like forever. They swapped my SSDs. They swapped my computers. They swapped everything. I think I went through 3 or 4 computers in one like In one match. In one match, I went through 3 or 4 computers. It was fucking ridiculous. Just swap the PC, swap the hard drive, swap the drive, swap the PC, swap the drive, swap the. It was ridiculous.
मेरे उस पे सर्वर पे
एक मिनट
Everything went
बता ही
wrong.
देना कौन सा करूं
है
बता ही दे कौन सा
Why?
करूं
I have no
लाइव
idea.
वाला कर ले लाइव वाला कर सकता है तो
I couldn't tell you. I have no
लाइव
idea.
वाला
लाइव वाला
अरे वो ये कर रहे हैं, वो एडेक्स के साथ कर रहे हैं शायद, ऐसा कुछ।
भाई इतने हैं कि क्या
भाई लॉल।
मनु भाई के जूम भाई है क्या जूम भाई को लेके आ जाओ
भाई धंधा
डिस्कॉर्ड पे
जूम भाई को लेके आ जाओ बोल रहे, किनके उनके इस पे
धंधा बना दिया आप लोगों ने।
दिल का दिल में
अपना नहीं खेलना तुम लोग हैं।
लॉल।
किधर गया
क्या कर क्या रहे हैं VCT मास्टर्स देख रहे हैं। नोबडी गिव्स अ फक। कौन देख कौन रहा है मेरे को जरा बताओ कौन देख रहा है
एक सेकंड रुकना
लॉल।
किधर है
क्या पता भाई।
चूज वन इज यू और प्रो जेरी बॉय इज प्रो बोथ ठीक है भाई भाभी देख ली तुम लोगों ने खुश हो अब ठीक है
एक तो मैंने ही खोली है चलो
परेशानी बताओ
एक जेरी भाई ने खोली होगी और एक आपने खोली होगी 3 बंदे देख रहे हैं
इसकी जगह अगर मैं
Which one was that? I forgot.
ये तीनों हम ही हैं।
लॉल।
ओ भाई
अरे लड़कियां कहाँ गई भाई कास्टर।
अरे आगे जी भाई। हेलो हेलो।
हेलो
अरे भाई
मेरा दोस्त है मेरे वाले सर्वर पे ना
आपके सर्वर में आ क्या? ओके ओके।
आता है
What happened to the game? I don't know. They're just probably having issues. Maybe someone's PC doesn't work. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
इनको ड्रैग कर लो भाई।
इग्नोर्ड
भाई व्हाट इज दिस बिहेवियर?
I love how he's just wearing the headset like that. So ridiculous.
भाई उन लोगों को क्या जीवार आ रहा होगा। अब वो आगे वाले बंदे के भी ये हो जाएंगे।
ये कौन सी वॉच पार्टी चल रही है जेरी भाई की इसमें लड़की क्यों आ रही है हमारे में लड़की क्यों नहीं आ रही भाई हेलो
जीरी भाई पीछे जाके भाई भाई हाँ भाई व्हाट इज दिस बिहेवियर? ये कहाँ पे देख रहे जीरी भाई?
पीछे 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 देख रहे
अच्छा पीछे देख रहे थे, हम भी देखेंगे पीछे।
किसके
दिल का दरिया
चलो आ गया भाई आवाज।
मनु भाई गर्लफ्रेंड रिवील कर दी मैंने
हाँ देख ली मैंने।
फैंसी
मैं पैंटी पढ़ाता उसको मैं
भाई
चैट पढ़ ले वरना डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर दूंगा क्या मुझे भी भाभी के पास जाना है स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया बढ़िया 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 फिर से लोग क्या लिख रहे थे
नहीं एवरेज भाई।
बताओ मनु भाई कौन जीतेगा अगला मैच? गाइस आप हमारे साथ आ चुके हैं
पता नहीं क्या, अरे क्या चला था, स्कोर क्या था भाई मैं तो भूल गया।
अरे रुको 2-1
3-0 था।
Now we have on desk with us is Manuindia, a very known YouTuber with a very good,
very close to 100. Very close to 100.
very good gameplay.
They're not getting stuck. Crazy Raccoons are playing well.
नीले कलर का रैंक
पर स्टक हुए हुए।
He is very pro. So he is with us on our desk to discuss about the game that is being played between one.
यप बराबर बराबर।
Yeah. Also we have Zoom Gaming, a very known and very Zoom.
very zoomed.
Yeah, very zoomable
Zoomable gamer. Zoom Gaming with us. He is also very pro in Valorant. He is also platinum with 2 IDs.
He is also Chacha of Shroud.
Yeah.
अरे भाई निकले आप मेरे।
crowd or what?
मुझे मिले में बिछड़े हुए हैं।
क्राउड मेरा पोता है। कैसे रिश्ते
रिश्ता वही सोच नहीं।
नहीं नहीं
मैं तो कहता हूँ जूम भाई आप भी स्ट्रीम चालू कर दो।
Okay guys, so first question to Manuindia. Here it is.
कितने पैसे के लिए भाई?
Manu bhai, first question for ₹2000.
Okay.
On your screen right now.
Yes. Technical plots.
What is the length of your dick? First option 2 inch. Second option 3 inch. Fourth option 10 inch. Or no option. Over to you.
I would like to use a lifeline. Phone a friend.
I would like to.
Stop.
I would like to call your mom.
So, yeah, Manu bhai, what is the lifeline you would like to
Phone a
Call
friend.
your mom.
What? Phone a friend?
Yeah, phone a friend.
Okay. Unfortunately, Manu bhai, you don't have any friends, so you have.
अरे lifeline use करो inch tape. Length नापो.
Yeah. So Manu bhai, choose another lifeline. You can have 50-50 option. You can have expert advice, and you can have audience poll.
I would like to go with expert advice.
Okay, we have expert advice. Zoom gaming. Over to you.
मैंने expert advice दे दिया. Inch tape use करो, नापो, screenshot लो और जेरी भाई को भेजो.
Screenshot.
So basically, this is a technical fault in the question. Without inchy tape, we cannot nap. Okay.
Yeah. तो मेरे को भी. I also think they are searching for inchy tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So याद हूँ मैं अनंत.
ये वो आ रहा था ना गुड बॉय बैड बॉय मूवी में. ये ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है.
Okay, so पहला क्वेश्चन जो है वो मनु भाई यहाँ पर हार चुके हैं. He lost.
Yeah.
So second question for ₹2100 on screen. Right?
100 रुपए बढ़ा है.
हार गए ना, जीतते तो भाई 10,000 बढ़ा सकते हैं. 12,000 करता. हार गए तो 100 रुपए.
अरे नहीं रुपए मत दो. अरे जरी भाई रुपए मत दो, सब्सक्राइबर दो.
1900 तो ले लो.
भाई मैं स्क्रीनशॉट भेजने के लिए तैयार हूँ.
वही लड़के हैं जो स्कूल में स्केल पे 3 इंच पे मार्क लगाते थे.
मेरा पेट.
So next question is what is truth about you in the options.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first option, you are gay, no offense. Second option, you are virgin. Third option, you are radiant. And fourth option,
You have 100k subs.
you are verified YouTuber.
See, first I would like to say that this is really good question. Okay, I like this question, but there are few technical flaws in this question.
Just like the match.
Yes. So what was the first option? I am gay, right?
You are, yeah.
So this is not my answer. Okay, I am just no, don't lock this answer.
You won.
No, Are, I am giving explanation about all the options.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have timer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So very controversial and personal option this is, and I like to say skip on this option.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, skip. Okay. Uh, yeah. Second option was I am virgin. That is also technical truth.
No, Manu bhai, two things cannot happen at the same time. You are either gay or you are virgin. You cannot be both. Okay.
So I am second option. So this means I am not first option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's second option.
Yeah. I am second option from my janam date. From there only.
I can see. Okay, yeah. Manu bhai, third question. This is unfortunately the right answer, and you have won 2100 rupees.
100.
So, as you have won, is the right answer. The next question for 23,500 rupees
Oh.
on your screen. Right?
Yeah.
When will you marry Mithila Pal?
Oh, she is in my chat. Hello.
इधर भी है जेरी भाई की चैट में
Is she asking the question?
No, she transfer question to me. I asked the question.
No, this is why she bring our matter? Why she bring our matter into your stream?
It's about money.
actually she is he
23,500.
Oh my god, 23,500. That is too much amount of money.
If you want, you can quit. You will get 2,100 and you can leave home.
No, only 2,100, 23,000. Arey, options. Give me options.
Yeah.
What is first option?
First question is
first question ही first option
first option is yeah. When will you marry Anna? When it is first option is on your birthday.
Okay.
Second option is on her birthday. Third
Okay.
option is first option. Fourth option is
30th Feb
30th Feb is never coming. Yeah. So fourth option is on Raksha Bandhan.
Okay. The question was when are you going to marry, right? मतलब होने वाला ये तो पहले डिसाइड कर लिया तुम लोगों ने.
Yeah.
I don't have any choice, right?
No.
हाँ वैसे भी
वो अभी जाके कर रहे हैं
हाँ वैसे भी इंडिया में चॉइस फ्री विल तो है ही नहीं अब लोग. So अरे this actually takes me back to my memory. I have one gift from Mithila. You know, she gifted me this thing. मतलब, yeah, that was also that was her curse, but not the gift. This is her gift. Can you see here in my stream? I am showing something.
Wait.
Yes. So I think she meant this option 3 years ago. Oh, the number 1 out of 100. So
so you
yes,
so
my option is.
yeah.
But what is her birthday? I forgot. So do you remember?
Yeah, she no. If you forgot her birthday, she is writing. She don't want to marry. Fuck off.
Yeah. They. Thank you. Tell her thank you. I am very happy.
You don't want to
Mithila
marry.
Palka 12th January
Oh, don't use Google. Okay, I can also use. Please.
expert
Yeah, okay. So apart from that, let's come to the point where we were actually that who is going to win this match.
Yeah. Good question. Yeah.
The answer. Question to
yeah
answer.
he's
Yeah.
this is the answer
Yeah. I think version 1 should win. May win. Yeah. No, I am version. No. Version 1. The team should win. May though.
Vicinity should win.
Yeah, yeah. That's the answer of the question is the.
Yeah.
This technical pause is so long. What the fuck is that?
भाई नीतू कुमारी का मेरे स्ट्रीम पे मैसेज आया था, हाय सर आई एम लाइव। चलो 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 कार्ड ही निकालो भाई। हेलो नीतू कुमारी, आई एम कमिंग फॉर यू। वेयर इज नीतू कुमारी, लेट मी सी।
तूफान आ रहा है, पॉकेट में 5 रुपए का कॉइन डाल दो।
Hi sir.
लिटरली सर।
शो और हेड का ऑप्शन आ रहा है मेरे को।
नो नीतू कुमारी।
नीतू कुमारी आई एम लाइव नाउ।
Who is Neetu Kumari?
I don't know. बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया। यार स्कोर कर रहे लोग, मन ही नहीं कर रहा यार अब देखने का।
भाई मैं तो सोच रहा था थर्ड मैच भी देखूंगा। अब तो ये मैच ही कब खत्म होगा पता नहीं।
चालू तो बताना मेरे को।
आप क्या कर रहे हो?
भाई वो आराम से वो लेट गए भाई, कुर्सियों पे ही लेट गए हो। ये नहीं हो रहा चालू।
I am also little. Yeah.
मैं सोच रहा हूँ ओमेगल पे जाऊँ, लेकिन ओमेगल पे जा नहीं सकता।
मैं सोच रहा हूँ वेलोरेंट अपन ही खेल लेते हैं।
मैं भी वही सोच रहा हूँ।
मैंने तो पहले ही बोल दिया था मनु भाई को, मान ही नहीं रहे।
क्या नहीं मान रहे?
वेलोरेंट खेलते हैं।
भाई वो बंदा उठ के जाके वापस आ गया।
मन भाई वॉच पार्टी कब से कर रहे हो? अभी शुरू से कर रहे थे क्या?
हाँ मेरा नेट का इशू आ रहा था, अब जब वो सॉल्व हो गया शायद इसमें नहीं, पहले मैच में हाँ 4-5 राउंड हो गए थे तब से कर दिया शुरू। बच्चे उड़ गए सड़क से।
यार मैं गेम खेलूंगा तो चैट नहीं पढ़ पाऊंगा यार। क्या ही करूंगा चैट पढ़ के, कोई चैट ही नहीं कर रहा। मॉडर्न प्रॉब्लम्स एक बार
मॉडर्न सॉल्यूशंस राइट।
कोवैक किया है मनु भाई कभी?
नहीं। अरे मुझे एक चीज़ बताओ, कोवैक में जब आप मतलब एम कर मतलब गोली चलाते हो उसके बाद क्रॉसहेयर वहीं पे वापस आता है या थोड़ा ऊपर चला जाता है? वहीं पे ना? कंफर्म? हाँ तो भाई मेरे को कोवैक करना पड़ेगा फिर डाउनलोड। एम लैब्स में वो क्रॉसहेयर ऊपर चला जाता है हर बार एक बुलेट फायर के बाद। हाँ मतलब वो वैलोरेंट में कैसे फायर करने के बाद क्रॉसहेयर मतलब ऊपर जाता है लेकिन वापस वही लेवल पे आता है। एम लैब पे वैसा नहीं हो रहा है, इसकी वजह से जब आप कंटिन्यू फायर करते हो तो आपको माउस बहुत नीचे नीचे ड्रैग करना पड़ रहा है, इस वजह से ये नहीं कर रहा। हाँ
भाई वीडियोस आर नॉट कमिंग, पता नहीं भाई आपको पता है मेरे फ्रेंड मॉडल क्रिएटर नहीं पता आप हो सर। थैंक यू वाह भाई जेरी बॉय ठरकी नहीं बोलो क्या भाई बोलिनो क्या बोल रहा है? एक बात बताना भाई, सारी स्ट्रीम्स प्राइवेट क्यों कर रहा है? प्राइवेट नहीं अनलिस्टेड रहती हैं यार।
I mean, this guy is just
हेलो राजू,
everyone knows him for the edge.
भाई वो बंदा ही टकलू रकून जैसा दिख रहा है लिटरली। वो पहले जो बोल रहा था
एम लैब में सोचा था करूं क्योंकि सब लोग एम लैब करते हैं ना।
हाँ अरे एम लैब में अगर वो सेटिंग हो तो अच्छा हो जाएगा, वो ऊपर क्रॉस ना जाए क्योंकि पता नहीं, क्योंकि पिस्तौल का भी भाई एम ऊपर जा रहा है वो हर बार, तो उसकी वजह से बहुत नीचे लाओ ना तो वो माउस पैड बहुत नीचे नीचे करना पड़ रहा है, माउस अच्छा नहीं लग रहा वो। हाँ
अच्छा हाथ पर नीचे खिसकाना पड़ता होगा।
हाँ बहुत।
gonna build up those players. But right
कुछ
now,
मत करो वेदांत भाई, रुक जाओ थोड़ा।
the guy that everyone wants to play against.
हेलो राउडी गेमिंग, क्या हाल चाल? हेलो गेमिंग सेक्शन स्ट्रीम चैनल पे रहने देना। अरे कंटेंट रहता है, गेम लैब किया मैंने लेकिन कुछ खास नहीं है वो। अच्छा ऐसा क्या?
Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Valorant Esports for the latest news, highlights, memes. That's in the script. And most importantly,
ये
the
लग रहा है
chance to
रखो।
participate in our daily predictions. Clearly, you guys can never get anything wrong. But we are getting
मेरे को
very
लगता है ये लोग चालू कर
close to
पाएंगे।
starting the
हो रहा
game,
है
so
क्या?
I'm going to send it over to Pansy and someone who has the largest brain in all of Valorant. Seriously, you got to check his cranium out for like medical reasons. It's Hypoc. Take it away, guys. Over to you.
कोवैक एम ट्रेनर ना
शादी कर दो दुनिया जुलाई में। हाँ
स्टीम पे।
Wholeheartedly promise we are now seconds away from starting. If
मुझे
not,
पता है मैं
I'm putting
ग्रेजुएट होने
production
वाला
crew
हूँ
on it
4
once.
दिन
It's
में।
happening. Like we're breaking news as of
फिर मैं बेरोजगार।
इम्मी गियर ना, इम्नी गियर
क्या?
वो इंजीनियर को कहते ना।
चीफ
कोवैक
का
349 का है।
340। ये कौन सा है? दिस इज कोवैक।
एम लैब तो है फिलहाल, एम लैब बना लो।
मेरे को लगा था ज्यादा है।
दोनों जाके एक बंदे को रेड कर दो। हाँ भाई, अरे चैट में लिख रहे लोग कि हम दोनों जाके किसी को रेड मार।
अरे रेड तब करो भाई जब वॉचिंग को
वही ना
को रेड करो तो उसको सही भी लगे। अब कम
हो रहा है क्या भाई? चालू, मेरे को लग रहा है चालू हो रहा है, चालू हो रहा है। उन्होंने कीबोर्ड माउस पे हाथ लगाया, पता नहीं। हाँ
हो रहा है।
हो जा प्लीज। इमेजिन किसी ने ये ऑन कर दिया 2 सेकंड के लिए, चीट्स और इन्फिनिट एबिलिटीज ऑन।
क्यों करेंगे ऐसा? वैसे टूर्नामेंट्स वाले में नहीं होती होगी चीट्स वन। टूर्नामेंट मोड ऑन करो तो
क्या पता।
कल तक चालू होगा भाई ये।
हो रहा है क्या? अभी तो नहीं हो रहा।
कुछ नहीं पता भाई।
लग तो नहीं रहा है।
ऐसे इतने में अपना एक कॉम्पिटिटिव हो जाता।
आई एम बैक ब्रो।
पेंटी आ गई, आई मीन पेंजी आ गई।
गाइस भाभी देख लो अपनी। आज तुम लोगों को दिखेंगी ही नहीं अभी। तो दिखाऊंगा तुम लोगों को।
पासवर्ड क्या था?
पासवर्ड आएगा
एमलैब का। aimlab.exe इज नॉट रिस्पॉन्डिंग। हो गया।
ये खरीदा था एमलैब?
नहीं, एमलैब तो फोकट है ना।
फ्री है एमलैब?
हाँ
नहीं आई डोंट थिंक सो।
हाँ हाँ।
फ्रैंकी को देखा है कभी?
किसको?
फ्रैंकी CS:GO की कास्ट थी।
अच्छा
इंटरव्यू वगैरह भी लेती, मस्त लगती है देखने। फ्रैंकी CS:GO सर्च करना।
अच्छा
सर्च करना अभी कर रहा हूँ मैं।
लाइव पे
हाँ
लाइव है?
नहीं मतलब कह रहा हूँ लाइव पे सर्च कर रहे हो क्या?
हाँ हाँ, देखा है शायद मैंने।
CS:GO के भी गेम्स ही नहीं देखे भाई।
अरे काफी हाइप होती है भाई CS:GO में, CS:GO के टूर्नामेंट में काफी बढ़िया।
भाई मैंने आज तक नहीं देखा।
वही
मतलब नेक्स्ट लेवल होता था ना। मैंने सुबह
स्कोर बना दिया भाई मैंने स्मॉल फ्लिक्स 1 वॉल 2 टारगेट में।
सुबह 5:30 6 बजे तक मैंने मैचेस देखे हैं भाई, क्या ही मजा आते थे भाई। मतलब अलग ही फील।
अरे वो तो दूसरा मैच है ना जो 130 को चालू होगा, वो पता है। वो नहीं ये नहीं कुछ नहीं
भाई। ये क्या टेक्निकल पॉज है भाई?
और नहीं तो क्या।
आज और कोई मैच नहीं है, यही 2 मैच है।
नहीं एक और है ना उसके बाद।
कौन सा? टीम और किसका है? और कौन सा है? नहीं है, और नहीं है। अच्छा हाँ, शार्क्स एंड उसका न्यूट्रन।
ये देखो मेरी स्ट्रीम, ये देखो ये होता है भाई। एम लैब का यही इशू है कि अगर मैं सिर्फ माउस क्लिक कर रहा हूँ ना, तो ये देखो गन ऐसी जा रही है। मैंने मिड पे लेके आई।
तो ये आपके उसके लिए है, ट्रेनिंग के लिए है।
अरे नहीं ना, लेकिन वैलोरेंट में ऐसा होता नहीं है। वैलोरेंट
तो
में
वैलोरेंट
गन नीचे आ जाती है, वैसे वैलोरेंट में ऐसा होता है, देखो ऐसा।
अरे वो तो
वो
मैं समझ गया, वो मैं समझ
हाँ।
गया।
अरे लेकिन फिर
लेकिन
इससे और वैलोरेंट की ट्रेनिंग फिर अलग हो जाती है ना, इसमें चेंज करो।
एक ही पोजीशन पे थोड़ा ना जाना आपको, तो वैसे भी दूसरी जगह पे जाना है ना। ये देखो ऐसे जाना है ना,
अरे
तो
नहीं,
उससे
लेकिन
फर्क।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, माउस बहुत नीचे जाता है। क्योंकि क्या हो रहा है जुम भाई, आप कंटिन्यू फायर कर रहे हो ना, तो माउस और नीचे नीचे लेके जाना है, पड़ रहा है आप
कंटिन्यू
लोगों को।
करना ही नहीं है आपको, वन टैप ओनली।
दिखाओ 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 दिखाओ।
ओके ये देखो रिप्ले, हाँ रिप्ले। ये देखो अब मैं सपोज यहाँ पे करता हूँ। अभी ये मेरी माउस की पोजीशन है ना, इस ब्लॉक पे ही है। तो मैं वहीं पे धर रहा हूँ, माउस को कुछ नहीं कर रहा, और वन टैप कर रहा हूँ, तो ये ऐसे ऊपर जा रहा है बस।
लेट दिखेगा मेरे को थोड़ा।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
अच्छा, रिकॉइल आ रहा है इसमें, तो होगा ना बंद करने का रिकॉइल इसमें कुछ तो।
नहीं है ना,
क्योंकि
वही
मेरे
तो
को
ऑप्शन नहीं दिख रहा।
टेंस जो है उसके में नहीं होता जब वो एम लैप करता है।
नहीं होता होगा शायद उसको, लेकिन ये ये हो गया होगा उसको। मैंने बहुत देखा था, लेकिन पता नहीं चल रहा क्या
मैंने
ऑप्शन
बहुत
भी क्या होगा।
देखा था।
टेंस एम लैप, ये वाला वीडियो देखो ना। हाँ हाँ।
10 वेवलेंथ सेटिंग।
वैलोरेंट नहीं नहीं नहीं, वैलोरेंट वालों ने डाला था।
टेन जेम
ये है
लैब
ना
सेटिंग।
ये है ना 10 ट्राइज द वैलोरेंट चैलेंजर एम लैप कोर्स।
हाँ वो तो नहीं, वो तो कोर्स किया था उसने पूरा।
अरे जो भी था, बट स्टिल ऊपर नहीं जा रहा था ना एम लैप में। देखने दो एक सेकंड।
अरे नहीं, वो एम लैब पहले से यूज़ करता है ना, तो शायद उसको होगा, मतलब प्रैक्टिस होगी उसको। वो अगर ऊपर जा रहा है तो कैसे करे।
अरे क्या मारता है भाई, नहीं जा रहा था मनु भाई।
कंफर्म। अरे क्योंकि वो माउस को अगर हिला रहा होगा ना, तो वो नहीं समझ में आएगा जा रहा है या नहीं जा रहा है। तो नेम लैब रिकॉइल नलीफायर।
दिल नहीं लगता कॉलेज पर। हाँ, मेरे को बना दो भाई। अरे बन गया भाई। नहीं जा रहा नहीं जा रहा।
कौन सी सेटिंग होगी फिर वो।
देखो ना इसका 320 30 पे देखो, उधर ही है। टैप कर रहा है बस, वो क्लिक कर रहा है। यही टू वॉल्स वाला यही मैं कर रहा था अभी, लेकिन वो वॉल पे था। इसका वैलोरेंट का अलग है। पेड है क्या ये वाला?
नहीं नहीं, फ्री में भी यही ऑप्शन, मतलब ऑप्शंस आते हैं।
मतलब फ्री है क्या?
हाँ फ्री है, फ्री है।
नहीं यार। फ्री है क्या? फ्री प्ले इसको भी कर लेते हैं।
क्या सर्च कर रहा हूँ भाई मैं।
साइड पे जाते हो क्या?
होगा होगा इसमें।
ना ना, अरे मुझे वही चाहिए कि वो उसको बंद कैसे करे बस। तो फिर एम लैब काफ़ी बढ़िया हो जाएगा यूज़ करने के लिए। वो उस नहीं तो मैं इसी से करता हूँ फिर वैलोरेंट का डिफ़ॉल्ट से।
सर्च किया करो ना, हाउ टू टर्न ऑफ रिकॉइल
How to turn off a girl. मुझे तो लग रहा है मनु भाई एक्सपर्ट है.
रेडिट पे है ना.
हाँ मुझे तो वही है.
ये मेरे प्रोसेसर तो रिकॉइल नहीं देता, इसका भी नहीं देता, वलीनो का भी नहीं देता. 116 के सब तो 6 वॉचिंग खुद को तब तक चूतिया बनाते रहो क्योंकि जनता तो नहीं है. अरे संस्कार भाई, इट्स बेसिकली दैट आई हैव परचेज्ड सम
कस्टम वेपन करना पड़ेगा क्या भाई तैयार?
एट अराउंड 3 लाख फॉर.
चालू हो गया भाई, चालू हो गया
कंफर्म
भाई, चालू हो गया. हाँ
ओ भाई भाई चलो गया.
Well, do some damage onto Neth. He's got to back up towards backside, down to 27 HP now. Initially, a lot of control gained by V1 now. Still got to get the spike down.
अगर उन्होंने अब रीजन दिया कि भाई हाँ, अरे अगर उन्होंने रीजन दिया कि भाई हमारा एम खराब हो गया इतना टाइम नहीं खेलने से तो
अरे चालू नहीं हुआ. राइट
नहीं 3-1 हो गया.
हो गया, चालू हो गया ना.
हाँ
गेम फिर से चालू किया पूरा.
नहीं 3-1
नहीं नहीं वही था. हाँ ओ भाई
एरेस ओडिन भी नहीं. वाइबर पोस्ट ब्रांड बोलते.
बढ़िया भाई.
अरे 2-1 कर दिया. 3-1 था अभी.
ये क्या कौन से नशे भाई?
हाँ भाई बहुत बड़ा टेक्निकल इशू था भाई.
नहीं ज्यादा हुआ था यार.
नहीं नहीं 3-1 था.
अरे 2-1 दिखा रहा है.
हाँ वो कोई इशू आ रहा. नीचे देखो ना, नीचे देखो सबसे.
हाँ वही ग्लिच है भाई, वो
ग्लिच है वो. वैसे 3-1 हो गया.
ध्रुव भाई इंटरनेट अच्छा ले लो टीम के लिए.
Once again, very low HP and he's tucked into backside.
See if he gets anything out of that.
ये किधर गया यार शिवा?
Zelsis gets a big punish for that pretty brazen fight. Now Penny's gonna be the next on the chopping block potentially, and look at them falling like flies. How is this gonna happen? These are the rounds that somehow the crazy
क्या हग दिया भाई V1 वालों ने.
Munchkin sends it, doesn't quite find Vanity, but as the smoke dissipates, he's left standing, no burst left to play with, and now Effie's called upon to try and deal with the sudden mess that's coming out of nowhere. No spike plant to be worked with. He knows where Munchkin is. Can he clear it? 23 HP makes it much more
हो जाएगा.
comfortable to work with. There it is. Effie's cleared.
उस पे गन नहीं है अभी भी. उसने ले लेनी थी भाई.
But he could have easily moved by this point.
Could have repositioned down to 45 HP though. Still only a sheriff in hand. He's not been able to upgrade. Effie's comes through a huge red ball clutch for him there. The turn.
भाई लेकिन स्टार्टिंग में हग दिया V1.
हाँ बहुत गंदा.
Munchkin unfortunately, I guess not anticipating Effie's having that second shock dart available, but literally dug out from backside there with relative ease. And I got to say, initially, Crazy Raccoons finding so much value early on in that round. Just finding a couple of really weird kills back to back. He does great work to, I guess, put the first kill on the board. But shout out Effie's, man. What a round from him.
Yeah, super clutch. Red Bull clutch, you might say. Now Munchkin wanting a bit of that himself, but yeah, just beaten out by the utility. Out of nowhere, V1 flying two big entries, and look at the pace in which Vanity's going to take the space.
गंदे player.
Medusa just on the other side, like, yes, I will sit here. This is
perfectly fine.
Now Spike is sight, now Zephyr can't see that. You've got all the utility kind of keeping him somewhat safe, and the spam's going to at least deny the spike plant for now.
कहाँ से कर रहा है वो?
Couple of warning shots sent out at least to
Kitchen.
zone off.
Zelsi गया. नहीं Zelsi मार रहे हैं. Medusa को पहले का Zelsi जाके.
Zelsi has actually slipped up inside tube here. Getting himself into a really good position.
दोपहर को शाम हो रही होगी.
Crazy Raccoons here.
अरे उधर पे
Actually,
अभी
Neff
पता है कितना टाइम
completely
हो रहा होगा?
unaware. He was trying to spot mid
दोपहर
now.
एक मतलब
Damage comes
दोपहर
through
के
onto
1 बज रहा
Snowman.
होगा
Zephyr will fall. Delsis spotted the
Oh,
second one as well.
no
Look at
way.
that.
Nice.
Digs Neff out. Medusa trades it, but the
Oh,
damage is
nice
already done.
lurk भाई.
That's impeccable. Just hitting the brakes for a second to allow him to work. Medusa needs to go full clutch on this
Ace.
one. 30 HP.
Oh,
Still some
गलत.
utility to work with, but pretty tricky to dig these players out of these positions. Jammy's on the swing, yeah. Not even going to depend on the utility if required, but just happy to take the fight. Medusa falls.
सेंटिनल्स का हाँ भाई उस दिन तो जरूर करेंगे भाई. सेंटिनल्स को ही तो देखना.
It's not just that one man show. We saw
कल सुबह
Zelts is having a great game for Penny, but
मतलब
this is all of them.
कल
Everyone delivering
1:30
now.
इसी टाइम इसी
Yeah,
समय
actually, the breakthrough doing
टेक्निकल इशू ना है बस.
in terms of
बता
coming
रहा
back
हूँ
into
कि
this.
जनता चोदू नहीं है, मेहनत से कमा सब.
Times is and literally threads all
नहीं
the
भाई
way
मेरा
through.
पैसा बहुत है, मैं तो सब खरीदूंगा भाई.
And again, I love the decision making there, not to backstab Neff, but also prioritize that kill onto Snowman more so. It gives his team the opportunity
तुमको चाहिए तो
to
बताओ.
move up on the
You are
site. He can
noob,
come
यार.
back, reset perfectly with
Bro,
that
please upload new
flash.
video. Game तो आने
Deal
दो
with
भाई.
that second
Mid
ball.
piece. Ace of
Ooh.
this. Yeah, straight through against the pistols.
अबे
You do
भाई
have any
क्या
like
mid से
share frenzy. Look
control
at
ले
the
रहे हैं
with it,
भाई.
so it's not like a completely new to
मार दे
touch.
पहले को
There's
फेल
still
दे
a
भाई.
little bit of danger to it, but Munchkin can at least
क्या
find one. That's
cover
Jam's
भाई.
now found. Quick
अरे नाइस.
dash on the cross.
मरा मरा वो.
Get it. There we go. Got himself a rifle, not for long. Gets to
अबे पीछे
gets
पैनी
it
है
for a
तेरे.
second. Oh, and Zephyr's just eaten that flash.
लॉल भाई फेल दिया पैनी ने.
Double down. Zephyr tries to work with this, do the best he can, but he's being swarmed. Players just
ओ भाई. What the fuck?
अरे भाई साहब दोनों को मार दिया.
अरे गन नहीं उठाई. Fuck.
कभी नहीं उठी गई. ऊपर थी दोनों दोनों ऊपर थे. उसको लगा नीचे ड्रॉप हुई होगी.
नीचे थी ना, उठी नहीं.
थी ना नीचे गन शायद थी.
निकल गया भाई वो.
हाँ नीचे गन थी उसने डैश हाँ राइट लेफ्ट साइड से डैश कर लिया बेचारे ने. ओ लेकिन पिस्टल शॉट बढ़िया थे.
This was clean though, especially with the classic as well. Finds the first.
ये बहुत बढ़िया मांगा.
Free gun, by the way. Absolutely free. 6-1 now. And this is the point really, and I was talking about this a while back now. In the first few rounds, I want to see Crazy Raccoons really make an
बड़ा
adjustment here.
गैसिंग
And
करो. अरे हम 4 लोग देखे बाद में आना.
this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. Munchkin
भाई
actually
4
got
साल
forced
से
Penny
हिला
off
रहा
that
था ना
top
वो.
spot. Vanity will find Munchkin
और
though.
क्या.
Penny
ये भी
comes through.
penalty सब मुझे भी
First 2
देना.
kills going in favor of V1
Waiting for
once
new
again.
legendary.
And look how quick
Yeah,
he's
coming soon.
It's brutal. They are
भाई
just
सोचा good
flying
night.
through
Look
the
at
चला.
his
site.
face.
Yeah, they're given so much. Crazy Raccoons are almost giving up way too much of their space. Yeah, they can play for the retake, but you're playing that against a Viper, like a good Viper. It's
CR हार
दोनों
जाएगी.
बचे हैं
said about V1 that I
हार
liked
जाएगी
through their
CR.
qualification route is how well they played with that Viper in the post plants.
उन्होंने फॉल बैक कर लेना था रे वहाँ पे
Sova
जब
too, like it's
बहुत
super
फुटस्टेप्स
deadly.
आ रहे
Even
थे.
that's before you even address the fact you got
Omen
like
पे
Penny
flash
out, you
भी
got
था.
Zelsis.
पैनी गलत मार रहा है.
This should be just a back away and keep those guns. Zephyr wants to keep that op up.
गलत तो सब मारते हैं भाई. भाई ऑपरेटर की स्किन ही नहीं है उस पे अच्छी.
Yeah.
लगाई तो ये है प्रेज में.
अब तो वो तो काफी.
अरे
Happy to claim it. Vanity will lose life, but they can reinvest. And the Raccoons have not got an answer right now. They need to invest a lot more into these early rounds and kind of try and potentially fight for that space.
भाई डिफेंडिंग मैप में अटैकर साइडर जीत रहे हैं.
Not getting that pressure through mid. Remember how we were praising the likes of Magnum, for example, from Fnatic for controlling that mid pressure that could have been coming out. There hasn't even been time for that against V1.
It really hasn't. The problem being now, again, in this kind of position in terms of the economy, V1 can just keep coming out of this, right? They can just brute force their way into these entries. It's so difficult. Once again, we're going to see the same play from Crazy Raccoons on this eco.
अरे भाई भाई भाई.
They send 4 towards B lane, try and get some control early on. He's going to try and pressure Jammies here.
अरे गलत भाई ये पुश किया है.
Look at it. On the back of all this pressure,
इको रश
V1
बोलते
straight away
हैं.
going to aggress onto A site. And
इको रश
this
तो
time around,
ठीक है
Neff will
लेकिन
back
ए साइड
away,
पे तो प्लांट
lockdown
हो जाएगा
available, so
इजी.
he's not
कहाँ
gonna
प्लांट
sit
कर
in
रहा है
backside.
ये?
वाइपर क्लियर.
वाइपर
तो मर गई. नहीं ठीक है वो ऊपर से दिखता है ना बढ़िया.
स्पैमेबल भी
striding through them. These guys are on
खत्म
V1.
कैरियर.
Looking like they never really stopped on this.
Congo
Look
for
at that
160
spike
के
plant
साथ
as
thank
well.
you.
This is all going to line up pretty nicely. Nets going to struggle. Can't even get it to
अच्छा
halfway
किया
just
टाइम
yet.
देख के.
Here it is, sends down another, buying the time just so
अरे मत दिया
perfectly.
करो.
Vanity could have done with hitting that, but time being
WhatsApp
here,
कर
it doesn't
लो
really
मुझे।
matter.
अरे
Airfields and
गलत
Vanity
भाई,
in
क्या?
combination
Gang
make
gang
it
बोलते।
too difficult for the Crazy
खत्म भाई,
Raccoons.
deleted.
Just fallen by the wayside. Where's this team gone?
हो गए भाई
I
वर्जन 1
think
मोस्ट
really had
प्रोबेबली।
the wind knocked out of their sails,
तो वो तो पहले ही बोल रहा था।
especially from map 1. Again, with
ले
things
ले ले।
ramping up towards the end
दिल
of the set.
लेके ही लेके। मनोज मैंने ओनी पेंटा
It's
खरीद ली।
getting tough to watch now. Effie's great flank
बढ़िया।
control here. Actually, again, that's on the back of Rion actually finding the first kill on the way in. Again, finds those kills. Hunter's Fury comes online, and it's another tool at their disposal in the post plant. It's a very, very
Omen के
difficult.
पास
This time around the buy
ये लोग
round,
sovereign।
there's going to be 3 members
मैं उसका मैसेज पढ़ लिया
over on
मैंने।
B, and nobody there on the side of version 1 to greet him. Now, the
लोकेशन
recon are
रिवील।
actually going to give away
ऐसे लेते हैं पीक।
a lot of information here. It's going to pull Zephyr and Munchkin
nice.
to hit this rotate. All ultimates available for Crazy Raccoons.
नो वे चुरान। ये
They
नहीं।
have everything to
अच्छा
throw at this
मेडिसिन के
round
पास है अभी।
to get their second on the board and actually get themselves back on the board after that break.
Okay, Zelsa's
पांचों के
gonna
अल्ट है
take
भाई,
so
ये
much
मैच
risk.
निकाल लो
This
at
is
least।
gonna take so much room. Here's everything. No one's there to stop
अरे
it.
भाई क्या
मार
रहा है
Zelsis has done him dirty. Great work on Neth. And that site control garnered. That's enough for a spike plant. Munchkin's gonna try and play back in at this point. Pretty good timing on it too. Ult comes in, does deliver. Great work
bhai.
there from Munchkin. Still plenty of
अबे।
ults available if they want them. Penny though gonna play the edge of that smoke.
Haga.
Gets out by Medusa. The smoke criminal just coming on through. Does not care for a
Three.
second. And a 3v2.
लो
Push
ये
one
ओमेन
for
क्यों
Jammies
कर रहा
to
है?
thrive in either.
अच्छा प्लांट ही नहीं हुआ अभी।
Viper's bit invested, try and get regain some control of default at least.
V1 का जेट हक दिया
Now
वहाँ
try
पे
and come
वुमेन
through,
को वरना।
clear some of these angles.
अरे ना।
Rion's there to greet him.
ये भी हो
Jammies
गया।
tries
अच्छा
to
तो
slip
अल्ट
in
मार दे वो।
behind it. Vanity
नो
now
वे
last man
चुरान।
standing and a 1v3 operator in hand. 20 seconds
सेव
left.
कर रहे हैं
Vanity
mostly।
wants to deny the
एक थी
operator.
भाई उसने गन।
I get something done, but again, wants to run this down as long as possible.
Nice.
Rion will pick it up. Crazy Raccoons
गन ढूंढ रहा वो। मिल
somehow, some way, get that round back in their favour. That's on the back of
बहुत
Ref being
तेज
the
भाई,
first to
लौंडे
fall.
बहुत
Again, Delsis creates so much space with that ultimate. They have to respect it. They come back with
रहा भी ना।
see, peel away after the first flash, but with the second, Neth will fall. And straight away, that's the lockdown. The lockdown taken off the board for Crazy Raccoons. So
इधर से हो सकता
really
है
good stuff
निकाल
from
ले
Munchkin
जैसी यार।
actually to be the
अरे
the
दो-दो?
front man to turn that round
क्या
back in their
पागल
favour.
हो
And
गया,
a
दो-दो
double
कर रहे हैं
operator
यार।
coming out here. Munchkin
हाँ
and
हो
Zephyr
सकता ही होता है डिफेंडिंग में।
late on in the first half.
गैम्बल भी है ये कि अगर तुम लोगों पे नहीं आए वो। अभी देखो दोनों भाई क्या प्रॉपर रीड किया होगा उन्होंने।
Works in CS for
हाँ
या तो बी आई पे ऑफ होगा मिड से।
It's rare that I
मिड से निकल गया।
get behind it in this, but
अरे
Burst through
भाई
middle's gonna
एक
make it
साथ
worse as well.
दोनों।
It's gonna slice them right down and gonna isolate the player, which is gonna be
अभी
Zephyr.
करेगा
Alex
वो।
जेट क्या करेगा?
Towards B.
अरे
Yeah, and then right
भाई
in amongst
क्या
them. Even if
मारा।
they just considered one op being here, they're gonna try and play through middle and just keep it
ज़्यादा
looking so
ज़्यादा
neutered,
एक-
not working on the extremity. Zephyr.
हाँ, इस पे स्किन नहीं है ना भाई, इसे एक कोई अच्छी ऑप नहीं है।
Nothing. He feels just like a chocolate teapot at this point. Absolutely useless. And yeah, this is done for.
अरे
V1
भाई क्या
absolutely
फ्लैंक
outplaying
मारा
them.
लो
They've
हर
read
तरफ से
the
घेर
just
के
one
मार
दोनों
दिया।
ऑप सेव कर रहे हैं लॉल।
They've just absolutely dominated it, and now these two have to instantly go to a save.
Yeah, this is such a huge
नहीं नहीं
investment
मर गया
to
जेट
lose
मर गया जेट मर गया।
this purchase,
Jet
especially
मरेगा।
this round deficit. Again, I'm all for switching things up, but right here, V1, I don't even want to say have a good read here. It's just the stars
ओह क्या
aligned
शॉट मारा
the way
भाई।
they approach this
ओह
round. If it does actually catch Jamie's on
तुम
the
लोगों का
second
पीछे
peak,
चल रहा है क्या?
तो मैं आगे करता हूँ अभी।
come through, try and shut this down. It's
अरे भाई भाई।
Panic.
अरे प्लेबैक स्पीड बढ़ा लो जेरी भाई, 2x कर दो, सब लोगों का साथ में आ जाएगा फिर
tough round to lose. Yes, you could say round
तीनों का।
2x,
2x क्यों कर
grand
दूं?
scheme of things, it doesn't matter, but
अरे क्योंकि अगर आप 5 सेकंड पीछे होगे ना तो वो वहाँ से जो ब्रॉडकास्ट होता है उस स्पीड पे आ जाओ, उस पे आ जाओगे आप
they saved one.
जल्दी और उसके बाद नॉर्मल स्पीड से ऑटोमेटिक चलने लग जाता है।
Yeah, maybe. Look, surprising to me, but a great read from B1
Ah,
even if it was just in regard to
got
one
it.
of those ops being in play. They just sliced through middle again.
लेकिन ये भी है ना कि
Completely
वो जैसे
exploiting that
1080p
initial
करता हूँ
problem
तो
we had in the
पीछे हो
very
जाता है।
early rounds. Roll your
5
mind
सेकंड।
back way earlier.
हाँ वो थोड़ा
So
होता ही
again,
होगा।
if they're still finding these issues, now
Hello,
Neth on
Salma.
the op instead, this is
Hello,
going to be
Siddha.
interesting, really varying this. Now Munchkin going to get a little bit further ahead here. There's the
होला
first Neth with a
हेलो
nice
सीधा भाई क्या हाल चाल?
towards
भाई
Penny.
PUBG खेलो,
Good start
आने तो
from
दो भाई।
Munchkin.
ओ
Wait,
भाई
they've
क्या
got that first
फ्लिप
pick.
था भाई इसका ये। उसने कहा बच्चों तो मटो मेरे को करने दो।
भाई सोवा ने देखा नहीं है।
Munchkin actually goes exploring. It's going to be the spike that he
तुम लोगों
finds
से
on the
नहीं
back of
हो पाएगा।
Vanity. Umbot goes through
अरे?
to get some more information. There's another player to
Nice.
deal with, and Neth will find Effie's as he swings around the other side. Lockdown invested now, looking to try and close this round out.
अरे भाई
very
ये भी कर
quickly.
दिया भाई 2 बंदों के लिए.
Jammy's all the way back at the top of spawn ramp. No flank coming
उन
through
लोगों
here.
को राउंड निकालने पड़ेंगे ना क्योंकि
Still a lot of
उनके
control
2 ही
on
है
mid here. With Neth
ये
finding
वाला
all
round
that
तो
back
निकाला.
और आखिरी है ना शायद. हाँ आखिरी राउंड है ये.
The Raccoons are able to just kind of sit in formation here, maintain a lot of map control.
12th राउंड है ना.
ऊपर से पेलना चाहिए भाई रैन तो.
There's a
ओहो
little try down towards tube, but not really having much of what he's
T-line
trying to
did.
sell.
Zoom को भी हेलो बोलना. Zoom भाई हेलो फ्रॉम
It
सिद्धा
can be
गेमिंग.
done, but it takes a couple
हेलो
of mistakes
सीधा
to
भाई
get there.
हेलो
Very hard to define
जा
that
रहा
without
सोने
problems
बाय
being
वरना
had. Zephyr
मारे मुझे. ओके Zoom
still
दीदी
little
को
alone,
हैप्पी
but does
सिस्टर
have
से
ball.
बोलो. चूतिया
Jammy's
उतिया हो
gonna
गया
work
भाई.
in with the spike
हाँ
now.
भाई मिनास ने मेरे यहाँ भी वही
Zep's
बोला.
found Zelsis and he's gonna
Copy
follow
paste
up
कर रहा है वो
with
बस.
It's gonna be horrible for Jammy. He's got so many problems in front of him, and he
वाह.
chooses Medusa to be the one to put him to bed.
अरे गलत भाई.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Jammys to get that done in that scenario.
सिस्टर डे भी आज ही है क्या भाई?
Very
गन चेंज कर
convincing.
लेता जेफर.
अरे आखिरी स्विच हो गया भाई साइड. पिस्तौल राउंड है अब.
Again, we talk about.
ये शॉट सेक्सी था.
Oh, nice. I didn't even catch that one. Actually, this is the first time around. Nice opener there from.
ये शॉट बहुत सेक्सी था.
Round score wise, this is really tough. I mean, pistol and conversion, it's 11 rounds. It's almost,
अच्छा लास्ट राउंड ही था ना.
dare I say,
yeah.
it, looking kind of mathematically
I got it.
improbable for Crazy Raccoons here. Now, we can also come back to points we were
लेकिन सुहा के
making
ड्रोन ने
before
देखा
this
कैसे नहीं उसको
series got
नीचे.
underway.
नहीं वो उसने ऊपर से ले
It's
लिया
one of
था.
the maps that you'd expect Crazy Raccoons to really make moves on. So,
उसका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दिखाना चाहिए था इनको.
But with that in mind as well, I do want to highlight you guys at home.
उसने ये वो कॉर्नर चेक किया यहाँ पे जज लेके बैठ कैम करते ना नीचे.
टोटल पैसा काउंट करो जरा स्किन्स में.
जरा
देखो.
ओपन अकाउंट दिए हैं इनको.
But you guys are saying maybe a little bit of a surprise, but also in, like
अरे लेकिन उनके केजे पे ये नहीं है. केजे पे स्किन नहीं है पिस्तौल की. वो
लगाई नहीं होगी.
you know, a lot of people are saying again.
लगाई थी.
रीजन लगाई दिया इसने.
90k वाला बोल भाई. ओके बाय. Zoom by 2 NHK इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं आता.
You know, even with a stand-in, but Crazy Raccoons are excelling today. So
Watching-
I'm glad to see
watching
that
doesn't
people are
matter,
enjoying
bhai.
this as a concept of a matchup as well. Now this I'd say is a little unfortunate.
भाई फिर
for
से
Raccoons
टेक्निकल
that
फ्लॉज है क्या? नहीं
if
ना.
this ends in the way
नहीं
this
नहीं.
might do,
वो स्टार्टिंग
people may forget how close map 1 was.
चलो.
And if they'd
अरे
converted
क्या
map
pause
1, this would be
back.
map 3 time. You know, it would just open up that
चलो
next
चलो
opportunity.
लेट्स गो.
That's not the way the cookie
Not
crumbles.
thematic.
V1 do hold currently, of course, map 1 in
Oh,
their
bhai.
pockets. And this being
ओमेन
map
कर
2
रहा है
here,
कैम.
Raccoons do need to pull up a bit of a comeback, and it's got to start with this pistol.
वहीं पर आ गई आगे फिनिक्स भी आ गया आगे क्लोज फाइट फ्रेंजी ओपी.
but actually, XV1
ओ
going to
भाई
take
मरे मरे
immediate
मरे
control
मरे
here.
मरे
Jammy's
मरे
and
मरे मरे. ओ भाई.
This actually swing out
Hell
far more,
yes.
but meanwhile, Munchkin
जेरी भाई आप 2x कर लो.
all the way through, might catch Effie's inside the
Oh.
armory. Lands the first shot.
क्या अरे 2x
It's
किया
gonna
था
close
जैसे
down.
1080p
The
का तो
second
पीछे
there,
हो
Effie
गया.
was gonna recover that. Now Penny
Oh.
gonna run a nice little bait there.
कोई
Vanity
ना कोई
gonna
ना. आप हाँ यहाँ पे 4-5 सेकंड पीछे.
now version 1 have a man
अरे तो क्या कर दूं मैं फिर?
advantage. On A though,
720 पे देखना पड़ेगा.
नहीं
720
1080 पे 2x कर दो ना. वो कम क्यों हो रहा है?
Zelsis the timing.
पता नहीं जैसे 2x कर
This is
देता
going to
हूँ.
be scary. Zelsis
उससे
needs to be able
जैसे
to
वो
keep
होता है
himself
वो
alive. He does
अपने
that
आप
2
से
kills, but there's
720 हो
Zephyr on the
जाता है.
counter push.
हाँ
I
हाँ हो
thought
गया हो
Zelsis
गया
could
हो
have
गया.
mopped them all up. I was a bit worried about the timing on the flash, but Zephyr finds it just right in the end.
पहले 720 हो जा रहा था.
unfortunately, no more damage done from
TR
Heaven
निकाल
at
ले
least
गई ना.
there.
Nice.
If they had a perfect opportunity to
अरे
press
कॉपरेट आ
Crazy
सकता है क्या
Raccoons,
इससे?
they tried to get very aggressive
नहीं, नहीं.
actually in the post pass, but
ये बढ़िया था.
again,
अभी
exactly what we want to see.
ओ
Going back through and actually playing that very, very confidently. There's a very quick piece coming out from
अरे
Crazy
मेरा फिर
Raccoons
पीछे हो गया यार.
on the back of version 1, drawing first blood
क्यों हो रहा है
actually
मेरा
all
ऐसे
the way
साथ?
on the other side of the map.
नीट की वजह से हो रहा होगा. कोई ना.
लोड हो रहा है यार. चलने दो ना ज़्यादा चल रहा है. ठीक है. It's okay.
हाँ हाँ चलो.
All unique for Vanity. I want to see what he does with. I guess it's
थोड़ा
the
सा late
Vanity
reaction
to
दे दूंगा
solo
मैं,
kind of
sorry.
long
हम स्पॉइल
Bye,
करते हैं.
my armor while we get to stack out everywhere else. It's not actually a bad idea. I prefer teams to try this where it's like it's a little one-dimensional to an extent that if it
पर
doesn't
उसमें
go
आएगा
that
मजा
way,
तो
then
असली.
yeah, it can kind of suck. But you're clutching at straws in these rounds anyway. So I kind of like the idea of giving it a little bit of a a unique approach. Now, with no early contact elsewhere, it looks like they're all going to kind of pile around here, and Zelsis trying to bide the time to get the rotations in, but keep in mind that the Crazy Raccoons are way better invested into this. Already Neth going to find Zelsis. You can have Rion towards the back of sight. Really nice pickup so far, very clean, meticulous.
Nice.
No real opportunities for Jammies and Vanity here.
नहीं जाएंगे वो most probably नहीं जाएंगे वो.
A late lurk, try and dig Neth out of that position.
Flawless.
Vanity now judge in hand.
Wait कर रहा है तो
Whether or
फेलूंगा
not
मैं.
Raccoons are actually going to feed anything across them. This is another
कोई ना कोई
आपका सही है.
comfortable and confident
मोमो
round
इंडिया
win.
के पीछे का
Crazy
पीछे.
Raccoons. Whether or not Vanity
अरे
can
वो
do any
stream
damage
lag
is really
होगा
the big factor.
अलग.
वो हाँ वो उन्होंने स्क्रीन थोड़े बफर की ये आ गए.
ओ बढ़िया.
नेता
बनेंगे वो
line up for him there on the open, gets ahead of the recon bolt, but
Bro 114 के सब भाई 160 में आ रहे ऐसे कम मत करो यार 2-2000 यार बुरा लगता है यार. But only 5 watching by because I purchased सब भाई इतनी पैसे देके मैंने सब परचेज किया और तुम बोलते हो भाई 114 भाई 2000 सब कम कर दिए. पता है कितने के आते हैं 2000 सब कम से कम 5000 रुपए के.
That's actually a pretty good round to keep that clean.
ओ भाई ये बढ़िया था.
Glad to see them at least trying to build that economy up and giving this one a bit of a try now, because I was a little worried that, you know, they're not playing the current meta to an extent, right? If you're not going to run your Vipers, if you're not going to do this and that, there's always going to be a
अरे
potential
नॉइस आ रही है किसी के माइक से तो.
and you could get left behind. There's a lot of benefits to running that sort of look in these
Manu
sort of
bhai.
games, but
मेरे से रुको.
as it stands, hold on, Munchkin's just got a mile of map control building. I think it's Zelsis on the other side playing deeper, just kind of watching the cross.
Flawless. कल
If Zelsis gets a spot
और
on this, he definitely has now, but Munchkin's taking a lot of space in mid.
ये नहीं कर पा रहे मिड से सीआर वाले. कोशिश तो कर रहे हैं हो नहीं पा रहा लेकिन.
ओ भाई
force his way up to
ड्रोन को बुलाएंगे.
of anyone playing there. Zephyr, so he's forcing his way on. Comes all the way on. It's a battle of the judges. Vanity.
अरे छी भाई ज़ेफर भाई.
हक दिया.
But it did the job.
अभी आ रही है क्या? अभी आ रही होगी तो बोल बताना.
And it is full plays in the post spawn. Now, of course, it's a little different. Yes, they have Killjoy in this. Yes, they've got Medusa as well on the Sova, so maybe it's still going to be a bit of a problem. But V1 will play back in.
देखो वो आ गया.
The way unafraid.
Come on, let's go. भाई ये ज़ेफ से फेल देगा. और रे भाई.
The kills ain't coming in clean.
एक गोली.
Desperate for this to work. He does get
अरे
it.
मार दी
Uses
मार
his
दी
life raid
मार.
net
अरे
there on the
नाइस
trade.
कवर.
Now Munchkin and Nef have to make this work in a 2v3. Now Spike yet to be toyed with. Oh!
No.
पता नहीं है शायद पता नहीं है डिफ्यूज हो रहा है पता नहीं.
If he's not
अरे
he's still gonna get one now. He's got to know where Neth is. He just got the kills on his teammates. If he's off the Spike, he wants the kill. He can't get it in time. Spike falls back
हो
to
गया
his
हो
team.
गया.
I don't know if he's got the time on this, but we're gonna
अरे
find
उन्हें
out.
पता नहीं था तभी हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है तो तभी हो जाता.
Just
Munchkin's
this.
taking a lot of space in mid.
तो सच में सब खरीदे क्या? हाँ यार.
His way on. His way up to with
1.5 करोड़ रुपए के 1 लाख.
Hello,
Naraka Bey.
Giving this
क्या
one
हाल?
a bit of a no out. Yes, if they did lose them, that's it.
Crazy
मोमो
Raccoons.
इंडिया को बोलो
Unable to
रुपए के
convert
एयरफोन
that, and
ऐसे
everything was
आवाज
going
करते
their
हैं.
way early on. It took so long for version 1 to deal with Medusa there.
अरे वो मेरा फैन का आवाज होगा मोस्ट
I
प्रोबेबली.
thought they had that one in the bag.
ये तो बहुत बढ़िया था. ये लोग पता नहीं कलर कॉम्बिनेशन कैसे रखते हैं अपने उसके.
Okay,
पैसा भाई पैसा.
I was going to say, version 1
Mid
now
push कर
addressing
रहा
the
है
fact
सब.
that Munchkin's
3
got
बंदे
in
mid पे.
undetected twice now. I like this readjustment from version 1 to put some emphasis on mid, and that's on the back of
मनु भाई ज्यादा नॉइस आ रही है.
फिर से
Valley on that B lane stack, because Jammy's actually a headshot. I'm surprised actually it didn't do any more damage than that on the back of
ब्रो बट ये कुछ महंगा नहीं है. 1.5 करोड़ के
Jammy's got
बट
back away in
150 के
respect.
है ही नहीं. नहीं यार ठग लिया मेरे को भाई. 100 के ही दिए बस.
8 विट ठगने ठग लिया भाई.
लॉल.
झूठ बोल दो जेरी भाई. पता है ना लोड.
Coming out from Munchkin being a nuisance towards
No,
being
actually
a
मेरे
good player,
को
so he's
मेरे
somewhat
पता
having
है
to be cautious of this. Zelsis though could
Nvidia
be
G4
that
से
player
कलर
to
चेंज
make a
कर दो.
difference. We'll see. Munchkin
सैचुरेशन
gets
बढ़ा
time,
के
he gets the shot. Jammy's is now gone, and that's a problem they have
वाइब्रेंस
to
बढ़ा के ना.
address to an
vibrance.
extent. Whether or not they rotate off
वो तो
this,
पता है मेरे को.
yet to
लेकिन
see,
उसे पूरे
because
पीसी के बढ़ जाते हैं
stands
ना.
the Crazy Raccoons were pushing towards A. They were ready to go for this one, but now
ये बढ़िया करता है भाई.
information may be limited. If they
OP
peel away
player
from this,
है भाई.
there could be a punish route. Zelsis is going to see this cross. That's one. That's two. This is huge information relayed. 3 players now noted, crossing back on over. They do know that Munchkin is already somewhere on the site, but by now they get such an early
अरे?
read.
Actually, Killjoy and
भाई गलत
the
सीन
lockdown
भाई.
here.
देखना मंच के पीछे देखना.
Not going to allow
Timing
version 1 back
तभी.
onto site now 12 seconds left. The plant going to come through. Effie sets up with a shot.
ओ भाई बच गया.
Munchkin there, ready to punish him on that lineup.
I like that from Munchkin. Just trying to use the space that he garnered earlier after that pick towards
मरा
Gammy's.
मरा
Now
मरा
being
Munchkin
able
मर
to
गया
put
Munchkin.
no sent to motion by the Omen. Lovely work there. Good combination. A good trade out for
Very
Zephyr.
good,
They're
yeah.
not letting these
सब setting खेलो.
tradable kills come in at all.
हाँ,
They're
एक
all
specific
gonna have an
का होता
unscore.
change.
Vanity and Zelsis feeling a
होता है
little
change.
हाँ हाँ
left
होता है
to
specific
right
का
here.
कर सकते
Real's already found Zelsis and Vanity can try as
पैसा
he
खत्म
might,
हो गया
but
भाई.
so many players to try and deal with. They're all just spamming away. They know where he's at. The needle not gonna happen, and the crazy Raccoons are right back into this now.
lol भाई.
It is great response there. I love the readjustment as well from Rio to this TP. All the way into
नहीं देंगे mostly
the
pop
boiler there. Houses to play
Mostly क्या नहीं देंगे वो.
very, very wide
क्या
split.
चीज?
Copyright.
हाँ,
Copyright.
क्योंकि बहुत लोग देख रहे होंगे ना भाई, हम ही थोड़ी है.
And overall, the economy for
Lol,
version 1, yeah,
smoke से.
it's not actually great. They're going to be right
हाँ
back
भाई.
down to
ओवन भी लाइक ढूंढ
scrappy
सकते
purchase here. A
हो. और
shorty,
क्या?
Cold नहीं.
Bucky,
ये सीन मस्त है भाई, ये
मतलब-
बालकनी सेक्सी है.
nothing on the side of Effie's and Penny. Penny actually going to arrest the Bladestorm off the rip.
अरे हो गया भाई
Actually,
तू.
no, it was Zephyr. They both popped, yeah.
Both went for it. Yeah, Zephyr being toyed with by Zelsis, but
अरे पेल
Medusa's
दिस.
gonna find Vanity. This is all looking
अरे
like it's going
गलत
well,
भाई.
but once again the crazy
अरे.
Raccoons outnumbered in the end. There was
Jet
like a
Dig
two-player
भाई.
face there. They couldn't deal with that, but
मेडिसा को लो कर
Effie
दिया.
starts
वो
to
एफ
move, and there's
भी लो
nowhere to
कर
run,
दिया.
nowhere
अरे
to hide. Penny from
गलत.
up on top though, gonna find Medusa. Looks for more. He needs more as well. Keep
भाई
in mind
सब
the
लो.
fight is pretty poor
चलो
coming out
10
from
HP
P1.
25
Oh.
They're all bunched up. That could have been
Arre.
huge. Munchkin gets the gun out in time, but Penny punishes. The trade out for Rion is big, but now the 1v2. Jammy's
पिला
could
पिला
get
पिला
this
पिला
kill.
पिला पिला
The timing's everything.
पिला
I don't know. Jammy's definitely down.
नहीं हाँ,
सही
जंप
लगती है भाई.
जंप किया ना, वो नहीं होने वाला
I
था.
was going to say the range a little awkward for it there.
Just.
Oh no. I mean, if it had
Close
got that,
था
you
भाई.
had a perfect opportunity to get a
अगर वो
clean
मर
reset.
जाता ना तो
There
फिर
was
गन आ जाती.
no chance
हाँ,
of a kill
उसके
speed
बाद
हो
on
सकता था.
to trade Rion
हो
if it
सकता था.
falls in that scenario.
अरे इसको आगा नहीं बोलते भाई. इसके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखा होगा ये.
3 HP.
This is so
ओह भाई क्या रिफ्लेक्ट था.
10 to
अरे
7.
रेजोल्यूशन भी कुछ अलग रहता मैंने देखा.
Look at this.
हाँ, स्ट्रीट पे खेलते हैं वो.
अच्छा.
B1 it felt inevitable. They were sat on 10, right? Normally I don't talk about
कहाँ पे
cards,
अड़ गया
like
उसने?
double digits towards that end, but
Entry लेने के लिए.
now they have at least got the money to bring out the op. Now Penny's back on the full buy here. Everyone's sitting a little pretty. Bit of light armor here and there, but it's not the end of the world. Investment of the ult as well.
Arre?
Jammy's going to commit to this side, and Zelsis helps him out while he's here, trying to clear him out of this one. That's a good idea. Jammy's going to be forced away. It touches Munchkin, going to try and take the space towards the side.
लॉल. जैमी के ऊपर से ऊपर वो.
लो भाई, प्लांट भी हो गया.
मर
But
गया भाई.
Zelsis
और
still going to fill the gap. Apparently it's fine. Rion's now in trouble.
अरे
Yeah,
भाई
this is
क्या गंदा
the
गेम था
weirdest
भाई
shutdown.
ये.
Munchkin's going to have to go super clutch in this one. Sprays away,
जी
doesn't
भाई
quite find
हो
Jammy's.
गए
I
भाई.
don't
ये
know
थ्रो
how
था
he
भाई.
lived
पूरा थ्रो
लॉल.
था ये.
I
Flawless
have
round
no
निकाल
idea
दिया
how
भाई उन
Medusa
लोगों ने.
wants
नहीं
to
करना
just
था
take
उनको
this
रश.
and
हाँ,
get
बात
this
है.
paying no
तो.
respect whatsoever to the
Who
Vikings,
game
but I think
play,
Jammy's
भाई.
ultimate was like, yeah, there's no way that's going to happen.
They underestimated Viper.
B1
इनको
responds.
अंडर एस्टिमेट इनको लगा कि वाइपर है सिर्फ यार
Flawless
यहाँ
round
पे.
victory here. Put
उन
V1
लोगों को लगा कि
on
बाकी लोग
11
स्टैक कर रहे हैं
rounds.
बी पे. अकेला वाइपर है.
Again, we asked the question with
चूमती हैं
these
ऐसी
rounds
यार वाले.
trading back and forth like this,
चूमतिया.
what it looks like for the economy. See coming through here. It's,
निकाल ले जाते.
Zelsis is like,
Stream पे
okay,
मेरी
yeah,
आवाज़
there's
कम है.
somebody on site, and then there's a peak that comes through onto Nest. It's like, yeah, there's two people here. Really,
मैं
really.
भी थोड़ा ये बोल रहा हूँ भाई.
Looks back.
Very backwards. Very, very backwards.
अरे
भाई बोल्ट कुछ मत ले भाई. तू नाइफ मत ले, तू स्किन मत ले, तू रुक जा.
But quick piece from mid coming out from Munchkin.
सुन मेरी
He's
बात.
on the other side of this, and Munchkin waiting for that time. Yeah,
Oh.
gets it so good.
भाई
Munchkin is
नाइस.
he's a nasty player, man. Munchkin is someone to watch. I don't
मरा
care
मरा मिड से
how
मरेगा.
the
Oh.
score goes at the end of the day. This guy's
अरे
is
हेडशॉट पड़ा
solid.
उसको.
He used to back away though. Zelsis definitely
नहीं
got a
हेड
glimpse of him now.
बाउजी पड़ा बाउजी.
It's just so
ओवन को
slippery.
पेल दे जाके
And
पीछे
time
से.
and time again, he's able to
Look at him.
get in here.
भाई कितने फ्री किल मिल रहे हैं.
Once again.
क्या
We'll
लर्क
find
कर रहा है
Vanity.
भाई.
Penny now with a
क्या
lot to
shot
do.
था भाई.
Yeah, yeah,
भाई
line up
क्या
first,
flick था
nearly
ये.
actually connects two. Actually going to look to double dip.
Oh, this could be huge for Penny. I want to see what he does with this
Catches
one now.
one on
The
the way
time and
out.
everything. But he's gonna
Smoke
really
के
break
through.
away. This is
यार,
big information
करते
they
हैं भाई
can
ऑफ
relay.
से लोग.
Now Munchkin's the problem though. He can
वो
catch
पीछे
those
भागी.
rotations.
Oh.
Just piercing through middle.
ओ भाई.
भाई को लेट होने वाला था.
Like Kenny in this this one. Spots out another pixel out of the place. He could have done with that, but he'll take
Munchkin
it for
को
now.
मार दिया भाई उधर पे.
Jammy's in the right place at the right time as well, leaving just Neth and Medusa alive. And you can see the spike now being toyed with towards the side, but they should be in a good position to play retake on
अरे
this.
किधर open क्यों नहीं कर रहा है plant?
Neth gonna try and cover off at least the short wrap on this one.
पीछे से आएगा वो पेलेगा अभी. नहीं आ रहा मिड से.
Penny heading on around as well.
मरा मरा ऊपर से मेडुसा मेरा मर गया मेडुसा पिल गया बोल ही था मैंने ओह अरे भाई
जुम्बाई और थोड़ा आ गया जुम्बाई का
बोलो हो सकता है हो गया
क्या नाइफ दिखा रहा है भाई थू भाई तेरे पे छी
He knows Neth is low HP. Throws up the wall.
गंदे प्लेयर है भाई गंदे प्लेयर.
कितनी एचपी थी उसकी? इतनी भी कम नहीं थी ठीक है.
यार जाके मार सकता था.
46.
रैंडम स्प्रे भी दे देता ना.
My heart breaks for him a little, I've got to say it, but the balls of steel.
गलत भाई. पर watching कम क्यों है? Good question भाई. Good question.
Actually take that wide swing, right?
It's भाई.
Are they walking mid? V1 are walking mid.
Wow,
They're just walking mid. Welcome to V1 just this one started. They're going to have the read. This is surely an A piece now. All players can be in the right place. They can leave jammies as just kind of a fallback plan on B if required. But
भाई ठीक है तुम लोगों के 12 हो चुके राउंड इसका ये मतलब थोड़ी ना है ना तुम अटैक किक कर लो.
He's got his. On the other side, yes, Medusa did have his, but he was locked to sight as we noted last round. Plant going to come in, tries to be denied.
भाई 3 लोगों को टैग.
Meantime, did catch Zelsis, so that's going to be a player advantage at least in this post plant.
Yeah, actually, I think Effie's got 2 tags with the Hunter's Fury there, so 2 players very low HP, and actually Zephyr once again.
वाह ये तो बोल्ट वाली हरकत थी. ये तो बोल्ट वाली हरकत.
Do some more damage, pile on the pressure. Jammies will find
अरे नाइस.
याद आया कुछ बोल्ट वाला सी.
हां
Crazy Raccoons.
स्पाइक मार्क तो देते. तो अरे स्पाइक मार्क नहीं भाई रैंडम इस पे कर देते तो अभी गेम निकल जाता.
Right there again, you can see version 1 as 3 walk mid to make
ऐसे
sure
मैंने बहुत डिफ्यूज मारा है
the
भाई.
same thing again.
शादी कब करोगे?
Readjustment on the back of nobody showing on B. They come across and they fully invest.
Oh भाई क्या
Stop
फ्लिप
the
है.
plant coming through, but fortunately at that point, I mean, positionally the damage is done.
चलो जेरी भाई मैं
Munchkin getting so close already behind default.
ओ 2 मार्शल भाई.
Now this has broken the money for V1, so this is actually kind of
अल्ट हो
scary.
गई.
Penny's going to
तो
invest
अब गांव फाड़
onto the
देगा.
ult. But beyond that, they have 2 marshals. They have a sheriff, the classic on Effie's, but
अभी नहीं मार सकते ना फुल शील्ड से वाइपर की वॉल और मार्शल से.
मर जाएंगे ना 50 से
नहीं 30 कर देना. बढ़िया अभी प्रॉपर किया है वाइपर को.
हां प्रॉपर मेरे ध्यान में
यार पहले सही थी यार.
लो बे बोलो करो शादी. नहीं
पहले ज्यादा ही गंदा था जुम्बा में.
जब भी तो मजार था.
और
लो हेलो
क्या कर दिया?
गलत. पंखा कर ले.
एक पे वो इलेक्ट्रिक स्कीन भाई एक पे सोवेरियन स्कीन.
My favorite animal is deer. Salmon bye.
Oh.
ना ये नहीं होने वाला.
On the board for the Raccoons, and
Classic
they're starting to
fail
look
these.
scary. I mean, the economy was broken from V1. They should be able to get a buyback soon, I think. But
वो नहीं
again,
वो
this is build potential.
वो सेव ही कर देता ना वैसे तो वो राउंड हार भी जाते तो कोई नहीं था.
In terms of damage control, not an awful lot. I mean, actually, the showstopper, yes, but I mean, these other rounds where
Yeah. Correct, yeah.
kind of off the leash and do his own thing. He's able to thread his way through and find value.
Yeah, find value correct.
To wait and see if version 1 doesn't look like they're
Jerry
going to try
बाबू ने
and
थाना
with this mid presence here.
पूसी हो गया. हां भाई.
Actually, Crazy Raccoons spread a little.
मर गया लगा ही था.
Holy shit.
Oh no, don't let
उसे
Penny
पता
start
भी नहीं
like
चला.
that.
भाई
किधर से
क्या बढ़िया एंगल लेके रखा था भाई जेट ने।
Full information on it. Yeah, they've got what, like a turret there, I guess, but
Well, the other thing is now they can lean away from A. You can see straight away two players come towards Boiler, one in kitchen now.
Oh,
Munchkin will respond,
nice,
finds
Ray.
Jammies over on Snowman.
बढ़िया
But-
करते हैं
oh, look at this bait. Medusa waiting to see if
shout
anyone
out
would
to
dare
you
to.
Blade Star
Does go for it, yeah. And you're right, there are two players here now. Vanity's over this side. You have Zelsis here. Both
अरे
have
गजब
ults. Zelsis may
किधर
be able to
बैठा
use
भाई
his
ये
ults to
Vanity
try and dissuade
Yes.
a little more, but
Oh,
Vanity's so
भाई
easy. It felt like they lost track of him a little bit.
भाई
Can't do anything.
भाई रेज को पोजीशन पता है भाई सबके।
Come through as man advantage for Crazy
See?
Raccoons here in the post plant.
देख रहा है।
Still, shot dart sent out. Trying to fish out Munchkin.
ओ भाई जैसे ही स्मोक जाएगा ओ भाई
The double peek is the smoke drop. It's
गलत
perfect. Lockdown in response here. V1 still trying to force the issue.
Medusa's gone down. He's making most of this. Tries to clear out as best he can. He couldn't quite get it. And it's still
Oh.
going through. Finally gets destroyed now.
2v1
Up with Zelsis in a 1v2. Neff needs to clutch out this time. Backs
भाई
away.
साहब
And now Neff double dips. Tries to keep
ओ
the
भाई
off the spike.
क्या हो
Has to
रहा
check
है
that time. No full diffusers going down here. And it will be
ओ
another
गलत
on the
भाई
board for
गलत
Crazy
राउंड
Raccoons.
भाई बेचारे ने फ्लैश डॉज करने के चक्कर में फ्लैश को देख लिया पूरा।
Here to keep Crazy Raccoons alive.
यार यहाँ पे
once
कितने
again.
इंच लंबा है
To 2 rounds now.
16.5 लपेट के रखना पड़ता है
Again, making all the right moves.
इधर क्या है छोटे वीडियो देखो कि इस स्ट्रीम के बाद
Make this comeback somewhat
जेड
believable.
डिव भाई
I'll be
जेड
honest,
डिव।
things shaping up very
Yeah,
similar to what we saw on Ascent.
अच्छा
Crazy
खेल रहा है
Raccoons
पैनी
actually building a lot of momentum once again.
अब ये
Medusa,
सेव राउंड है
Hunter's Fury still
अब जेट
available, not
को
invested yet.
निकालना पड़ेगा
So they have that
अदरवाइज
at their disposal, but
खत्म
Penny with the operator, one Spectre.
अरे
it's a
हाथ
scratch down
हाथ ही
for
होता है
V1.
भाई मैंने
Money's tight. Penny though has to make
Oh
the
my
most
God.
of Zelsis into play potentially. This could be
इतना
huge.
aggressive
Good flash gonna clear out util.
Oh, headshot
Doesn't
पर।
get away without.
अरे गलत
Crossing
तू
it, the lot and Penny again.
भाई
Zephyr.
साहब
That's gonna be all.
हो गया
And there's Zelsis
खत्म
just
टाटा
kicking it
बाय
together
बाय
on the
गया
back of Penny with the perfect pick to begin it. Now
भाई
we're down to
इको
two.
राउंड
Medusa
निकाला।
have to clutch
अभी तक
out
भाग रहे थे।
again. A 2v5.
Lol.
Ult invested. Everything being poured onto them now. You can see the push coming out from Penny as well.
लो भाई कर लो जा जाओ आप जा।
करो प्लान करो तुम्हारी है
गैंग बैंग हो गया भाई अब तो
जाओ 1 मिनट है जाओ।
It up towards Vanity, low HP behind Yellow. If they can isolate this, they might have an opportunity to turn the tides on this round. Jammies.
नहीं वाइपर मत मारा मत।
Potentially gonna get backstabbed, and he
आगे
knows
दिया
it's
भाई।
wide open here with Vanity drifting away from Yellow.
But look who's waiting. Vanity. Say hello to
Oh,
Zelsis.
अबे।
Won the second evades, but now a 1v3. Still looking rough.
Oh.
But Rion wants to fight the
जेट तो भाई भागते आ रही है।
Three players are here. Rion, how
जी,
much
जी।
Nothing you can do.
भाई भाड़ में गया इस मैच का जल्दी से आखिरी मैच लगाओ भाई जल्दी।
क्या
आगे
आखिरी
भाई।
मैच हो खत्म हो गया
1:30 बजे ना 1:30 बजे थी अब न्यूटन वर्सेस YNG शार्प लगाओ भाई जल्दी।
ओके
What a fantastic series. I mean, for me,
नाइस
version
मैं
1
तो जा रहा हूँ खेलने ठीक है
खेलने जा रहे हो?
खेलने जा रहा हूँ मैं
नाइस। मैं चलो बाय बाय।
ओके बाय
ना चलो बाय बाय बाय।
आप भी जा रहे हो?
कहाँ जा रहे हैं हम देख लेते हैं।
हाँ हम देख लेते भाई। सिलेक्ट वेपन, अरे मैंने नया वेपन किया ना मेरा तैयार, वो कहाँ पे है?
अभी फायदा ही नहीं है, एक गेम खेल पाएंगे। हाँ ये आई
अरे भाई मैंने मेरा नया वेपन किया यार तैयार, वो कस्टम न्यू। हाँ इसमें नहीं है रिकॉइल।
हो गया ठीक।
इस हाँ मैंने नई गन तैयार की है, इसमें रिकॉइल नहीं होना चाहिए। लेट्स सी। हाँ ये बराबर है भाई। लेकिन मैं यहाँ गिरा हूँ। कितना छोटा हो रहा है वो। $46,000 भाई। 46,000 क्या होता है? गुड नाइट। मैंने सो रहा है क्या भाई इतनी जल्दी? कस्टम न्यू। ये क्या हो गया? और सब ओरिजिनल।
Train your flicks in all directions.
हेलो
हेलो
हेलो मनु भाई।
हेलो, आवाज आ रही
जाता
है?
मैं, हाँ जाता मैं।
ओके चलो, गुड नाइट गुड नाइट।
बाय बाय, गुड नाइट।
बाय बाय। स्पीड 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 कहाँ पे? स्पीड कहाँ पे? नहीं, रिप्ले नहीं करना, मेरे को नहीं खेलना है पर फिर से। वो लोग ग्रिड शॉट खेलते हैं ना। हाँ। अरे गन कहाँ पे है? वो ऊपर। एक खेल के देखते हैं इसमें क्या आता है स्कोर। चलो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो। 3 2 1। किल टोटल कम है मेरे। अबाउ योर कर्सर देन बिलो। ठीक है भाई, ठीक है भाई। चलो फैंटम में आ गया। वाह क्या टाइम पे आ गया भाई। मैं तो बंद करने की सोच रहा हूँ। उद्या लवकर उठायचं आहे आणि आता डेली लवकर झोपतोय। ट्राय करणार। खूप छान खूप छान। माझ्याकडून तर मला लवकर उठणं होत नाही।
The victory, and they'll be moving on in the bracket. Crazy Raccoon will be taking a trip to the lower bracket, and I think I would have to agree with what Pansy and Hypox said. Any
यार
team in
ये
that lower
जल्दी
bracket
लगा दो
is going to
ये
have to watch
130
out
वाला।
because Crazy Raccoon they're going to go crazy on you because it just fits. You know, it just fits. But first, though, let's take a look at our map highlights presented by Prime Gaming because we got a few really good ones there. So far, you know what, man? I mean, look, Icebox brought us a couple different things to talk about. One of the things in particular, compositions. Compositions are key in Valorant. And it's very clear that version 1, they have to mix some different agents into their pool. They want to try and compete at this high level.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because you can say the same about both teams, right? They played Icebox, both teams would say very hard to plant on B because of that. We have seen V1 just play basically on foot, basically, right? If they want to have mid control, if they want to have kitchen control, they had to go just there and get it. But you know, it was a 2-0. V1 won, but if someone is just tuning in right now to the stream, I have to say, the 2-0 doesn't really do justice to what we have seen on stream. Crazy Raccoons played surprisingly well. I'll be honest with you guys. I was expecting a blowout win on Icebox for V1 because of the compositions, but somehow Crazy Raccoons brought it back, and I feel like Munchkin, the MVP, the silent MVP of the team right now.
Yeah, Munchkin, well, I don't know how silent he could possibly be considering he's blowing everyone up. But it certainly has been the Munchkin show as far as Crazy Raccoon is concerned. But, you know, on the other side of this, Belly, I think for version 1, right, there are a lot of lessons to learn out of this. This is not just a, you know, tournament or a competition in their first time on LAN. They're also playing with a stand-in. So this is also just going to be a whole new experience for this team, and I think it's safe to say that they rose to the occasion.
They did, and you know what? The biggest difference was their stand-in. It's going to be Jammies. Now, when you had Whippy on the team, he did a fantastic job, but there was only one Viper in the lobby, and it wasn't on the side of Crazy Raccoons like Lothar was talking about with the comp lineup, right?
Yeah.
We all saw it. The thing was, Crazy Raccoons, they didn't even know how to counter it. There was a push on A, I believe, where it was not only a Viper's pit, but also a toxic screen that was used at a minute. And whether Crazy Raccoons could have rotated or not, they were forced to fight the fight. And the fact that Jammies was able to just put that dominance there as Viper all day long, that was exactly what they needed. This team still has to get the chemistry together because, yes, this is a newer player, but on version 1 so far, looking good, and they're playing against Team Liquid, man. I can't wait for that.
नहीं सुनना बाकी
very exciting, very spicy matchup. We're going to get 2 NA-EU battles taking place in the next round. But Achilles, we have to talk about our Verizon high-speed moment. There are a lot of quick and awesome moments that is, you know, fitting of Verizon. But this one in particular,
yeah, I mean, it's just Penny. This entire match
ये क्यों lag हो रहा है भाई? What is this behavior?
Penny show. Just
बीच में lag हो जाता है.
Absolutely huge. Right-click accuracy from this guy has just been phenomenal. I mean, as quick as we there, it's done. The high-speed moment. It's already over.
So that's high speed, he couldn't even finish his words. Unbelievable.
Guys running on some fiber optic cable. It's just nuts. I mean, just went in, just an explosive performance from him. You know, from Ascent into Icebox overall, just kind of the bread and butter player there for version 1. When he was popping off, the rest of the team was doing really well. But yeah, I mean, a good showing from them. I'm still concerned, especially with Liquid. I don't know if I've seen enough to have that much faith in them being able to take that series or even make it a super close one, but more praises sung for Crazy Raccoon. It was a really good showing.
Yeah, that's right. Well, over in Iceland, we got my main man Dash. He's got our Verizon post-match interview. Let's go ahead and take a look at what he's got.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. I'm standing by with Effie's, the first of the North American squads to come through at Valorant Masters 2 and do it with a victory. Jokingly, the longest 2-map series we've ever seen, but you guys did fight through that pause, a necessary element of it. How good does it feel to finally be playing on stage for Valorant, man, and to pick up a win in the process?
I mean, the
DC आना यहाँ जाओ.
The PCs are like awesome. Like the feeling of Valorant on LAN is also pretty nice. There was some nerves at the beginning, of course, but it was to be expected. Honestly, it just feels great to pick up like North America's first win. I think in every interview I had before, I kind of said, nah, no pressure, but like thinking about it, losing to like a smaller region would have been a little embarrassing. So we're pretty happy with the result.
Came through, 2-0 was the victory, but I have to imagine there were some nerves there, like you said, in Game 1, particularly with how close it got there on Ascent. So I want you to walk me through it, and in particular, the 20-second call in the final round to swap to A side for the plant in the victory. Who made that?
I mean, it's Vanity. Like Vanity is like he's a very good at GL. He's got a lot of experience, so like he knows what to do in these situations. He
अरे
reads them
म्यूट ही
pretty
करा है
well.
तो क्यों आ
And then he got like a
क्यों
huge
आ
kill
रहा है
on catwalk, which
कोई
helped us
ना
a lot.
कोई ना
So yeah, it was all Anthony for that round. Ascent was pretty close. Yeah.
Got that one, then you moved to Icebox, and I should note to the viewers at home that the pickup on Ascent was Crazy Raccoon's map choice. So more comfortable map, I assume, since it was your choice for Icebox. Yet that one still started to slip away on the back half. So what do you attribute that to?
Honestly,
मैं वो
I think
WhatsApp
it
का
wasn't
बोला
as
था
close as the
उसने
scoreline showed. I'm gonna be honest. I think like we have this
यार
tendency of like
मेरे को
letting
नहीं
moves
सुनना
go,
भाई
but
ये
when
मेरे
we know
को
we're like
थर्ड
we're
मैच
ahead,
देखना है लगा दो
there was no
बस
doubt in like anyone. Like
I
we
don't
knew
care
like we knew it was gonna win. So I think this.
बाकी के लोग कमेंट्री देखते हैं ये क्या बोल रहे थे
And then he got like a huge.
Yes.
Was Crazy Raccoon versus what we as the viewer. Oh no, what's going on, man? From there, I want to talk about the fact that people called you guys the surprise of NA.
मैच भाई यहाँ पे अगर चैट होता ना चालू लाइव चैट लॉल
that you'd be playing here with a sub. So when we talk about Jammies and joining the squad, what do you believe he does in terms of changing the dynamic of how you guys work as a team?
I don't think it changes that much. I think his playstyle is very similar to Whippy. I think the one thing we have to work on is that Whippy is like a very experienced CS player, so he takes more initiative in like rounds. He'll like say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna open a round like this, you guys follow me and stuff like that, which is a bit less natural with Jamal because he doesn't have that much experience. But I think throughout our practice week, we actually put a lot of emphasis on it. He did server time with me, and like he talked about initiative with our IGL, and I think he's really stepped it up. Like he's actually taking a lot of initiative in game, and like he's asking for stuff and like being proactive. So I think there's adaptation, but overall I think he's doing a fantastic job.
My disappointment.
One more question before I let you go. That's of course the fact that if you guys do go the distance, you got a lot of games ahead of you. I'm just kind of curious for yourself as we have all of these regional teams coming together. Which are your picks for the ones that are going to give you the most trouble along the way?
I was gonna say Liquid and Sentinels, of course.
Okay.
But after watching Fnatic play this morning, they're pretty scary.
I
was gonna think they might have some nerves because they're like newer and everything. But Dirky or Dirka, I don't know what his name was actually popping off and like taking a lot of duels. So I think they're a scary team right now. So I'd say definitely Fnatic and Liquid Sentinels.
Cool. Well, I mean, Fnatic plays Sentinels next, so that's gonna be a really interesting litmus test and an opportunity for banger. Yeah, to see how good they really are. But again, if you don't
अरे कोई नहीं डीजे तो मैं बंद कर देता हूँ बोल्ड क्योंकि तेरे को फिर वापस आवाज आएगा
मेरे को बैकअप चाहिए एज सिंपल
कर लो
गुड बाय बाय बढ़िया मारे की बॉल में तो
फेल में बैक
जॉर्ड चलो जॉर्ड बस 3 मिनट
फेल में बेबी
मेरे शॉटगन ने 20 का लगा
I can't wait 3 मिनट
दोनों फ्यूर हेडशॉट शीश गेम प्ले बेबी ए एलिमेंट ऑफ सरप्राइज प्लीज यार एलिमेंट ऑफ सरप्राइज प्लीज ये वाला वॉल कर रहा हूं मिड घुस रहे हम सब प्लीज एलिमेंट ऑफ सरप्राइज एक राउंड सुनो मेरे को
इंडियन आर्मी ने
अबे ये मादर चोद क्यों डाला वहां पे अगर कॉल सुनोगे ना तो जीत सकते हैं लैंड जैसा खेलोगे ना नहीं जीत सकते सिंपल सी बात डिफीटेड
और दो टीम
डिफीटेड
सब लोग अपना
महारानी मतलब ये ना वो अंकिता
वो भी उधर ही है मेरे को कौन वॉल किया
अबे यही तो कॉल था बेटा शॉट बे एवरेज जिग्नेशन वाह ओटीबो ने ऐसे मिस कर दिया सॉरी यू ऑलवेज मोटिवेट मी योर गेम प्ले शॉट और ओटीबो ने ऐसे कौन मिस करता है बदे मुझे माफ करो यार इंडियन आर्मी मुझे माफ कर दे मैं थोड़ा गेम में इंफ्लो
इंडियन आर्मी मुझे माफ कर दे
बिंग्स मेरे को दे यार प्लीज दे मेरे को दे मैं अच्छा खेल रहा हूं मेरे को दे बिंग्स
मिनास गया शायद, मिनास चला गया मोस्ट प्रोबेबली।
यार क्या यार इतना सेल्फिश ना हो यार।
मेरे को ऑपरेटर दिया था मैंने, ऑपरेटर दिया था लास्ट राउंड।
बिल भी मैंने बोला था मैं भरूंगा, लेकिन फिर भी तूने भरा, याद है मेरे को? दे ये होता है बे ब्रदर।
कौन से अकाउंट से खेल रहे हैं लोग?
उनके टेंशन
ये कैसे हो सकता है?
पूरा सब में
कितना
ये फाटू के अकाउंट से खेल रहा है। पांच मैन लॉबी मेरे को भी दे दो भाई। 5 मैन लॉबी फ्लैट वाली
फर्स्ट लेफ्ट
मेरे को भी
फर्स्ट करना है। फर्स्ट लेफ्ट ये रहा बंदा, इसके ऊपर से तेरे को दिखेगा शॉट किचन में।
अच्छा शायद वो सो गया भाई, शायद फिर वो सो गया, मिनिस सो गया। मिनिस हैज गॉन asleep।
तेरे हार्मोन नहीं हॉर्नी मोनी है किरण भाई। इतना संडास जो रात के 2 बजे संडास के बाद कैसे आता है मेरे को ये बता दो। एवरेज बिंकेश, हाँ ना ये भी हो सकता है। रीलोडिंग ये बस आज से तू मेरे को बोलेगा एवरेज बिंकेश।
अरे पीछे से क्यों मार रहा रंडी के सामने से?
कल अभी दिखाता हूँ इनको भाई क्या होती है। चला फैंटम चला रहा हूँ तो लौड़े दिमाग चले।
अरे 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 जेरी भाई कंट्रोल कंट्रोल, जेरी भाई कंट्रोल।
किधर है रे?
कंट्रोल बच के
पीछे से मैं आया, रुक। किधर?
जेरी भाई का क्रॉसहेयर थोड़ा नीचे रहता है मेरे को लग रहा।
दिल का दरिया किधर से मरी है?
लेफ्ट से आ रहा है कोई।
दिल
लगा ही था
भाई। क्या खेल रहे भाई ये लोग?
हाँ डेथ मैच मेरे को भी खेलने का मन कर रहा है।
कर स्प्रे कर।
यस
अरे भाई मार दे इसको भी। आपकी सेंसी क्या है भैया? 0.33 है भैया।
ऑटो गेटिंग बूस्टेड। क्या करें भाई हम? मेरा सोलो क्यू में बहुत गंदा एक्सपीरियंस है भाई। मेरी बिल्कुल मूड नहीं है मेरा सोलो क्यू करने का। मेन आईडी पे तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं। इतने घटिया बंदे आ रहे हैं।
दो तरफ से मार रहे हैं सारे।
डेथ मैच में रेज करने से फायदा नहीं है। वैसे मैं भी करता हूँ रेज, मैं बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि मेरे ऐसे भी बहुत रेज होता है डेथ मैच में, क्योंकि पीछे से मारते हैं। लेकिन भाई वो
हग दिए तुम, हग क्या कहते हैं उसको? हग घूम के मार दिया।
लैग हो गया था भाई, लैग।
हाँ भाई लैग भाई,
लैग हो गया था, लैग भाई। रेनो
यहाँ पे तो चालू भी हो रहा है
कसम से भाई।
भाई इस बंदे का मैसेज एक बार लिख लिया इसने, इसने नहीं पढ़ा जेरी भाई ने, तो फिर से क्यों लिख रहे हो? 2 बार। हेलो सुपरचार्ज गेमिंग, मॉड कब मिलेगा भाई? भाई चैट देख लो भाई, सब मॉड है भाई। अरे मॉड की जरूरत नहीं है ना।
इसलिए कम सेंसी पे नहीं खेलता भाई मैं, किधर से ही बंदे आके फेल देते हैं।
अबे लोग कैसी चेहरे चला रहे हैं भेड़, जो पागल मागल हो गए हैं क्या?
पता नहीं भाई।
कितना लो था भाई शायद, पता नहीं कौन कर रहा है।
अबे हेड क्यों बैठ गया मैं? 0.38 माउस सेंसी भैया, 800 DPI। यूट्यूब पे सेटिंग हो, यूट्यूब पे
ओ मेरी 0.334 है।
ब्रो तुम्हारे ग्राफिक्स कार्ड कौन सा है? RTX 2060।
I am not mod.
भाई
What is this behavior भाई? अरे मैं ये मेरी स्ट्रीम थोड़ी ना है। But I am.
हमें मारना।
हाँ आना सामने से। हक दिया था। हार तो गई है वैसे।
से इसको गालियाँ पड़ रही है।
अबे कंधे पे क्यों पड़ लगती है?
ब्रो बिग फैन मर्च क्यों? थैंक यू यार। हेड दे रहा है साले।
You जलाइन में
मेरे एक
लो।
वीडियो की लिंक भेजो प्लीज पे कमेंट कर।
जलाइन में लो। हेलो शशा।
हेड ही था। यशराज का नया सॉन्ग सुना क्या? पापा की परिवार सुना मैंने सुना।
किसका नया सॉन्ग?
सुना है।
यशराज का। हाँ पापा की परी।
लगा दो भाई।
भाई चालू कर दो यार प्लीज।
भाई आगे बहुत बड़ा फैन।
Golden Boy, I don't even think it even matters like at the end of the day because this is going to be the first time here at the VCT Masters we're going to see a true clash of polar opposites of play styles. We know the Sharks are mad aggressive. They're coming from Brazil, right? Yeah.
YNG Sharks मैंने देखा नहीं भाई।
This is a team that isn't afraid to
YNG
one person on the site all the way in the back. So
Sharks highlights.
pretty much a bad record when it comes to attack like Lothar was saying. I expect
भाई फुल बैटल मत दिखाओ। प्लीज हाईलाइट्स दिखाओ। ये शार्क मत दिखाओ। ये भी शार्क्स मत दिखाओ भाई। शार्क वैलोरेंट मॉन्टेज व्हाट इज दिस बिहेवियर? अरे उन लोगों का है ही नहीं यूट्यूब पे। ओके 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 है। ओ ओ एस किया बंदे ने, एस किया बंदे ने, एस किया।
Rápido e rasteiro, e olha o Sutecas, amigão. Meu meio, mano. Que rápido e rasteiro, e olha o Sutecas, amigão. Meu amigo Prozinho! Mandou a pedrada ali no varado pra cima do Sutecas. Jaula ativada. Sadak, não gostou muito do outro lado, leva o light. Jaula ativada, todo mundo revelado dentro do ponto 2 jogadores.
ये बंदा ऐसा करने वाला है ये बंदा।
O Prozinho, e olha o GTN ganhando espaço pro ponto B para fazer o tal do Costinha, né? Vem FRZ liderando a tropa. O Prozinho tá com a xerifona, hein? Ele vai achar o varado, não é possível! A tropa.
भाई what the fuck क्या कर दिया?
Vem FRZ liderando a tropa.
उस बेचारे की हेल्थ ऑलरेडी कम थी।
Prozinho tá com a xerifona, hein? Ele vai achar o varado, não é possível, Prozinho! Não é possível, são 3 pra ele. E aí, vai buscar essa quarta eliminação, Prozinho, fantástico! Lendário de outro patamar, que apronta o Prozinho! 49 de HP, o GTN tá sozinho. Michael, GTN Jordan, consegue a primeira eliminação, sabe do posicionamento do Prozinho, ele vai buscar, ele quer. Cartucho de tinta utilizado, não tem a posse do Spike, precisa recuar o Prozinho. E agora, GTN vai aprontar o quê? Consegue recuperar o Spike, já rotacionou o Prozinho, já não está mais nem aqui.
Pura rotate.
Vai pro chão, o plant é falso. Vai pra... fakeando. Será que imagina? São 4 que agora vai ter um reflexo pra fazer a coisa difícil pro Geteco, que arruma a primeira eliminação, que agora vai ter um reflexo pra fazer a puxada. Toma bala. Se reposicionou, o Prozinho tá forte. O Prozinho tá forte, tá querendo muito. Ele sai, Ace! Ace do Prozinho! Pra colocar o primeiro na conta da...
ये नहीं देखना मेरे को।
Só um Sadak está de Spectre. Olha a bala do KBX.
Casting और नहीं तो क्या?
Ele vai agressivar, consegue levar o
ओ भाई
segundo.
शार्क्स
Vai encontrar com o Sutecas. KBX sensacional.
भाई बढ़िया खेलते हैं ये लोग।
Sensacional ele.
ये मत डाल, ये नहीं देखना।
Sadak são 3 pra ele, defendendo por aqui, mas tem paulada do Light. E eles conta, meu hermano. Consegue encaixar mais uma, hein? Mais uma pra cima
Mais
do FRZ.
uma, hein?
Até então ser trocado pelo Sutecas, que fecha a porta pras visitas. Strafe do Denaro. Disparos varados do Sacio. Fazer a movimentação. FRZ vai pra abertura. Na cadência, no tapinha. Ele leva o primeiro, é trocado pelo segundo. Denaro fica com... Vai ser pra cima do Sadak.
वो बहुत अजीब लगता है लेफ्ट साइड से खेलना.
Ele quer chegar, ele quer destruir a ultimate. O tempo tá ficando escasso, o Prozinho precisa partir. A ultimate é destruída, o Sadak não conseguiu fazer a troca. FRZ leva melhor pra cima do Gabi X, se reposiciona. Na chegada, o tempo tá ficando escasso pra aguentar a abertura. Não consegue a finalização, o Spike cai. A equipe da DKS vai achando um round lendário por
दार्जिलिंग
bala sensacional, vai descer pra surpreender.
हाँ भाई मीर भाई याद हुआ भाई ये चालू ही नहीं कर रहे
63%.
अरे
Interesting. So let's go down the line. Let's start here. New turn to fans have spoken. Veli, who do you think is walking away with this series win?
Newton.
I don't think New Turn has faced a team as aggressive. I mean, Achilleos might just call me stupid for that, but as aggressive as these Brazilians, I'm going all the way for YNG Sharks. I believe in my boys, so I'm rocking with them. It's going to be 3 maps.
Okay, all right. Achilleos, I think I know who you're picking.
New Turn 2-0.
Woof. Spice. Love it. So we actually
I'll leave it at that.
We got New Turn here. A lot of New Turn love. Lothar, your thoughts?
I would say also Newton. It's gonna be 2-1, a close match, but I'm emotionally connected to Newton because they have 2 players over 30. They are not as old as me, but they're pretty close, 30 and 33.
Boomers unite. All right, well, that's going to do it for us here, guys. We're going to send it over to Iceland. We're going to send it to your casters. We got Doug and Riv on the call. It's time to throw down. New Turn versus Sharks.
Can you reactor में beginning Valorant montages scene? Shinigami bro copyright आ जाएगा.
Alongside my dear friend Rivington Bruce Bislin the third. We've been waiting for this all day. We've been giddy.
Consegue a eliminação. Ele aparece pra salvar o estraga-prazeres utilizado. Não faz a kill, mas ele aparece pra salvar o estraga-prazeres. Vai descer pra surpreender. Fraco. Não faz a kill. Avançado pelo meio. Tegas fica meio perdidaço, mas aí abre o Geteco.
बाकी clutches देगा
Pra levar 3! Entregar, vamos ver. Vem a movimentação Gabi X do Pixel pra não ser pego. Consegue a puxada sensacional, Gabi X! Pra levar 2 jogadores, um G por muito tempo. Não consegue levar ninguém. O GTN fica com a eliminação. A equipe da Sharks tenta rodar rápido, mas o Sutecas faz um costinha genial.
अरे पीछे देख पीछे
pra pegar um. Pega só um, 13 segundos, precisa passar com o Spike.
भाई क्या सेट बनाया है भाई, what the fuck?
And I think they're ready. We're gonna see our players. You can feel the anticipation, like you can feel the excitement even not being in the venue as the players start to walk out onto the stage.
Imagine कोई खांसते हुए आ गया यहाँ से.
We don't know really what to expect from New Turn here. We don't know what to expect from Sharks. So this is
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. मैं बिंग्स का देखो clutches. बिंग्स का देखे रे मैंने. सब देखे बिंग्स के. भाई बिंग्स तो radiant player है भाई हम. radiant player की हम क्या देखेंगे भाई? हम भाई flat अटके हुए बंदे जो gold जा रहे हैं. What is it?
Just a few moments away from getting this bad boy started and hopping into map select. As you can see, they've popped up on the screen. Sharks are going to get the first veto. New Turn will follow shortly after. And just like that, we know Icebox.
Icebox cancel कर दिया, okay. क्या नाम है उनका? YNG Shark. Sharks है ना? उन्होंने split cancel किया, okay. Throne getting nice, सर्च करो. वो भी देखा है भाई मैंने, देखा साफ देखा है मैंने. टिबॉन के हाइलाइट्स देख बढ़िया होते हैं. तो लास्ट मैप आ गया एसेंट. अरे ये इंडियन लग रहा है भाई. हेलो हेलो, इंडियन लग रहा है ना बंदा थोड़ा बहुत. हाँ लग रहा है.
I said January. That was a lot of hyperbole.
well, and like, but the point you're making is correct, right? Like, it gets so late into the series, Haven finds itself in map 3 oftentimes, so they never play it. But I think there's something interesting to look at from Sharks on the other side as well, and that's more composition centric when it comes to Haven.
It's wild.
भाई मैं नहीं कर रहा इतने लेट तक स्ट्रीम ये एक मैच देखेंगे उसके बाद मैं बंद कर दूंगा
since January 26th. Tried and true,
क्योंकि बहुत
loving it,
लेट हो
and it
जाएगा
includes a cipher and 2 duelists. So will they go back to it? Because New Turn's composition, when we did see it, also included a cipher. Things have changed. They haven't shown it that much. So what will we see for Haven? I love that it's going to be a toss-up, and New Turn puts it as one of their favorites. Sharks loves to play aggressive, and we heard a lot of teams, Doug, saying it's interesting that there's been so much slow play over here. But what have we seen over the last few games? Plants takes at 30 seconds left in the round. Things are changing.
फाटू का देखो फाटू का भी देखे
slowing down and teams are exploring
और
how
बताओ
to
भाई
play the meta here at Iceland, and I am loving every bit of it. We're almost about to get in the game, Doug. What else we got?
Well, I think something else to look at here too is when we talk about an international event, right? There's often metas that change really like during tournaments at times, and I think when you look at Sharks, I think it was 63% of you were leaning towards U-turn in this matchup. I'm honestly, I'm surprised that it's not more, to be honest with you. But I think the thing for Sharks here is you're coming into this series, you're coming up against U-turn. People may not be leaning your way. Riv, if there was ever a time for you to show something different, especially on a map like Haven, where literally every bit
Reaction
of
stream
you have
कब
is the same composition. If there was a time
पता नहीं
to
रे
throw something
बोल्ट मेरा
spicy in there,
मन
this
नहीं
is
है
it.
भाई रिएक्शन स्ट्रीम करने की
And it's tough. You're going against New Turn Gaming here, right? You have you have Allow, you have Lakia, who are considered some of the best players out there and have some of the highest headshot percentages over in Korea, and then followed up by Suggests, who is 33%. Funnily enough, the other team who has the highest headshot percentages, you would figure.
अरे भाई मैंने देख लिया वीडियो एक बार मेरे को 2 बार नहीं देखना है Human reaction.
His play is so accurate for the team and helps to the plays revolve around the information, and you'll see him picking up 2-3 kills.
टाइम लगा रहे हैं
You have
लोग
to say the name. If you're coming from that region, you know exactly
Think
who he is.
positive.
He's the jet player. He's the highlight guy. Like I said, he's qualified for world championships before, but has never had the chance to travel to them due to issues. So this is the chance we see Gapshi's now open up for Sharks. Again, Frosten, we haven't talked too much about him. We'll see him setting up a lot of the Sentinel play, a lot of the Sky play, and everything else around the map.
मनु सर का करियर खत्म
Big info grabber.
हिट भी टिपिकल का स्ट्रीमिंग
Outside of Sharks. He's the killjoy this
रेड
time,
वाला
as you
देखो
see, and we're getting locked in here, Doug. I'm excited.
स्ट्रीम रेड
Prime
ओके
Gaming
देखूंगा
Agent Select on full display, just a few moments from kicking this bad boy off. And there's really, I mean, parry on the Astra for New Turn. That's something that we haven't seen in a little while.
Astra Omen.
Actually, they haven't run that
Flash के लिए
very
breach.
much at all, right? Like, there are 2 more prevailing compositions. Neither of them included Astra, so we're already
Heaven
starting
के
to
लिए
see some changes. And then Riv, we're seeing some changes out of Sharks too. Look
भाई
at Gapshi's. He's on Sage.
That is not at all what we have seen from him in a long time. Like we said,
भाई इनके पास सेंटिनल ही नहीं
19
है
times in a row, Sharks played the same composition. Starting off here now with a default, but look at New Turn wanting information right away.
Oh, I love that. And it's not even just wanting information. I think we're going to see from both of these teams a heavy investment in fighting for A control, both in short and long. New Turn full sending and applying so much early pressure.
भाई ये कहाँ तक आ गए
Oftentimes we'll see teams rotate away from that and go towards C, but
कहाँ
it
तक आ
seems
गए ये
like
लोग
Sharks want to hunker down and try to take this fight.
Doug, setting the tempo. New Turn is saying, we don't even want you to think about your strat. We've already taken out Frosten. That's a lot of the control that's going to be on the flank. Now you need to fight the rest of them as they come in, and Sharks is doing their damnedest to hold this position. With the spike on the other side, that's about to be seen by Perry on the rotation.
Yeah, this is taking too long. Right? Like, it took so long.
उस बंदे को स्पाइक भी मिल गई भाई लेकिन उनका ओमेन सी पे क्या हो रहा है
Now they're on opposite sides and they're about to clash.
नहीं उसने स्पाइक नहीं देखी अब
The cat and mouse game right now. Nice job by Dinaru. That was a definite and necessary pick. 2v1
हार सकते हैं वो
back alley. A attacker spawn side, and okay, Sharks are slowing it down. They're regrouping exactly what they need to do. A little bit of util used to grab this back, and we're going to have a bit of a reset in the round here. How does it play out?
नहीं
See Sharks, they have
अटैकर साइड जीतनी तो चाहिए नहीं भाई ये बंदा नहीं
In the sight.
allows the last one standing.
हो गया भाई कर लो भाई रश जा
What a
स्ट्रेटजी
play
तो
by
बढ़िया
Sharks
थी
to
उनकी
weather
लेकिन
the storm so far. Newturn getting themselves into murky waters back there, didn't have all the angles. Sharks was still able to work around the map, and Pincer,
रिएक्शन सिर्फ करता आने
I
वाला
think Newturn felt like they had too much control over
Smart तो है,
everything.
फिर
They didn't have the
किया
secondary was to kind of stay and pressure,
हाँ।
and Sharks started to react. Great
वो नहीं
adaptation there to the
फिर
first round to take pistol.
Very good adaptation. I think one other thing that we didn't draw
मन
attention
नहीं हो
to
रहा
on the side of Sharks is Fra often plays the Cypher. This time he's brought Killjoy into the fold, so you can tell Sharks
क्या
have
बताऊं
definitely
मैं
put preparation time in specifically for this map as they're showing us something
भाई
different for the
5
first
को
time
against
since
stack कर
late
रहे हैं
January, and it paid off
ये
on the
लोग
pistol.
पागलों पे न्यूटन वाले
See what they do? Again, orb control by Lakia. We'll focus that. It was going to be one of my big ones coming in overall for the tournament. Our orb's going to be largely played around. So far, we see that is a yes here from Newturn versus
एडमिट का
Sharks.
रीडिंग स्ट्रीमर सो फिर यहाँ पे
And
पॉज आएगा मुझे
Gabsheets
तो
tries to walk up that A side, and looks like they're just going to play it slow for now. Spike is down in the beginning.
देखा था
They're
शायद
saying, all right, we turtle for now, and we actually see what Newturn wants to do each round. Will they push like that again? So
कुछ
this
नहीं है
isn't
भाई
Sharks
लोगों पे
being
देखो
scared.
लिटरली
This is
कुछ
them
नहीं है नो
doing the
एबिलिटी
turtle, figuring out what Newturn is thrown at them.
No
In this round,
ability
it's kind
or
of just an
only
info
classic.
deny, and Sharks are going to have to execute.
स्टिल
Well,
5
and
लोग
dog,
हैं
let's be honest. I don't know that I mind if it's necessarily a little scared because you don't know what you're
Absolutely.
walking into at this point. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, Newturn have this habit of when they lose pistol, they buy full sheriffs and they buy full armor. They could also be waiting with sheriff. Like there's just so much that can be waiting for them on the other side that they're not prepared for. So I totally understand them cautiously kind of like navigating this situation. They felt things out, towards A. Now they're going to rotate to C. Another ult orb in the pockets of Denaru. And they have.
He's also got the spike. He just picked it up on the way up, so he'll plant for another one.
Oh, that is a terrifying death ball. But I just don't know that they have enough firepower to really make anything happen out of it. And then the gun advantage that Sharks have is just on full display here as Newturn are just down to 2 members left.
इन्फो नहीं
Strong
होगी
play
तो
so far by
भाई
Sharks. Not leaving anything to chance. Strong fundamentals, playing together, trading off each other, not running solo to just give a round up. There they are, the 1-2 back and forth as they work over each other's shoulders for the pie in the face to parry. The 3K there.
स्टैक गैम्बल होता है भाई स्टैक करना वो जीत भी सकते थे अगर वो लोग ए पे आ जाए तो अगर उन्होंने ए रश कर लिया होता या फिर वहाँ पे डिसाइड कर लेता कि नहीं ये जाता है तो वो गैम्बल काम मतलब माइंड भी पॉसिबल कि वो वर्क हो जाता लेकिन भाई ये क्या रेजोल्यूशन है ये रेजोल्यूशन देखो व्हाट द फक इज दिस रेजोल्यूशन
Hey, I really mean specifically Gabsheets here. You mentioned it. It doesn't really matter what
भाई स्ट्रेच पे क्यों खेलते हैं लोग
the right place at the right time. That led to, as we mentioned, a flawless moment, courtesy of Prime Gaming. But now Newturn find themselves with 4 rifles. For Sharks, they've got some rifles. Well, really just one in the hands of Denaru.
Ooh, you do not see too much full garage play on the start. Usually a fake, then a pull out to grab all the util that you can. See how many they actually commit here. Garage is usually an afterthought as the map has been spread, util has been grabbed. You have one person go through garage as the final take is going down. Here you see them use it as kind of a back and forth to see what they can get out and who might be in that area. Good intel so far.
नाम
Sharks
सोलो है
as
वो
they back up here.
इंडियन
This is the
सोलो
bonus,
नहीं
so
है
they want to kind of get as much out of Newturn that they can, so they're not just finding vandals and one phantom down there on parry around the corner as they're holding, as you see, solo on a hard angle.
Cautious waiting solo should get some info there. And with time continuing to tick away, you have to understand there's a whole lot headed his way. Allows going to get away from a precarious situation, really by the skin of his teeth. You see the wall has gone up across B to deny any sort of information coming that way, and they might, they are going to rotate back to it. They have enough time. They've blocked off a large bit of info that would be coming in from C-Link, so they're going to be able to get the spike down. And this is Riv. This is going to be a chaos fight through utility. You see, he hasn't even been able to get the spike down, and the clock continues to tick away. He's going to have to get on it soon. There's the spike. Leitch is able to finally Planted numbers advantage still in favor of U-turn, however slight. They're still there. Perry spotting where Denaro is able to land the shots to clean him up. Another one falls on the side of Sharks as the round drops down. Get tacked up, Locky on the defuse, and I just don't know that he can do much there between the utility that's coming from every possible way. It's just too much to handle, and U-turn are on the board.
Yep. I love the mind games coming out of Sharks. On that one, you see them going around to A. They fake a bit. Gabcheese was able to create so much pressure there. Lucky is like, do I stay? Do we just play retake? And just like Achilleo said, that's something that's fine for New Turn to think about is playing retake. Because they're so strong, they use their util really well on the way in, and they come in from every angle. Also, holding B is really, really hard, especially after you've done so much around the map. So it was really in favor of New Turn there. They picked up a round that should have been theirs. Also, the bonus, like we said before, so let's see what happens. Now we got rifles on rifles.
Rifles on rifles, and I think, Riv, we're going to learn a lot, really, from both of these teams. This is where we see more standard defaults. This is where we start to see plays that may be dialed up. You see Lakia has the Hunter's Fury, as Solo invests a bit of utility down A long. Nothing doing quite yet. And much like a couple of rounds ago, Riv, it is Sharks just kind of feeling things out, right?
अरे पता है उन्होंने ब्रीच को क्या करना चाहिए ब्रीच के एबिलिटी से अगर कोई है वहाँ पे तो ऐसा स्काई बोलते हैं ना स्काई का कुत्ता यार कंट्रोस्ट उसके वैसा होना चाहिए.
Neutron loves that situation. They play off each other so well, and you can see them not moving because they want that to be executed once they get in. Just have suggest drop, parry peaks. So around the map now, allow just controlling as we get Sharks into position for another move. You just have info being grabbed by Fra right now, seeing what he can figure out as they get into position. As everything is held here, over at A.
Yeah, this is going to be an A hit again with time in mind. There may not be much of an option to go anywhere else, and as we see, they've started to dash onto site. Remember, Lakia has that Hunter's Fury has to stay alive though, using a couple of shock darts to delay the plan at least for the time being. And there's a Hunter's Fury as well, but may have been a bit early. Yeah, Denaro's just be able to dance things around, but with 13 seconds left, now they're going to have to force the spike down. In a less than ideal situation, Denaro manages to get it down just in time. Now it's going to be an absolute bloodbath for the side of 4-on-4 as Prozen dances around the cloud burst as that evaporates. There come the kills, and there goes the round win for Sharks. A 2-round lead early on.
इस रेस में देखो इस सजेशन में यहाँ पे देखो क्या किया ये यहाँ पे देखो यहाँ पे इसके सैचल है उनको पोजीशन पता चल गया कि ए पे रश हो रहा है ये देखो ये भी सैचल यहाँ से सैचल करके यहाँ है क्यों भाई 200 रुपये फोकट में वेस्ट कर दी ये देखो ये एक सैचल है अभी वो यहाँ पे ये सैचल जी क्यों सैचल फोकट में 200 रुपये क्यों वेस्ट कर दी भाई
Normally, you look at this situation and you go, okay, well, we're likely going to want to give the round to the team that has the better artillery. And U-turn are kind of gross with the sheriffs there. That's something that you cannot count them out in at all. We'll see if they're able to line up the kill feed here. Allow does have that Blade Storm as well, but Perry is already dropped, and Solo's in a world of potentially in a world of hurt here too.
Sharks just seem to have the read. I mean, maybe Denaru saw a shoulder there for a moment, but everything they're doing is slowly moving around, and it seems like Neutron is shifting their position. That's all that Sharks needs to really get the edge on the site. This is going to be that round where Sharks can farm out the eco buys of Allow and the rest of the squad. There's one as they drop a few. This will be huge if we can get another. So
मेरे को तो लग रहा है Sharks जीत सकते हैं ये मैप.
It's a 1v3. Taken 2, and it looks like he's going to try to play elsewhere on the map, but I mean, Sharks have full control of the site here. They even have control of Long as well. While the first 2 kills were fun and they were flashy, yes, he's been able to upgrade.
Yep.
This is difficult. This is a big ask for Solo.
And Doug, look at how this is playing out for Sharks right now. This round, something they can capitalize. Prozine with the 4K. coming up with his raise. Look how many ultimates they have now. As some are mounting on the side of New Turn as well, Sharks can now start to capitalize and just domino those ults, one after the other. Maybe not everyone this round, a few this round.
Raised it,
Secure when it is going to
raised
be a gun
it.
round for New Turn and continue to cripple their economy. New Turn is a team that will play very much around their opponent's economy, running a hard strat right when it's going to reset them, and they know they'll be on an eco buy. Right now, they're getting taste of their own medicine, and Sharks is just, they have their number. We'll see if it happens here again on the gun round, if Sharks go hard and try to thwart this, or if they go slow. Wow, with the operator.
Attacker side में.
And mid control.
Of course, भाई, of course. ये तो होने ही वाला है. Fuck.
Good for one. Surely his position's been given away, but it might not matter. He gets a second one as well, as allows looking to add insult to injury. The res is going to come up onto Prozine. I suggest dance around the damage. Still
अरे जो डिफेंडर है उन पे सेंटिनल लेंगे, ओके. इसलिए वो राउंड हाँ.
They get a little bit out of there, but then they're going to try to flip the map. Oh boy, here comes a good flash. A good flash, an excellent flash. Just Prozine had nowhere to go with that showstopper, and that negates an incredibly powerful and important ultimate.
I call that the peekaboo. Oh my word. He just dodged out, missed it, couldn't find him. Now they know there is a bit of commitment towards lower. Killjoy can always be a solo player because you're watching the flank, so they have to remember that. But what a start to this round. Sharks come out firing towards B to start. A great push by Solo. Sharks kind of consider. They've gone mid, it didn't work. Check your flanks, and things get spiced up. Now we see what the audible is. They want to all go through Barrage here, and they have the rotation through A as well. But no one's going to meet up for a while. What is going to happen here?
ये बंदा यहाँ से चला गया. उनको पता नहीं अभी उनको देखा है तीन लोग.
No closer to getting onto the site than they did at the beginning. As Allow just narrowly misses a shot. 13 seconds
फिर
left.
से
It
B
seems like the only safe passage they have is onto B, an early rolling
ये
thunder.
मर गया.
Solo looks to destroy the
कुछ नहीं कर
lockdown
सकती
and
तेजी
take care of
बिचारी.
Fra as well. The spike looks like it's going to go down just in the nick of time. Allow with the op. Holding a tight corner. Seeing if you can find anyone. A straight up 3v3 here for this site. Denaru still has the Hunter's Fury, but I mean, from that spot on the site, what can you really do? Excellent set up by Gashies as he's able to get two more. 4 on the round, looking for the ace. Parry drops pros and gets the last. Sharks get 5.
What great shots.
क्या हो गया यहाँ पे? क्या हो गया?
Gashies as he's able to get, I mean, from that spot on the site, what can you really do? Drops pros and gets set up by the Hunter. He's able to get 2 from that spot on the site.
ये देखो, इसने पहले इसको मारने का ट्राई किया, ये छुप गया, फिर इसको मारने का ट्राई किया, पर उसके पास वैंडल थी.
Back where it all started. What a round coming in here. And from both teams as well, we're seeing New Turn claw back these rounds every bit, but Gashies on the stage. Holy moly, this guy is turning it up for Sharks right now.
हाँ
Round
रे,
7,
लेकिन
5 to 1
भाई
though.
डिफेंडिंग में भी तो उन लोगों पे भी अटैकिंग होता है ना. आप लोगों को डिफेंड भी करना होता है ना. अगर उनका अटैकिंग लैप था, अगर उनको अटैक आता ना तो काफी बढ़िया हो सकता था.
Lucky was able to take one consolation prize. But that's all it was as Leish looks to get the spike down.
नीड पे चला गया भाई.
This is the that's the Sharks we saw in the VODs right there.
दो हेडशॉट.
Just light the fuse, a firecracker right off
Imagine
the
वो
rip.
दोनों
They
लाइनअप
take
हो
that
जाते
one.
भाई.
Was a round they should have been taking with the eco on the side of New Turn, but they are really
Tournament
making it tough
deserving.
for New Turn here. It's either got to be orb focus
अरे
or
नहीं,
a few more
सुपरस्टार्स
frags
गेमिंग
so they
आप
can start
यू
cycling
का
their
ये देखो
ultimates.
भाई, वो क्वालिफायर
12,
काफी
2,
बढ़िया
and
खेले.
5 for Gavshees there as
ये
they
लोग
start
तो ऐसे ही
off with
खेलते हैं
this one,
भाई.
opening the site up and
भाई
instantly
ये
executing.
क्या
This is the kind
resolution
of
है?
combination utility I love to see, Doug.
Yeah, this has been a very impressive start from Sharks, and I think one of the things we have to keep in mind here is when we think about attacking teams on Haven, they're often given the advantage, as it looks like we're in a pause. This is actually perfect. Thank you, production, for letting me explain this point. You often think about attacking teams having the advantage because of their ability to effectively manipulate defensive rotation.
सुपरचार्ज गेमिंग भाई थोड़ा प्रभावित ले गए वो. अरे भाई 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 करने की जरूरत आ गई.
The way they're going to go, but I think the thing that's really impressed me out of Sharks so far, Riv, is that that's not how they're winning. U-turn have not been like pulled around by eye candy and by trickeration. They're on the site, and Sharks are just mowing them over. So it's a very different style. And the concerning thing is that
भाई उसका मास्क देखो
really well.
यहाँ से कट यहाँ से ऐसा
You know, I came in pound for
भाई
pound,
Assassin's Creed सा देखेगा
new turn stacks up better player for player. I think Leitch over Perry was one of the ones that was not the two team controllers, but they are making me eat crow on that statement, Doug. Holy moly, Sharks is everybody's confident in their shots. Communication is up, something I didn't see in their VODs. They are communicating so well aggressively and defensively. One of the things I noticed was that they would push up, they love to play aggressive, so their raise in their jet would show somewhere. And then it seems like none of their other defensive rotations would move. You know, they would stay, and then the site would be taken here. Everybody's moving together. It's like watching a baseball diamond get manipulated by a play, and they're all in sync. And it's hard for New Turn to stop. New Turn definitely has the plays to make it happen. Again, we're watching Allow, Suggest, Lakia to all pop off. We do have the Cosmic Divide as well as the Hunter's Fury here. And with the money flow right now, they're at the 3-round loss. It's $2,900 that New Turn is receiving. So you're going to see on that $3,400 for Allow this round. If he loses that AK and a few others, some $1,000 credits for the team, but this is going to be tough buys on Econ.
Oh, Riv, he had stuck it. Leish was all the way up in heaven. You can tell as soon as that goes off, they want to go away, but he gets punished as soon as he finishes the ultimate. Allows fully online, folks, as he's already gotten 3 on the round. Sharks just down.
क्या कोऑर्डिनेशन है भाई वो बोल रहा है I'm flashing जेट ये कर रही है वरना हमारे बिना बताए ये ले फ्लैश अंडा ये ले फ्लैश ओह ये ले फ्लैश
So he picked up a few $200 stacks to throw in there. Solo gets taken down by Gabshis as he is always good for 1 or 2. And how many more will it be this round?
हाँ झिंगचों क्या बोल रहे होंगे वो लोग
Giving off the idea that they may be rotating away, but no, he was still there. Now the spike is on no man's land. Denaru in a nearly impossible situation. And while it was exciting at first, Lakia got one, but the round still goes. So New Turn off the backs of Allow seem to get something going, but it really has been Sharks the entire way.
Absolutely, that was a needed round. We kind of saw what it took to shut down Sharks in the moment after this. They, like we said, they weathered that pistol round. Then they came up with a few of their own rounds. The one we just saw previously was them tiptoeing around the absolute defense and eye lines of New Turn. So they're finding different ways each time, but New Turn's going to turn it up every so often. That's one of those rounds, and let's see if they can do it again to start the economy flow in their favor. Doug, they have to chip away at what Sharks has built here to really
भाई
get
मेरे
back.
को तो राइस पसंद है भाई एक बंदे को मारने के लिए 3 यूटिलिटी भाई 4 यूटिलिटी एक बंदे को मारने के लिए ये देखो स्लोअर शॉक डार्ट उसके बाद आया नेड ये देखो
You see that, I mean, devastating. A shock dart, a slow orb, and a nade on that back corner. But for New Turn here,
कितना भाई एक बंदे को इतना मत परेशान करो बेचारे
they
को
want to make real damn sure that there's nobody back in that corner.
They have res here. That's going to be difficult taking C. Always is if you're trying to get an open site like that under res if it's not a pick previously. Spike's still down, or I'm sorry, picked up by Leitch, but all the way back towards spawn here. And you can see that defensive play by New Turn. Give a bit of space, feel more comfortable with the ults you have. No reason for Lakia to be just firefighting in garage. Hunter's Fury is there to take down the spike as it hits. To see if they can focus where that goes. It's going to be a New Turn call. And again, Brazil, that region, a lot of the regions that are going super slow when they're known for going super fast, and it seems to be routing New Turn. Here we go.
Lakia using the Hunter's Fury as the kill feed just like bleeds red. Sharks
healing you भाई 360 क्यों कर रहा है ये देखो ये ऐसा 360 गोल घूम के कर रहा है
E and Allow find themselves in a 2v5, no real access to the site. There's a wall that's denying any sort of entry from the garage. And Riv, it was another impressive take by Sharks. The one thing the one pattern that we are seeing emerge here is that's a couple of times now that Sharks early on have hit a site, they've invested a lot of utility, they're making their presence known, and then they rotate out just a little bit to come right back to the exact same spot. Both times we've seen that, it's worked.
I keep calling him out at the top of the scoreboard. We see Prozine right there behind him, being the duelist that he can. But Gobshis has been such a flank, info grabber, silent lurker. For a Sage to not be with the team, he's honestly playing that like Arena off in the distance without a blind, you know? And he can control a bit of the flow. We saw him put a few things up just to distract previously. And it distracted Lakia and B, and then they find
अटैक करना हार्ड होता है रे अटैकिंग में कोऑर्डिनेशन चाहिए बहुत ज़्यादा
Oh, it was there. It was a beautiful setup. You heard the flash. You heard the blade storm. They dash across. Now the res is on there. And while the res does channel through, they know where it was. Solo's not able to convert onto any of that. And through the chaos, that was the first couple of seconds of that round. U-turn find themselves in a 3v5.
कोई फायदा नहीं भाई रेस भी दे दिया
Slowly moving it back. And it's a little bit of a push here from Lockheed.
See, still हम लोग होते भाई हमारी टीममेट अरे भाई आ जाओ दो बंदे मर गए सी पे आ जाओ कोई नहीं होता यहाँ पे कोई नहीं लिख के ले लो भाई मेरे से कोई नहीं होता यहाँ पे सब बंदे सी पे होते लेकिन देखो ये दोनों भाई इतना आ गया
sticky situation, so he looks to rotate out, gets clipped, Lights comes up with the frag there, and now it's going to be the movement towards A. Again, and right here is Sharks Dog. We see dwindled numbers of Newturn trying to hold or retake a site here as Sharks is just able to open it up. A Perry says maybe not this time.
इसको भी मार
Already good for 3, but only 4 bullets. And it's gonna run dry. Had a chance at 4, got cleaned up. Suggest Gabshis in a 1v1. Gabshis has been electric up until this point. Has the spike, has 30 seconds left. Can certainly flip the map, and it looks like it's exactly
30 seconds left.
See you later, Gator. It's gonna be a wall right side.
30 seconds left.
This could be a blast pack right up on top of the B. And then he shoots down onto him. Sees him for a second. Okay, so he just goes for the firefight. And that's a tough one to take against Gobshis.
इसकी रिएक्शन देखो ये देखो सबकी रिएक्शन
And that's a tough one to take against Gobshis.
सबकी रिएक्शन
16 and right, they dialed up aggression. They
ये
tried to
काफी बढ़िया खेले थे भाई ये राउंड दोनों ने 4 किल कर दिए दोनों इसमें भी 3 में
and Sharks handled it effortlessly.
See where they go this round. Setting up again to just kind of read what utility they might find. Newturn wants to push the pressure. They like to do that on some saves, but they're also partially buying through here. See if they continue to push. They know where a few are, and they can kind of figure out Sharks is playing this round slow. It's how far they can get up to see where Sharks would be going. Nice pressure from Allow so far. And this is actually how Sharks has been able to start picking apart
इनकी क्रॉसहायर प्लेसमेंट देखो भाई सब
Newturn
लोगों
doesn't
की
like what they found out. They start to back up, then they're not in position, and it seems to be when Sharks is pulling the trigger. They just have this timing down. So another 30 seconds. Let Sharks continue to do this. You figure out a few things, and we'll see their movement.
ये भी कितना आगे जी
First bit of info that's been gathered is Allow gets tagged up, has to dash back. Meanwhile, I do like this from Solo, taking the middle of the map away, an aggressive denial of space.
Yep.
Out of the team from Korea, and he might be in a great spot to blow this up again. Riv, look at that. He's going to show up right behind him. If he goes undetected, he's going to flip this thing on its head. He's been spotted. Solo, good for 1. Backs away. Yes, the kill gets traded out of Prozine. There comes the paranoia. The dash out from Prozine as well, as he's able to connect it onto Suggest, looking for more. As they get onto the site again, U-turn can't stop anything. They can't stop a nose bleed right now, as Sharks just continue to run over all of U-turn.
Another 30-second strat from Sharks.
रिवर का
Just walking the other team around. It's you don't get your first confident shot, your first angle, what your strat on defense would be. And Sharks is doing a great job at reading that and getting their way into the site. These rounds as well, they make sure they don't lose too much here. You got to give credit to Newturn for taking down a few members. But with the way the rounds are going, that is just money bags on the side of Sharks right now. So you're even going to need more than a few rounds, more than a few ults to tear through what they're able to buy round after round here. Gabshi's not even really needed in that round, still 16 and 3. So the rest of the team coming up, you can see they're all working together here. And we'll see just again how they execute straight to the back, forced out, and it's on their terms. It really is.
I know I mentioned this a bit ago, but again, I have to touch on the fact that the most impressive thing about Sharks and their performance here for me is that, U-turn are
लगता
showing
है ये
them
लोग ने
different looks,
ठीक से
right?
प्रैक्टिस
Like
नहीं
they're
की है
showing them variety and how they want to play things out. It's not this just like run your head against the wall and Sharks are just able to.
गर्मी हो रही है
They
भाई
figured
उसको
it out. They know the solution. U-turn have shown them different things. You think about that aggressive peak down C long. You think about Solo getting behind them, right? Like there was a perfect pinch there. They were all sitting there and they had a chance.
10-2 ना मुझे यही लगता है
The
10-2
resiliency that they've shown, their
भाई
ability
10-2
to
काफी
handle
गंदा
anything
स्कोर है
that U-turn throws their way has been really impressive, Riv.
Looking at the VODs I did of Sharks and how they played to how they play now, it
This
makes
is
regional sense. It's
unit
night and day, but
sentinel
they play to their opponents. So if Vikings is
एक हार्ड टाइम
play
भाई
retaky and aggressive,
अगर
that means Sharks
ड्यूलिस्ट ना हो तो चल जाता है बिना सेंटिनल के नहीं होता और बिना स्मोक के बिना फ्लैश के हो जाएगा एक बार स्मोक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है
and it's a complete paradigm shift from what we saw from them in Brazil. So I think a lot of people are stunned right now at what Sharks is bringing out. Newturn still trying to find a way to adapt to it. Haven being one of Newturn's favorite maps, this is even more of a pleasure to see from Sharks as well, coming in here to represent. And you gotta say, you can't forget, Newturn takes down Vision Strikers to get here. And there's a lot of regions that have teams
okay, let's see.
that were unexpected to come. So there's that pressure there. You know, people are expecting you to be able to represent. So hopefully Newturn can shake that. And we've heard pros say no matter who you are, where you are, it's been a long time. Anyway, first game jitters are there, and maybe we'll see those kind of shake off. But
सब
Sharks
decide
came
होगा
out
पिस्तौल
hungry,
राउंड
blood in the water, and they shook it off quick, it seems.
Yeah, they seem to be doing just fine. And look, man, like the Scrimbucks were not in their favor, right? Like that bank account was real close to zero because nobody believed, right? Like you talk about Brazil as a region, and you think, okay, Vikings, they're legit, they're the real deal, they're scary, and then Sharks were almost considered like an also ran. You know what I mean? But they've really impressed as they come out. And here's the thing, even with the composition changes that they're bringing into this, which again is really a testament to the work that they've put in and preparing for this tournament. They're still really good on Haven, right? Like a 17-2 record, 89% win rate. They know the map. They know the map really well. So you add that. You kind of stir that in, right, into the pot. Stir that in with the composition.
A little spice and everything nice.
Yeah, you sprinkle a little of that bad boy in there, and this is where you find yourself in a very impressive start from Sharks.
I gotta say, the strat calling that's been going out right now from Frog.
भाई फिर से अगर फिर से इतना बड़ा पहुंच आ गया तो क्या करूंगा मैं?
You usually see him and Leich not really having too much of a frag impact. You're like, wow, what are they doing? But their survival rate is very high. They're info grabbers. They're helping the team a lot by relaying, and it's so big for them to actually be alive throughout the round because of what they provide to the team. And we're seeing Sharks utilize that and hardly lose members round to round with the way that they're guarding each other, with the way that they're trading kills. So I don't know what Newturn does next. Turning up the heat doesn't seem to work. Sharks are turtling when they see that. They have switched up the sights a few times in which way things are playing in the stars and whatnot. Like we said, we usually saw Perry go for Omen in these situations. That's where it would be for Ascent for Newturn in the past, and they guard orbs very hard. So here, it's been a bit of an orb game. That fell off a bit. And we'll see if teams get back into it here as attack pause seems to be almost coming to an end. Newturn's pause as well, I believe, as they're chatting it up. They're looking to see how they can right the ship here as Sharks keep taking chunks out of the boat.
If you are just joining us, ladies and gents, welcome. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. You've missed a proper shellacking out from Sharks as they've really dominated U-turn up and down the half. They started off on attack on Haven, and there were a lot of question marks for both of these teams, but I mean, I'll be honest, more so, in my opinion, from Sharks, they've answered every single question that's thrown their way. I believe it's 9-2 right now, and the one, like, saving grace, in my opinion, the one window in which I can see this turning out into a very competitive map is that U-turn are very good on the attacking half as well. So they can certainly test their mettle on that side, but I think the game that you're playing at that point, if
ये
you know
देखो
that
भाई
that's
ये
your win condition, is
मैप पे
how
डिजाइन
much
बना रहा है
damage
वॉल
can you
पे
mitigate that you're attacking half as well. So
ये
they can
देखो
certainly test their metal on that side, but I think the game that you're playing at that point, if you know that that's your win condition, is how much damage can you...
For Sharks, their defense was actually a higher percentage. And you're like, wait a minute, but they're aggressive. So it's unfolding quite nicely for them if they can do better on defense on these maps than their attack time after time. Offset it. So Dark goes out.
Whoa! Just a bit outside.
I think I just saw that go over my house.
U-turn
this
do
one's
have-
go slow to start.
U-turn do have a couple of key ultimates in their pocket. They have that Cosmic Divide and then some entry as well. While Sharks are certainly no slouches in that department. We see this fight for A control continue. Now Solo's in a great spot here. And Perry's on the other side as well. Depending on what utility they dial up, there may be something going on here. Here comes the Rolling Thunder Gap.
my word.
Knocked up. Oh my gosh! Brosen does it again! He takes care of Lakia and Perry. That's going to give him access onto A. Riv, everything that New Turn are dialing up, Shark handle it, and they throw it right back in their faces.
Usually Solo's breach, or however they work it, is Suggest or Solo, who's ever playing it, is the one to start the play, to make it work.
Yes.
The fact that we see Sharks shutting that down is huge. Those are curated plays they're ready to make, and Sharks
भाई ये
is
मर
just
गया
reading it.
without doing ult, without doing
Potion.
anything.
Prozine gets another one. 3K on the round. Pull! Shot out of the air.
वो shot
Wow,
मिला
in a 1v4 against Sharks, it's West Side Story all over again as you hear the ult. Gets cleared out. Allow looking for a little bit more. The dude's a sitting duck here, Riv. I mean, they've got him trapped down. They know exactly where he is. Powerful weapon in tow.
Final round, gotta jump it, gotta make something happen. Timing. Light gets him, takes him down 10-2. The air. Those are just or so.
Riv, pile up. There may be something going on here. Here comes the Rolling Thunder Gap.
My word.
Knocked up. Oh my gosh! Brosen
अरे
does it again! Something going
वो
on here.
हुआ ही नहीं था भाई क्या पोजीशन थी उसकी ओ भाई साहब
Here comes the Rolling Thunder Gap.
My word.
Knocked up.
ओ भाई साहब वो हुआ था क्या
Pile up. There may be something going on here. Here comes the Rolling Thunder Gap.
नहीं हुआ था भाई क्या पोजीशन थी उसकी
Turn has here. When they're
Oh,
confronted with New
my
Turn,
God.
they outshoot New Turn. I don't know how to stop that package, Doug.
It doesn't seem like they do either. Again,
Team
you take a look at the timeline, that
flawed.
really tells the whole story. And in fact, that's probably not fully representative of just how impressive of a masterclass Sharks have put on.
भाई इन
in the
लोगों
first
पे तो
half. But
दो
now
दो
we
सेंटिनल
mentioned,
है
if
अब
New Turn were to do it, this is it. But you've got to start strong here. The hole that you've dug yourself is far too deep to really allow for much error at all. The margin is very thin.
All right, I'm expecting a playoff Lakia's dart here when it will come back up. The team here to just absorb info. Nice job by Sharks already to gain so much ground. Just being here allows the rest of the team to make some small decisions. And as they look to trade each other, pop out, that's going to be the real and deal. Perry and Solo come up with 2, and they have a bit of ground. Do they instantly act on it? Oh, my word, Frosten.
You can see Perry there with the spike, wanted to go C, was actually on the way, and then Frog gives
भाई
Solo
क्या
the business
proper
left,
call
right, good
होते
night,
हैं
and then
भाई
they're
लोग
now Perry rotates away, and it looks like they're going to want to hit A. They do have a star, both stars actually denying info early on, but with 40 seconds left, Donaru, oh my gosh, Donaru gets destroyed out of Lao, dashes onto the site, manages to get the kill cap. She's looking for something, not going to make anything convert.
चलो
Frog left alone.
ये
in a
राउंड अच्छा खेले
1v4.
भाई
Nowhere near the site. Perry's going to get the spike down as well.
30 seconds left.
This is an important start for New Turn for them to get back.
classic versus close
That was very, very big. It helped them out a lot that they were able to take a few down
prediction
across
of
the
it
map
हाँ
and know that that was some big retake. That they
जार
would have
भाई
brought-
सुपरचार्ज
I'm sorry,
गेमिंग
Sharks would have brought back to A to make sure they brought that back in. So you take down Omen, which blinds smoke angles, and you take down the Rays, which Roomba nade displacement. So really well played in the start here. 2v2 trade and to get themselves back into A. New Turn start off strong. We don't have the buy from Sharks. We saw recently they didn't.
क्या
A few
composition
series
में
before
खेलते हैं
Challenge
भाई
Finals,
वो
they were big second round buyers after a loss, but they have seemed to change their ways. Ooh, big push though. Holy moly, Sharks in the water.
Heavy aggression out of Sharks. How will New
Sharks
Turn
in the
respond?
water.
Thing is, if Fra can delay enough, he can get something going there. They are going to have access onto the site. Alau's going to dash in first again. You see them clear out that back corner of the site. Common place for things to be anchored. The jig's up. They know that the flank is coming around. Lackey has got to be one of the important lines of defense. He is good for one. Somehow survives through all of that. And then Perry gets a lot pushing in as well. The spike goes down. Alau cleans up Fra. And through all of that, it's another round win for Newturn.
They needed it. You got to pick up those rounds without losing too much. Newturn finds that. Let's see how the teams start to stretch each other thin. Now we're back into making those hard plays, fakes, and trying to steal everyone's util before you make a hit. 16 for both Prozine and Gobcheese. Just fragging out, feeling it right now. Like you said, they're vibing. And that is why we mainly see this score line. We'll see here if Newturn can turn it around. They're the ones attacking. And we're about to head into round 15.
Rounds in the books, you see them riding a little bit of a bonus. Alau has the Spectre, but rifles the rest of the way and some aggression towards A.
Good damage. Great damage on that. Look at the health bars. Oh my word, did you just call this or what? You think it's a choose your own adventure? It looks like Sharks is just reading the same book page for page here. Gabcheese picks another one up, and now they're gonna have to fight over A a little bit more, Doug.
Player standing. Spike down A.
Looking for another Gabcheese. I believe this is the second
11-4
of the map for him. Fra, I might play spoiler again. I think he was the one who took the ace from him the last time. But Laki has been spotted. They know where he is. Gabcheese, they're trying to serve it up to him. They're trying to give it to him. But Laki somehow gets away with nothing but 27 health. He doesn't have the spike.
Randall save करना पड़ रहा है भाई क्या नसीब आ गया.
This round is going to go in favor of Sharks. For Laki, a consolation prize, get one step closer to having that Hunter's Fury online. But I think this is an important round for Sharks because you can start to feel some of that shift, right? Like Newturn get a couple rounds on the board, they're starting to feel them click. And that's a big response from Sharks.
पापा चिमकांडी क्या है? कौन है ये?
मामा तुम्हें कसम है कि तुमने मेरी स्ट्रीम चलाई? मामा का स्ट्रीम चलाया और तुमने?
चिमकांडी क्यों लिखा है इसने?
Good, especially on this first map.
मामा तुम आराम जाते हो.
Thank you so much, Rebel. How are you? Thank you so much, guys. एक बार मेरे को ये बता दे रही चिमकांडी वाइटी क्यों लिखा है? क्या हुआ?
रेबेल ने स्ट्रीम में बोला मामा तुमने स्ट्रीम चलाई है तो बता रहा हूँ.
चिमकांडी क्या होता है? ये आपका कुछ वर्ड है क्या? आपका कुछ वर्ड है क्या ये?
आपका क्या है? भाई चले भाई अब चले क्या?
370 निकलना है.
अबे बस बाय करते हैं यार, बाय करते हैं ना यार. भाई एक लड़की पे इतनी ज़्यादा स्टिक करेंगे ना तो और लड़कियां बुरा मान जाएंगी.
समझ रहे हो? समझ रहे हो?
ये 4 किल कब हो गए? What the fuck? अच्छा वो पिछला राउंड का था ना भाई ये. हाँ.
That means it's only $1,900 going to the side of Newturn. Look how much this messes up their buy. When you don't get the full buy but know you need to pressure, this is the kind of situation Sharks is creating with that quick buy again to flip-flop the money. And Sharks knows it. Sharks knows they can play safe here. They know they're against an odd buy and they don't have to go wild.
Simp. भाई वो रिबेल का है, मैं क्या करूँ? वो देख रहा है तो.
Utility that could have been sitting there, any nano swarms, any alarm bots, common spots. The one thing they weren't able to clear out, which is still up and kicking.
What am I supposed to do?
As things go eerily quiet, U-turn mulling over where they want to hit this play, and Fra, Spidey sense is tingling. Maybe something going on here, and it would be right.
What the fuck? ये क्या हो गया? भाई ये कैसे गिर गया इसको? मेरा ट्राइपॉड टूट गया.
Sneak. Allow manages to get on there, manages to get the spike down and gets away with his life. So now we're going to see this insane fight and take a look at Perry. Perry has to win this gunfight to give them the room to breathe, to control Garage. That's often such a highly exploited area of the map to deny things. But Rafe, they may have gotten too far off the site. There's nobody watching things right now. Frozen looking to try to get the diffuser, try to wallbang through there and deny things, and so far it seems to be working. I don't know the Sharks are going to be able to get in at this point.
भाई what the fuck क्या plan था उनका?
In a good spot, Janaru good for one.
Sobas.
Team up, there's a second. But a great round.
क्या plan था भाई उनका? यहाँ पे plant करो, यहाँ से खेलो, wall bang से.
Honestly, they had to pull that card out. Face to face, they have not been able to do much against Sharks. If you can get under their skin and make it work without them seeing you, do it every time, even if it puts you in that moment. Because with the retake we see, New Turn what they're able to produce, you can play retake on a planet spike as well. So there, they get out, play retake on it if they even need to. But more so
hard है क्योंकि भाई एक mistake नहीं कर सकते.
Sharks down at that point, so.
भाई, are you kidding me?
Lakia doing his best. Oh my word.
Alright,
like that.
U-Turn have found some recent success. And Prozen looking to stuff it. Blast Pack's aggressive. The flash was there. Prozen good for one. The Hunter Series gonna come out as well.
Oh my gosh, Sharks.
Janaru using one of his own as Lakia manages to get a kill. Don't know if Janaru's gonna find the same success, but what he did do was clear out a good bit of space. Light's the only one without an upgraded weapon here. Fra going aggressive. Fra good for it. Lakia drops the spike, but Perry right there at the exact right time to help things out. The res is going to come through as well as Suggest is trying to stop any more aggression coming in from Sharks. Light gets dropped.
Suggest was super low. That was a very big trade to take Lights down. But we saw it was Sharks picking up a few of those weapons, able to make themselves a bit stronger here on the defensive round. Now they push through to grab a few more, make sure none of those are Spectres. The plant goes down, but Perry is the lurker. Like I said, the quiet info gatherer with the high success of life chance. And there he goes, lives once again. Nice shot by Suggest. This could leave it up to Perry. And here's coming Gobshies, 1v1.
Gobshies healing up. Perry just kind of has to play this patiently. He's going to rotate over. Gobshies with the tap. The gravity well is going to come out. Just narrowly missing as you see all of that utility used to buy time for Perry to show up. Gobshies in the 1v1 looking to answer the call, and he does just that as he's going to get the defuse and get Sharks. Looking to answer the call, and he does just utility used to buy time for Perry to show up. Gobshies in the 1v1 looking to answer the call, and he all of that
reaction
used to buy time for Perry to show up. Gobshies in the 1v1 looking to answer the call, and he does that utility used to buy time for Perry to show up. Gobshies in the 1v1 looking to answer the call, and he does just that.
Suggest be like, fuck this. मेरा हो गया भाई.
You see the clutch coming in.
It was beautiful across the board. Again, you see that aggression early on, and the thing is, like, the 1v1 that Gabshies finds himself in is so self-created to find himself here in this I mean, gorgeous clutch moment powered by Red Bull that just, I mean, really puts the icing on the cake. You understand why we've been talking about him so much. It's because he's been able to do stuff like that. U-Turn are calling in another attack as they
भाई शार्क वालों ने मार दी भाई.
staring down the barrel of going down 0-1.
किसी को नहीं लग रहा था इतना बढ़िया खेलेंगे वो लोग.
For the money to go back and forth like this at
no,
these
वो
rounds
हक दिए एक्चुअली. उन्होंने टीम कंपोजिशन इतना गंदा चूज किया. क्या टीम कॉम्प है भाई ये. ऐसा लगा कि वो ये खेल रहे सोलो क्यों कर रहे हैं सब.
Giving each other $1,900 for that round plus 200 for whatever kills. What I'm trying to say here is with what Sharks has built up, that doesn't really affect them. They've been each black
going down so much. It's because he's been able to do.
You'll see them on econ here.
And you वालों ने भाई ये कर दिया. सोलो क्यों कर दिया सबने. पांचों ने.
But it's hurting them even more as it goes back and forth. So Sharks is doing a good job at not letting a flow happen for Neutron at all and always sticking their foot in the door. There's a lot of things going on there with the way Sharks is trying to stop Neutron and Util.
लौंडा देखने क्या कोई?
नहीं. Neutron doesn't really have an answer.
क्या लग रहा है भाई? चलो चलो चलो.
Siege don't die, bro.
कौन से नशे? ये लड़का है या लड़की है?
10 seconds away from kicking off the round, and for Neutron, it looks pretty standard, right? Like there's nothing flashy that's dialed up. You don't see anything aggressive.
J-Tide पे
Looks like
खेलेगी.
it's going to be pretty defaulty, and they have plenty of ultimates to work with here. Gap, she's going to get tagged up by the gravity well early on. Bladestorm online for allow.
Let's get on.
See, they slowly move in. Again, we have not seen too much pressure towards Garage. We saw that said that at the middle of the map. It's usually just a util grab in and out. Looks like they may try to work it here as Allow goes in, dropped by Prozine to start, and the 1-for-1 for both teams.
Oh, both stoppers net kills as Prozine gets the second, not able to get, looking for the third, not able to get the fourth as the clip runs dry to carry. Looking to keep the map alive for Newturn in a 1v2. Has some utility, doesn't have the spike, but understands where the push is coming in from. Perry's not able to do it. Denaro and the rest of Sharks strike blood first as they take a 1-0 lead.
What a dominating game from YNG Sharks. It looked like some of those plays were just on download. The one where they went A, they ate and nade. Gapshis comes up with a quadra, almost the ace, but Lakia runs away. Other rounds, when they were running the attack, they ran the entire map. This is Sharks, run the entire map. Go back to...
बढ़िया खेले भाई, ओके भाई, ये वीडियो
ये कौन से नशे हैं?
Love from Rebel loves you.
Long.
110. Nice picture, guys. Take one follow, Musty. Rebel loves you. Thank you. Right, okay. Rebel, whoever you are. Rebel wants sex. Thank you, Rebel, for raiding, man. Rebel, I love you so fucking much. Rebel needs orgasm. Nice. Just for you, Rebel!
116 bitch, 116.
ये सबको प्यार देगा ना, गलत हो जाएगा bro. Rebel!
Listen, Silo.
Protect me. Good shit. Woo! Rebel, that's for you, my man! My fucking man, bro. I love you, Rebel, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
They may not mean anything.
Love you, bro. I love you. Just... God damn.
Let me...
Rebel, I'll fucking marry you, man. Thank you for the raid, dude. Fuck yeah. Thank you for bringing a community over here, buddy. Thank you so much.
Rebel loves you. अबे spam कौन कर रहा है? Rebel wants to marry you. Bro, what the fuck? ये क्या है?
Kill my allies.
Bro, I don't want to marry you, bro. Shit, भाई अब इसको शिम बोलो ना जाके.
Rebel loves your dress.
चलो यहाँ से भाई कुछ गंदा बोले लग गया भाई. रेबेल की पॉटी में शॉटी पॉटी, मम्मी की शॉटी पॉटी, मोटी शॉटी पॉटी.
Stop it. Get some help.
भाई रेबेल डायरिया लिख रहे हैं लोग भाई जाके भाई. क्या हो रहा है? कैमरा बड़ा और गाना चेंज.
कैमरा दिक्कत हो जाएगा रे बाबा. रेबल बाबा समझा करो रे. बेइज्जती.
कोई दिक्कत नहीं, बेइज्जती के सामने इज्जत है. इज्जत हम ना चाहिए हमको. बोलो 1 मिलियन पे हमें चाहिए. चिकनी चमेली पे हमें चाहिए. चिकनी चमेली पे
मोटे आदमी को नाचने में कितना एनर्जी लगता है
भाई. चिकनी चमेली हमें चाहिए. चिकनी चमेली विद बड़ा क्रम.
कॉपीराइट क्लेम आएगा, देखा जाएगा. भाड़ में जाएगा.
अरे भाड़ में गया कॉपीराइट. हमसे ज्यादा आएगा तुम्हें.
निकालते हैं. चलेगा ना?
चलेगा. पीछो
सोने चाहिए तब वह चिकनी चमेली पे नाचेगा भाई.
किसने?
500 सब सोने चाहिए. अब मैं पीला जाऊंगा भाई. मेरे को पीलने आएगा भाई. अब मेरे बाप मेरे को पीलेंगे. मैं तोड़ देना भाई. कट कर देना इसको, ठीक है?
ये कट कर दिया. सुनो एक बात बताओ. आवाज गाने की आवाज आनी चाहिए और पीछे होके बिल्कुल दीवार पे होके करना, ठीक है? दीवार पे. कौन
कुर्सी पर आजा पहले.
भाई मेरे को कॉपीराइट आएगा यार. भाई खत्म करो।
गाइस एक बार सही से देखो, एक बार देखो, अजय देवगन जैसी शक्ल में बिल्कुल अजय देवगन लग रहा है भाई ये।
विमल बोलो जुबा केसरी।
ओ इस लड़की की शक्ल उससे मिलती है गाइस, रुको। इस लड़की की शक्ल वो एक टिकटॉकर वही है भाई ये, जो ऐसे नहीं करता था।
रहने बहुत बुरे लग रहे। तौबा तौबा तौबा, सारा मूड खराब कर दिया।
बिग फैन, थैंक यू ब्रो।
कर लो तुम लोग, पहले कर लो, मोदी का रेड कर लो पहले, फिर खेल, ठीक है? फिर खेलेंगे इतनी, तुम पहले मोदी रेड कर लो।
इस सज्जन को क्या तकलीफ है भाई?
क्या तकलीफ है इनको?
बात मत करो, नहीं तो भैया जी मार। ठीक है, रिबेल रेड। अरे किसका रेड? अरे ढंग से बताओ रे प्लीज। भाई रिबेल वाचिंग यू ब्रो, रिबेल देख रहा है क्या? हेलो
देखूं क्या मैं कितना हैंडसम लगता हूँ।
रिबेल ब्रदर फ्रॉम अनदर मदर। माँ किया कुछ गलती आ गया भाई।
राम ज्यादा है भाई, सस्ता नशा है भाई, इससे सस्ता नशा खाया हुआ है।
रिबेल रिसर्च कर रखा है तुम्हारा। ये रिबेल इज वाचिंग। अगर ये झूठ हुआ ना तुम लोग, अरे भाई कसम से मैंने अभी सर्च करा था रिवॉल्वर, मैंने सब्सक्राइब नहीं कर रखा। सॉरी भाई, आई एम रियली सॉरी। रिबेल इज वाचिंग।
क्या लगता है मेरे को रेड आएगा कभी? अगर आएगा तो सब्सक्राइब करेगा मैं।
Fuck! What the fuck? Rebel भाई, thank you for the raid bro. There is a song for you my भाई. Thank you for the raid. अरे कसम से मैं मजाक समझ रहा था बे। गाने का नाम डोरियों से मैनू तू बांध ले, ओ यारियों दे ओंदे ना फासले, आजगी कागजी सारी ले मेरी दिल दिया गल्ला।
आवाज बढ़िया है लेकिन मेरे को हंसी आ जाती है भाई।
सच्चिया
गाइस अभी रहेगी रेड।
मैं जीना है तेरा, तू जीना है मेरा, बस
आवाज बढ़िया है इसका।
नखरा दिखा के दिल दिया गल्ला।
हेलो
थैंक यू रिबेल मेरे भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द रेड।
हेलो whoever are you bro, I don't know what is your name.
Say just whatever it might be, what are you gonna do? You don't have any cipher traps, you don't have killjoy. They're gonna have to really
See, they are also talking that what I said. I said no sentinel.
Using solo in the forefront to really stop the aggression from the Brazilians.
And Lothar, though, despite the great play from YNG Sharks, it's not all doom and gloom for New Turn, right? I mean, they busted out some pretty cheeky strats, which goes to show us that this team clearly has put some time in.
SDK members ना आगे नहीं।
Oh, wait, this one on B, absolutely hilarious. Look at this. Odin in A short that is just pointed at the spike in B side, and on B side the spike is in a corner, so whoever is defusing it has to be in a tight angle. So there's no way you're gonna just go back and forth with the spike. You're always dead from the Odin, and there's the breach also that is making sure that the Sova doesn't get flanked, and he can also use his aftershock and fourth line on the spike from A short. So it's pretty nuts. I'm sure that a lot of teams might actually pick this up and copy, because this one is actually pretty nuts.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the Prime Gaming highlights from map 1, because I know Achilleos has been chomping at the bit to talk about what's been going on with New Turn.
He's
What's
not
up,
too
dog?
happy.
What's up, dog?
Yeah.
What's
Can't
up?
wait to discuss how hard they got clapped. No, I mean, honestly, super impressive from the Sharks. I cannot discredit them whatsoever. They look like they have done so much work. Because, I mean, we were talking about this during the game. We weren't seeing this in our VOD review. You know, we weren't seeing this level of impact from the set plays that they had coming out.
भाई good night भाई। मेरे को बैठना नहीं अब, मैं सोते सोते
just looks
देखूंगा।
completely out of sorts. It seemed like they, you know, just didn't really wake fully up today.
Yeah.
So this is a really rock.
आप गिटार बजाते हो, मैं भी बजाता हूँ। हाँ बजाता हूँ मैं, मतलब लेकिन बहुत दिनों से नहीं बजाया, पर आता है मेरे को थोड़ा थोड़ा। चलो भाई, गुड नाइट बोल्ड, गुड नाइट सुपरचार्ज गेमिंग, गुड नाइट एसएस द अमेजिंग एंड गुड नाइट टू माई सेल्फ, बिकॉज मैं भी एक बंदा हूँ जो मेरे को देख रहा है स्ट्रीम पे। एक गाना हो जाए। अरे वो पीछे वाली गिटार खराब है। विल स्पैम हार्ट। वो पीछे वाली गिटार खराब है। हेलो पोटाशियम स्पार्सम भाई, मैं जा रहा हूँ अभी। सुपरचार्ज गेमिंग बजाएंगे भाई, अभी नहीं, बाद में कभी कंफर्म। चलो, दिस इज Manuindia signing off. Good night, good night.